God. Crash out. I can't stand the sound of people. Awful. Especially in your shit ass mic. Alright, streams live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the watch party. It's the first one in like a month. So yeah, today is the first day of ProHubs. We are watching the NA qualifiers. Looks like we're gonna be kicking things off already with Samurai, Team Dog, Team Difference, and Via, which is an original name to say the least. So looks like they're gonna go ahead and kick things off, get it squared away immediately. Apologies for the slight delay. We had some tech issues that we're figuring out. Cody, you're able to hear me okay and everything?
Sure.
All right, awesome. Pat, we'll need you guys to let us know if any audio is being weird or things like that. Things were working earlier, but then all of a sudden we started having bugs in Discord. So yeah, but anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. We're gonna be checking out all the matches today, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in.
Yeah, I'm honestly so excited to see.
Oh, I lost.
So what's the meta? I'm honestly really excited to see what people are running. That's honestly what I want to see the most.
Your video is gone on the thing, by the way.
I'm turning back. I don't know why I closed.
All right, you're back. Okay.
I don't know. The CL40 just got nerfed last patch. And it was a pretty significant one. I think it's going to kind of take it out of the meta. It was really good, though.
Yeah, I think we're still going to see a lot of H+. I think you're going to see a lot of Pike. Waltz, from his community tournament, he said that the 93R was running pretty rampant as well. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the meta is.
As someone who used the 93R, I think it's there, but I think it's so punishing. I mean, burst weapons and a lot of FPSs are just require way too much perfection. Obviously, in this situation, pros are good at that. Man, they were tough to use, though.
I do like seeing the Deagles coming out off a rip, though.
Yeah.
Also seeing Gugun along with it, which is, definitely a switch up from normal. Probably not too bad to be able to create instant cover, though. We'll see it play out. This does look like Ronin's on that team as well, so this is going to be a pretty solid gameplay here.
It's unfortunate they dropped, honestly.
Yeah, they got the floor broken out from under them. Oh, wow. 93R ripped them immediately, so. Can't hear ProHub stream?
Yikes.
All right, you should be able to hear it now, Finny. Like I said, we started up the stage, and all of a sudden it bricked like everybody's audio, so.
XP54, Cloak, Gateway, H+, and Glitch. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think the XP54 is so good. It's just too good to not use.
Yeah, really convincing fight from Team Difference there. Unfortunate start for Samurai. Interesting to see that Guga, the double heavy with the goo and mesh. I was looking forward to seeing a lot of winches come into play this season. I've been doing my
We had Team Diff last season, and now we have Team Diff. Well, I guess they're different, but I feel like they're going to get shorthanded to Diff, right? Surely.
Incorporating that witch claw into their setups. They really weren't using much of
I'm interested to see Gateway on Nozomi at a high level, because you and I have played quite a bit. We're kind of like, I don't know if the Gateway is not necessary here anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Gateway's always good to have, but I think out of all maps, this is one where you can get away with not having it. And majority of mobility. I do think Gateway's probably the last one you would want to not have. Like jump pad, you can probably get away with not having. Zip is really good on this map. I think it's better than the jump pad.
I was watching STN's stream yesterday, and or the day before, I think, and he was playing with two other mediums. He was playing with who was it? No, it wasn't Llama. Oh, Grad. He was playing Graduating, and I forget who the third person was. They were on anonymous mode, I think, and he was running Heal Beam, and then the other two mediums were running DMAT, and he was running double mobility. So he was running pad and also zip, and it was just crazy how fast they were all flying around the map with that shit.
Yeah, no, tell me about it.
Not like Fortune Stadium, bros are just literally teleporting across the map. Yes, drops are enabled over on Twitch. Make sure you're over there, check them out, get your drops for free. Now's a better time than ever, so head over there. So while you're there, drop a follow, and if you have a Prime, show us some love, maybe? Question mark? I'm surprised we're seeing 3 teams fight here. I mean, who is that? Via's just getting a free cash out. I mean, there's no time, so it makes sense now, but I mean, they've been here fighting 3 teams for a while.
Right.
Team Dog just got wiped pretty quickly.
Yeah, I honestly I want to implement these. This
Samurai
UI,
absolutely no business
we can
doing
get
that. I
team
thought
cards
Rowan
made.
almost looked like a
That'd be
bot
really
there, just
easy.
standing with his mesh shield out as we've seen heals coming in
This
from
is the
right
UI I
side.
was saying though. You have to
Really
keep
nice
up where you
heals
can
from
see
SMU
the
live there. But
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
steal
player's
out of
name in the
Ronan,
bottom
turning
right.
that around, and again,
When we
out
did
of
Citadel
nowhere,
Showdown, I was like,
really just taking advantage of the
No,
time.
you're
I have to
good.
look at the
Yeah.
other teams to figure out which one I'm not
With his
seeing.
minigun still alive. Team Diff not only loses point, but is going to get wiped.
See, they
as
said
well.
Team Diff. Now I'm going to be
Really
confused on if it's Team
unfortunate.
Diff or
Across
Team
the map,
Diff.
we are checking out Faya
I know.
as Signal has that pike in
Seeing
hand,
the pike on
taking
this
care
map.
of zip lines, and they have
I think
gunshots,
Pike is the best
started.
medium weapon currently of the season. It's pretty.
I think so too, but on this map of all maps, I don't know. It's first. I think this is the first time we've seen the healing emitter.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm surprised that a lot of pro heavies wouldn't run it. I just don't think it's good. I mean, a lot of pro teams you're not moving around, like you're not sitting and bunkering down as much as you would on other teams or other, higher ranks.
Yeah. And it sounds like some of the EU teams earlier today, just from what I was hearing in the short amounts I was listening, is that they were running more bunker comps over on EU, which we do see that meta difference between EU and NA pretty often, where EU likes to play more at range and more bunker down, whereas NA likes to rush in and have movement and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how often we actually see it.
Who's that light on purple?
Nuffle?
No, it's
Yeah, it's-
Junlim.
Yeah,
That guy's
the damage
nutty.
output by getting
cracked.
team shot from a minigun and deagle.
Yeah, so a lot of these people are playing to qualify in. I guess they're close to points. ProHubs does like a ranking system, so the amount of events you play in, you earn points and then eventually qualify for Pro League. So these are the people kind of trying to punch their ticket in.
Force this fight here against Samurai, who is currently holding point, trying to kite it as long as they can. However, they may have just been caught off guard as Deco is doing everything he can. His boys are with him, playing behind the lines very well.
I had an opportunity to do the camera for this.
Did you really? You got reached out to? Be
Yeah.
observer?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do it? You didn't want to?
I had to stream. I didn't know. By the
you
time
could've done
Samurai has easily taken care of Team Div.
by the time
Now Deco
we
is just gonna have to play for a reset.
figured out you were gonna stream, it was too late.
Oh, okay. Was it for EU or the NA matches?
It was for the NA matches, but I just by that time they already had somebody.
Okay, gotcha.
But they offered me to do
Why?
the observing. I was honestly really hyped. I was like, but I couldn't do it because I had to stream.
I know that the EU matches, the team had to drop out or something, and so Walt's filled in, which is, I saw one game because I was testing it with audio and stuff, and he was running flamethrower, and I was like, I love that out of you.
Yeah, my goat, dude.
Witch Claw and flamethrower on EU ping, I was like, I love that out of you.
Yeah, I told him to hit me up when the opportunity rises again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you got to go do that, you should do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting that they spend so much time fighting. Yeah. I mean, that's something you see a lot of times in this game in general. Even the pros, I mean, make some interesting choices, we feel like, in this game. And I don't know if it comes from, like, play ranked and are kind of stomping people that are under their level a lot of times or what. But I remember, like, in Season 0 ProHubs, we constantly talked about the fact that, like, teams were playing way too far off of objective and then would get stolen from them. I mean, Make-A-Wish basically made their entire tournament run because they abused that.
Playing this exactly the right way. They're not doing anything crazy. In fact, at one point, I thought they were making a pretty bad play. Grim is going to take out Bongo there on the elevator. We do have another engagement. Another will fall to the hands.
Team
of
Dog
Fire.
is in a
Team Dog may go
blender.
down right here. Grim trying to look for the
They're in
win,
a
and he
blender.
does find it. But back to what I was saying about Samurai, as Vi is holding this.
We should make a
six is being tapped.
we should make
They're
a
just
little
getting really good
graphic
timing,
like they
and on
have
that
down
last
there.
one, they almost got that
yeah.
for free,
It'd be really easy, and that covers. Fun fact, that covers the UI.
I know. I know. I was going to
That's
say
so
it
funny.
earlier. I was like, that's covering that area that doesn't look good.
That'd be really easy to make too.
I don't understand why you would ever watch a player and not want to have the information in the bottom right. What team they're on and who their name is. Like, silly to me. About one critique about the new observer stuff is it's like, I get it in like free cam if you don't want to show that information, but
handily by Via
like
right now, and that's
when
gonna
I'm
be a
following a
right
player, I
low
probably
for
want to know
Via.
what
Via absolutely
player I'm
slaying
following.
out, not
You know?
only cashing out, but slaying out too. So they're looking to get this first place and top it off with the kill bonus as well.
They're gonna end with what, 56,000? Via right now.
Some of these teams just
Yep.
keep getting off completely.
There's the 93R.
Yeah.
Samurai this time are going to be the ones who don't have to fight. As Via, Signal taking some damage as all three teams are here. But like you mentioned last time, sometimes you just get fortunate. Only about 10 seconds left. Somebody's going to have to start to steal in a moment. The 93R is popping up, looking for the first.
They're just going in to be a menace.
He's just playing for time. He's just trying to
Yeah, he's just distracting him. He picks up one.
looking for the second. He just has to hold
Man, dude.
Heavy versus light.
That
Oh
93R
my God.
is mean.
Oh my God.
Just crumbling the enemy team. They're going to get this cash out, and now all eyes turn to Samurai.
57,000 on map 1. Crazy.
At this point, everyone is just looking for kills, and if Team Dog have a chance, they maybe can get
I mean, the good news is the way that these points are calculated.
matters. First and second.
It's not about how high you finish. It's
Looks
just
we're
like
locked in
if you're in
exactly. This is
first.
a race for third and fourth,
So,
which, don't get me wrong,
even if people
does
have a really
matter.
good game,
However, the,
kills are more important than how much
you're
cash
not
you have.
taking second, so you just have to have that in mind.
Yeah.
You gotta be looking for
Kai, are
kills
you
for
running the
4 seconds
93R
left.
currently? Because I know you, Ducky, and Jog have been grinding ranked and just hit Ruby. So are you guys rocking the 93R, or are you running XP still?
Really matter too much. There's just not enough time unless there was a gateway.
You guys hit Ruby?
But we do have
Yeah,
Deco trying
where
to
have you
hell?
been?
actually drops in at unideal time and gets locked.
Guy's clocked out of his own Discord server.
Yes, I am. What the hell?
Yeah, Jog and actually all three of them I think hit it.
The M11. Interesting. Everybody hates me when I put that thing on.
Nobody literally hates you. I don't know. I literally,
do. Everybody.
your hatred is self-inflicted. Nobody said
No,
anything.
it's not. No, it's not. Everyone got so mad at me when I had that M11 on.
I don't think so.
Scores are locking in.
I think the 93R is kind of like a good middle ground between the like the XP and the ARN. It's kind of like right in between.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna have to wait and see kind of Pro League how it's gonna shake out.
I'm still really iffy on just like what is. It's kind of that thing where I've ran the 93R and I get beat out by an XP54 because that thing still just beams.
Again, with the scores, if you want to follow along, not every team is going to be on stream. So if you want to know how teams are doing, make sure you type in !bracket and you can follow along these points as our.
All right, let's check out the bracket.
Is going to be
Actually,
on the back
they are playing a bunch of games. All
Yeah, that was an awesome game one. Just looking at the scores here,
Pull it up real
Cafaneo,
quick.
top frag in the lobby, and note he was using that 93R. So I think we had
qualifiers.
It's meta.
2 93Rs and 2
Oh, wow, okay.
XP54s, perhaps. If I'm
Who is
recalling
chicken?
How many
correctly,
teams are
and I think
getting?
the 93Rs?
How many teams are
were
getting through?
Actually
Not
putting
sure.
out more damage. It is meta, especially after the
100 points for
the
first place.
last
Wow.
season nerf of the XP and that recent buff, just adding that extra burst, it definitely helps out.
Ah,
I still
okay.
like the ARN as my number 1 choice for light this season.
I'm really not
It's
sure. It
very
doesn't
niche,
say
and if you're
on
not
here.
playing that specific range and role,
Interesting.
then the 93R is definitely your choice.
Yeah, I think it is 100% going to be something we're seeing a lot this season.
Dude, that's our go right there on screen. See him?
And the ARN.
I know.
We're going to see the matter make
Oh,
an
handsome.
appearance at any point. We've seen that here and there.
He is
Some
so
players
handsome.
have enjoyed it, but
I like the fist with
expect
the
a lot of
headphones on it
93R
too. You
today,
see that in the
especially
background?
I do.
with the
I
map
do.
lineup we
Alright.
have, a lot of close quarters, a lot of
God, Andy.
Nah, it's definitely not
very
nerfed to the
goals that are
ground.
going to keep things close to the chest.
I wouldn't say
Of
that.
course,
I think
those,
it's
very
easily
close
the
sight
second
lines.
best
So we've
light
been
weapon in
expecting
the
that a
game,
lot, but
if
we do
not
have 3 more matches of
close to
cash
being
out
first.
left to go.
Yeah.
And do you think we're going to see that kind of dominance? Because
I still don't think the
by the end of
ARN
that
is
matchup,
good
like you
enough.
mentioned, it was just kills.
So I think it's the
Like
93R or
third
the
and fourth place. First and second were completely
the
locked in.
XP54. I think the M11 is about as
Are
good
you
as the
expecting
ARN.
that level of dominance?
Like
Is
Season
there
8,
any
they
kind
should
of
move the ARN over to
skill
medium.
disparity
That's my take.
within
Take it off the
No.
light.
qualifier teams on
No.
NA? Is that
There's
big,
no
or is this
battle
maybe
like
a-
rifle like that
a one-off?
on me. You
I'm
have shotguns,
hoping
and
it
then
was
you
a
have
one-off.
ARs
I
that
do
don't
think,
do.
and with respect to all these teams who are still the top
I don't want
teams
medium
in
to have
NA,
that.
I do think we have
Boo.
quite a big skill gap.
They're not even the
within
healing class
this
anymore, bro. It's
bracket or
cooked.
within these
They're literally
qualifiers
down
that may
horrendous
just
right
come
now.
to fruition. It may make it
I know,
something
and they
damaging.
nerfed everybody's.
However, I think in this next group we do have a lot of evenly
blowout
matched
time?
teams,
Called
and I'm
the,
really excited.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can't
you
even
did
team
wanna
Matt
say it.
Serb
You did
anymore.
wanna say it,
To
did
see
you?
Samurai again. So a second look
They,
at Samurai.
Can't even
should be
D
really
Matt
cool to
Serb
see
anymore.
if what we
Takes
were
too long.
saying is true. If it was just a
Which is
fluke,
great
or
for
if
me.
they are the master strategists
Yeah.
and they
Cope about it.
got cash out figured out.
No, I'm
They
happy.
Really were the only team running something a little bit different. Like we mentioned, they were running double heavy. They had a goo gun, and they had mesh shield. And you imagine we've seen a lot of heavies run winch. You know, a lot of heavies running winch. You love the light. The light brings a lot of healing to the rest of the team. There's a lot of reasons to bring in the light, but they really.
Ours is a
I'm
little
just thinking
too much
about
recoil
the-
to be
the
insanely
cool-
good.
Especially
Agreed.
the double heavy. And
It,
I wonder,
yeah.
I don't know if
I mean,
sometimes,
it's
like,
also the fact that it doesn't have
because
enough
of
damage, in my
there was a
opinion,
tech
at
that he just
close to
published a
medium
video
range,
about where
along
you
with
can
the
use goo,
for it to
and
be
if you set it
viable.
up properly, you don't need C4 at all. You can actually destroy multiple.
Even with XP54 nerfs, it's
set
still
up the right way.
at close to
And
medium range.
I'm
So it's like,
wondering if we're going to see them try to.
which is
set
kinda no
that
reason
up
to run
now.
it.
I didn't see it before, but I wonder if that may be what we'll get this time. So we're going to be able to look at our teams here. We have Desync, Samurai.
oh wow, are they
and
just playing one map
Luxury.
each?
All right, Desync, Samurai, and Luxury. Let's take a look. Kind of
They jump into
And
different.
sweat-free gamers.
Yeah, run through it. And sweat-free gamers. We cannot forget the sweat-free gamers, of course.
Okay, so Via
Resident-
is now in
Resident
first.
Funny Man Young over here on the sweat-free gamers with Hoosh and Bashi, a team that
200
I'm
MS
biased, but I will be
are playing in
I will be
qualifiers
excited to
currently.
watch.
They,
It's gonna be fun. We got Byron, S2 Gaming, and Zol on.
They were in it last
Luxury.
season.
Samurai we just saw, and
Hmm.
Desync again. Another personal favorite is going to be Onyx Graves, Zenworldo, and Sunsoyo.
What team is
Apes themselves are here.
what team is Young on?
Got to meet the man the other day. It was a fantastic time, so I'm excited. to watch
I genuinely
can't
don't
wait
know.
to
He's on Sweat
see
Free Gamers,
that
aren't they
team
playing
in
the
action
series?
as well.
Yeah.
The Onyx Sunsoyo duo
he's on
has
SF.
been something that's growing for quite a while, and
Oh.
that chemistry is evolving.
Blow
as well.
that.
Just a couple of great gamers. Sunsoyo, the IG.
Can you
No, I
make
don't
your
think so.
character
great
left-handed
calls.
now? I don't think
I love the calls that Sunsoyo makes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a prediction right now. I think we're
That'd
gonna
be
see
diabolical.
2 teams running
One
double
out of
heavy
Counter-Strike.
medium in this lobby because I'm pretty sure Desync are gonna run a double heavy.
The
Onyx,
new event though, the
heavy
CL40 is in like the center of your screen, which
absolutely
is pretty
slates
nice.
the Eagles. Would not be
what
surprised
I've
to see them
seen.
running that. And
I still haven't played it. I'm trying to play after this tonight.
So
Blast off.
I'm making a prediction right now that we are gonna have 2 heavy medium lineups.
Let's
Where their
see.
gun was
I
in their
do know
left hand,
that
Finney?
Zen likes to run his light in a lot of the ranked action. I see him getting.
Yeah, it
in
could've been
with
a bug.
EK.
Might have
He's
been.
on light with that squad, so we'll see. We'll see what kind of strategies we have.
All right, we're
built out
pulling
here.
for.
It is an
I'm pulling for
HML.
Sweat Free Gamers.
It
Young's
is
my
an
boy.
HML. We got the glimpse of it. And did I see?
One to
no,
notice
no, we
me.
didn't see the gun yet, but as you pointed out, that
Number one
Matter
Young
is
fan.
actually a really good option for light
Crazy
as
work.
well. A little bit weaker than the double barrel, but it gives you a lot more reliability. Just to get 4 extra bullets, and it hits almost as hard. Quite frankly, you can still essentially kill people just 1 extra bullet in certain scenarios. So Zen is actually running that right now as well. Love to see it. We are gonna have our first.
Is my
engagement
AFK?
between
What's going on
Samurai
here?
and Desync
No clue.
over at Valkyria.
Weird.
Someone's a little bit late.
And we've
Hard
seen
to
so much
like,
Deagle usage.
do again.
I mean, that's what Finney was running when we played ranked with him last, and honestly, it's just it seems really strong right now.
Eagles are so good, dude.
Yeah, look at this. Look at
They're so
that.
nice. They're so nice.
Oh my god.
And you get a million animations. They've given the Deagles like 20 animation kits.
It does have the most drip.
It does, and you got that.
And the
That takes
drip buff
precedent
is
over
important.
everything. Yeah, that's the most important thing there.
Double heavy because of
Famas is nutty too.
down. A full
I think the Pike just runs over everything currently.
unable to get that better
It depends. Depends on how many fights you're taking. Because if you're close range, the Pike is not fun. It's not fun.
No, definitely not.
Can't tell me it is.
Hipfire is pretty abysmal.
Samurai team as
I mean, the Famas hasn't got great hit fire either.
No, the FAMAS does have good hipfire. That's why it's so good.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like anytime I watch someone use it,
you can play that.
looks like
You
they're
can use
struggling.
that thing like a battle rifle in Halo, bro. You literally jiggle AD.
That's crazy
You
work.
spam AD and you just hit fire from the hip and hit
Battle
people
rifle
dead.
Halo is crazy
Dude, it
work,
is.
bro.
I swear. I swear.
how you approach these points. Which that out there?
Dude, it's, yeah, I mean, seriously, that's actually why people liked it so much. I mean, and then the range nerf happened, and it kind of fell off a little bit more. But when it had the range it did, so you could ADS and beam people from across the map almost. And then if they get up close, you just spam AD and hip fire it. Kill a light with 2 bursts to the head. It's crazy work.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's why they're gonna witch that down to the low ground so they can get the high, which they do.
Yeah,
now.
see, Aqua says Famas hip fire is the best aim out of the ARs. Exactly.
Is, do they know?
Damn, color me surprised.
They must know now.
CNS
before we do
skin
have
for
more
its
shots
fire,
in
though.
the
I don't
range. So we have
know which one this
Sweaty
is.
trying to
This isn't the sponsor
Might be
skin
from-
this season, is it? I don't think so.
Luxury has
No, it might be from
very
season
spot
2
where
or
you can see
whatever.
a
I don't know when the
missed
FAMAS came out.
winch,
Maybe.
Unfortunately. Normally, if you see that box get pulled into the center of the room, actually, but Lara's gonna find a kill.
Ooh.
S2 is gonna
Oh
find a
my
kill. S2 is
gosh,
gonna
he got
find another
melted.
one.
Oh.
Yeah, lied. The Arn is crazy.
Yeah, that's just you're just getting farmed right there. Lara with the RPG.
That's one of my
kill as
defibs
well.
right there.
That is a fast wipe for the sweat-free gamers.
Resin, you're right there while getting ran down by light.
Inside. This is a relatively newer spot, at least that I'm seeing here on Sys Horizon, where they get it out in the open, and it's a fantastic spot. But we do have Zen World up throwing a glitch grenade.
There's the
picking up
M26
just
though.
Picking up the assist. Some heavy shots going in on Ronin as well. Sunsoyo has found 2, and Onyx finds the 3rd. So a
White
nice
might be the
convincing
most,
fight there. This box has
like,
absolutely been manipulated
all over the
as
place
well.
class right now.
Talk about a toxic relationship, but that box is in the middle of the
It
street.
quite literally can do everything right now
They
except
don't even
tank.
have to reposition here. They're just gonna.
But yeah, you
I
can
can't
run
wait for
grenades
next
on it.
season. I can't wait for next season when they have the mesh shield light.
Oh god, personal bubble. What are your thoughts
Zarya bubble.
Oh my god, I might retire
Sorry,
if that's the
bubble.
case, bro.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, by the way, on if every class got a glitch nade but they only got one?
Oh, and light still gets 2.
No.
Oh, I feel like it's a little weird. You have the light one. I don't know. To me, like,
My reasoning behind it is the fact that there's nothing really that effectively glitches things besides glitch nade. Like, I feel like glitch mine is too much work to get the value out of it, and that sounds really silly to say, but in like a high level play, like you got to place it and then basically demat it into a space to get any value.
so here's my issue: is I actually don't like that every class has every nade,
Yeah, it's a game.
and I
all
wish
about
there was
timing,
different
especially
versions
in
of
this
each
cash
thing
out
that just
mode
fit that
where
same
it's not
purpose.
ranked, so you can just press tab and see
Yeah,
exactly
because like heavy
don't
has
like
like
that.
the incendiary mine, and then
doesn't require nearly
medium
as
has the
much
glitch
capital
mine,
as it
and
does.
it's like
S2
I'm sorry, but the mines are just not as good as nades. I think it's pretty
Wow, he's gonna dash
pretty
out.
obvious that we can say that these days.
Kind of a direct
I mean,
counter
the
to
mines for
the
heavy are
like
good,
that
but yes, like a
can
glitch
cope
mine
of
is
dealing with
okay.
it,
Like
because
it's
the
not
glitch
the
essentially
best.
is Heavy's version.
It's also banned in
I
Pro
think
League.
there should be.
However,
I think they
it's
should just add
involved a bit more than that stun gun normally
something
would. But S2
different to
finding his
medium or
off
heavy
angles,
that
as I
does
was
that
talking
same
about, this is
purpose,
the
but
way
in
you
a
have
different
to
way.
play as
I want
a
an
player
EMP
when you are
rocket
at
still,
AR, and
like we
you're
talked about in the
essentially a
season
pseudo
7
medium,
predictions video.
and he's doing it
I mean,
That's what I
extremely well
want.
right
I
now.
want some
Just
rocket that you
rat
shoot
around,
in
go
and
for
it
these
pulses
reses,
on
teammates
whatever
saving
surface.
coins.
Those are, like,
So they
three
get
times
rid of the
glitches.
flash on that new medium gadget, and you make it a glitch nade.
I'd be down. It'd be a much better
So you make
change.
it like a really good glitch nade.
Yeah. I mean, because like, look,
Good one.
Bro's just like, all right, there's my value. I've done it for my team. I can leave now. Turned off
It doesn't
ball.
last that long, to be fair.
Yeah, but it turned off ball. Makes the cooldown restart. You can turn off the goo gun that's going off right now. Like, it just so good. Ball's gone. See ya.
Looks like D-Sig has entered the premises. Duke is going to get taken out here by Sunsoyo. Unfortunately,
And the fact you get two of them is crazy.
Gets
You can take
traded.
down the bubble and then
Zen
take down
gonna
shield if you
find
want.
the Last though, that is a huge trade. That is what it's all about.
I mean, it's a good
Winning
thing.
your ones, if you can't, you get those
Yeah, I
trades.
know.
You should have two. Yeah, if it was only one, that would suck.
As well, but across the map, Sweat-Free Gamers doing their part to hold on for
That gateway is crazy.
life. Hoosh finds 2. It looks like he's still got
Oh,
one more.
I had an idea for you,
Make it
Uh-huh.
2.
but it might become a little too much to be doing on the weekends at this point.
Right in front, he
What are your
just-
thoughts on doing
is going to fall
like
as well.
Friday night
Still no
finals?
life
You know, like how
steal, though.
Friday night Battlefield
Doing
exists.
an excellent job just
Mhm.
getting the
What if we
rest
did like
of
Friday night
finally,
finals,
they
and that's where
will
we play
fall.
test all these
That is a
wacky
wipe.
like tournament
And
ideas?
with not that much time left, that is an untimed
I'm
wipe.
down,
Sweat-Free
but
still have to
I mean,
hold
we could
this,
do that
but
where it's
let's
not
see
every
if
week.
D-Sig makes their way across
Well,
the
just
map.
do them with no like prize. It's just private matches for fun. And then
I mean, we would only need one person to run that too.
well, yeah. Never mind. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because like I want to do low key the next tournament. I think Kret's idea with the whole like 6v6 cash out thing, I think is really a cool idea, and I really want to see how it works. But I am not sure. I don't know with the values of the cash outs, for example, how it works out.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a concern I have, because like actually the first 2 cash outs might not matter. You know what I mean?
Why
Because
do you say
you're only doing one at a time, so each one's worth 8. But if you capture the second one, that one's worth. Or okay, I guess if you get the first 2, you're at 16, and then if the team captures the third one, the other team, then they're at 12.
I'm down to always double. Like they just have to double it every time.
I think you just do cash out 1 to, or vault 1 to cash out A, vault 2 to cash out B. You can do it that way. I think it's just way easier to keep track of.
I just say you all have to double it on the even numbers or something.
It's so hard to keep up with. Maybe this is exactly why I was saying that we should do the Friday night finals thing and like be able to test this, because
I
it
think
might not be worth even doing.
You have to double them. You have to double them, and it's always you do always on A or always on B.
However, if this was in a ranked scenario, you probably would see a double here if you were team desync. However, they're probably
Kai says no 6v6 cash out. Come on, it'd be a good time. It might be the best or the worst time.
It might be
I
really
don't know
funny.
the answer.
It might be really funny.
I think it'd be a good time.
Imagine if there was 6 lights, guy.
However, as you were saying, that thing absolutely does.
With team damage, I mean, that's really, I mean, not necessarily actual team damage, but the fact that you could kill like team that's supposed to be helping you.
That's what I think makes it worth doing.
Yeah.
That's the only factor that like really makes me interested.
Just left up to Ronan with that minigun in hand, I believe.
Imagine 6 Imagine 5 mediums on your team and they only defib you. Think about that.
Go gadget.
What if they always peeled to defib you?
6 lights.
You have 3 of them run DMAT, 3 of them run heal beam, and they just only, or sorry, 2 of them run DMAT, 3 of them run heal beam, and they only just rotate around you. That's the dream right there. That's like a little sweet dream when I'm going to sleep. I dream about that.
Did you see the Twitch drops, by the way?
They did the math and realized, like, unless they
said I feel like that one white girl on the couch.
That's crazy.
However, they can take over second place.
That's crazy.
It seems like I don't really know exactly what they did.
What are you saying, Sam?
Did you see the Twitch drops for like right now? So the first one is a sticker, I believe, and it's Control Oscar, and it says, hold on. It says Imposcar. Hang on, I'll show you after this match. It's really silly looking. And I love that they've made Oscar into an actual item in the game. It's not a skin yet, but we're getting there.
He's earned it.
Oh, come on. Oh. I thought Sweat Free had that steal, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Dude, bro's shooting the minigun and spinning in circles like a ballerina. Did anybody see that? That's crazy. Also, did you see the new, this is the new outro animation when your team wins. Did you notice it was different?
And he still maintained that stick somehow. That was incredible. Eventually taken out. But that stick was insane. So close. Very impressive work, though, by them. And yeah, we can see.
You're in shambles. You're in shambles. You're in shambles.
Oh my god.
You just.
Can you see it? Oscar.
I do see it.
Down into 4th place, just
You log into the game.
to really kind of put things together. They were kind of struggling a little bit, and not for any fault of
I just have
their
to.
own. I think they just could not. Their fights were not fast enough. They got third partied so often. And it's because they dragged their fights out. They weren't able to clean people up fast enough. And when the third parties came,
all right, where are we at points wise?
10 kills on Lara, but
Esync now takes the lead. What happened to Via's logo?
You do get a point for every kill, so they do have a solid 22.
Bro, Via's getting hacked by CNS mid event. Is that happening?
Crazy.
That would be crazy lore out of PHL if they did that.
I'm saying.
Imagine like glitching out their logo and then it just becomes CNS later.
Right, it is just
right.
Not really the meta if you are a medium main. Unfortunately, if you took a look at the scoreboard there, every medium had the least amount of kills in the lobby. I don't really think that's too much of a coincidence. I think
they just said mediums are in shambles, bro.
Main role,
I'm so cooked.
Have that heal beam is to just stick
retiring
heavy.
for the season. I'll see you all next season.
Are the support player.
Later.
It's not the most glorious, but it is one of, if not the most important. You got to smack those fast defibs on, and you just got to be there for your team at all times. Provide the movement. You do it all as a medium, and it's sometimes is the role that gets swept under the rug, but it is definitely the role I like to play and a very important role.
It is really the kind of the glue of the team, right? You get the team from point A to point B, especially now that a lot of lights tend to drop the gateway sometimes. There's just so many other items that you might want to bring, especially in the heals coming out from the lights, lots of things like that. If we get the chance to see Samurai later, which I'm not sure if we will, I'm curious if they continue to run that heal ball.
I thought you said if we get the chance to see Sam later. I got spooked for a second. Then I realized you said Samurai. I said, oh, never mind.
That was a point I was going to make
That's
as
so
well.
funny.
And we are actually going to get to see them again on this next map.
I was getting
So
hyped up.
They are in the spotlight for us. The next map, it is actually going to be Cardboard Rex, Chicken, Samurai, and Support Light. Those are going to be the teams going into our Vegas next map. But yeah, this is cool watching the story and the tales of Samurai. I'm not exactly sure where we're at on the leaderboards just yet, where they stand in qualifying. I have refreshed it. It looks like they're in second place as things stand right now. So Samurai,
dude, I know they're diabolical.
They're crazy, aren't they?
Not to disrespect them, but I
Diabolical,
dude.
As
more of a content creator team. Going
People in
into
the chat as well are saying the same thing. Look at this. Oh yeah, I gifted 5 subs, by the way. Go crazy.
Ronan puts in the work. And
Nah, everybody's asking for us to bless them all.
Earlier today, actually, was really impressing me with this play. So not overly surprised to see them doing well. The big question is when we get to this close 3v3s, can they make things happen? You know, that's the big question. I want to give a shout out to everybody watching because we do have 120 watching, as well as the final central.
That's us. That's us. That's us. That's us. We're bitching. Bitching. Oh my God, clip it. We're on the big screen. Oh my God, Mom, get the camera.
Thank you. I know the final central guys are also running a new player friendly watch stream over on their YouTube side of things. They might be doing Twitch. So shout out to those guys.
That's us. That's us. That's our boy. That's us. Oh my God.
I also had a feeling 93R would make its way into the meta. It's cool though, because for the first time in a while, it doesn't feel like there's just one option for the there's legitimate options that fit multiple different.
My favorite thing is
styles,
messaging people and seeing if they giggle on stream.
They've all shined. They've all shown today, and it's cool to see.
They shine.
It's really nice. They're shining. They are out here shining for sure. And so is the double heavy team comp, which is not something
I haven't seen in a long time.
I don't really think anybody has expected to see. It's been like season 1 or season 2.
Mentioned.
The last time that was
That's
really
it.
the
Mom, get the camera. Mom.
That's actually my favorite comp to run, to be completely honest.
You crazy. I mean, all right. I mean, like,
damn. I mean, we would, if you guys ran it, we'd support you. You're welcome to go on behalf of the final central.
It's something different, and I think that's what's.
I give you the blessing. I'm sure Cody would.
Instead of like double mesh.
Oh yeah.
We're too cooked. I mean, there ain't no way we're going to do it.
Variations, and I think that makes it really special.
Speaking of which, though, we are playing in a tournament tomorrow. I guess we should talk about that.
Teams try different things, especially.
But it's not nearly as cool as this. Well, actually, it is really cool. But it's we're playing in Waltz's community tournament for what is it called? Blast Off. That's the name of the mode. He's hosting a tournament for NA teams and for EU teams. And like used in the beginning in the morning, but we're playing in the NA matches, and I have no idea who the other teams are. But yeah, we'll be streaming it tomorrow. It'll be me, Finney, and Cody, and you're gonna watch some garbage tier CL40 gameplay out of me. So I also haven't played the event at all. Gonna be fire.
As we look towards our third map, this is where the top placements are going to start coalescing. And you said you kind of looked at the scores. Were there any teams that were surprising you that are there on the top merge? Because we have a lot of storied names. Again, if you're curious about who are the teams that are currently here, you can ! teams. You can check out our website and see just who is actually playing. You'll also have all the players there if you're curious, so you can follow along and see.
Dude, I got so sunburnt.
Big names, of course. A lot
so
of
sunburnt.
You may know are still in the season
like,
1. They don't have to.
I'm in shambles, and this happens every time I go home, right? So I've been. For those of you in chat, I went home, right? Because the 4th of July was yesterday. Today's July 5th. And I went home to my hometown, North Carolina, which is on the beach.
crazy.
And every
jump
single
out
time I
there
go,
to see 200
my
MS
mom
kind
will
of
give me
moving.
sunscreen. She's like,
Here,
here, I have
the
sunscreen.
bottom
I'm
of
like,
the pack
great.
might
I'm
be a
like, because
little
we're
bit
sitting
of a
out on the beach
shock
and stuff.
that is a team that was in
That shit
the
is
Pro League
always
last
expired
season, so
or
definitely
something. There's
something,
always something wrong with it. No matter
I
which one
wasn't
she gives me, there's
expecting.
something wrong.
Unfortunate to see team
Because
difference
I put it
not doing
on
as well
and
as I
like
would've liked to
I
see
could
them as
tell,
well. I
like
was
you know how
even
like you
rooting
put
for
on
those
sunscreen,
guys.
like especially the
I
spray one,
remember
you're kind of like
watching them in your
sticky.
customs,
Like
actually,
you can
multiple
tell that it's on, and you can like
guys, and
make sure it's
they were
covered
in
everywhere.
the
Right. So
top
I
teams
had
trying to
that.
get
Like
into
I
the
made
league.
sure because
So
I'm
for
ginger, so I'm
very
burning
cool
out
story to
there
see
if I don't
those
have
guys
sunscreen
do
on.
well. Hey, it's not
And Cody will
over.
tell you, we were in
It's
Vegas at the
never
pool. I
really
didn't even
over.
get
We still have
burned, and I put on
multiple
sunscreen
games
there.
left here,
Right.
and anything can happen.
Right.
Nothing.
Okay.
nothing
So, anyways,
crazy
I was
at the
out
top,
there
I think.
yesterday. We floated in the water for like 2 hours, which is about how long we were in the pool at Vegas. And dude, I am so unbelievably burned, like ridiculous. Like, my face is fine because it was a different sunscreen, but like my arms and my stomach are cooked, like, absolutely, like to the point where I can feel my shirt touching my stomach. That's how bad it is.
It's crazy.
It is. It would be. It's horrible. I would show everybody, but I think I'd get banned if I did. So sorry. You gotta know me on. I mean, I was gonna say you gotta know me on a first name basis, but that's that's kind of how we go. Yeah, that's kind of how we run things here. Is Brick gonna play? I think they're just automatically qualified.
Yeah, I think
I think almost every pro team, at least that made it through championships. It's either the teams that made it through playoffs or made it through championship series are qualified automatically. I don't think so.
My favorite players in the entire scene, Kale Whale, the Dagger Goat. I'm hoping that she is actually running Dagger with the nerfs.
Wait, somebody's running Dagger? I love that.
That's insane.
I love that. Somebody call Evelyn right now.
This is what we wanted to see. Give the people
Yeah, get Evelyn on the line.
This is content. This is content, Waltz.
Oh my god, the double red barrel to bring down the ball
you ever
too.
wanted to see a Dagger master.
Wait, they're not even running cloak.
Go.
Can we talk about that?
Dash
There's no
Dagger.
cloak
No.
on Dagger.
Dash Dagger, dude.
Yeah, but they don't even have.
No,
they
Dash
don't even have a
Dagger.
cloak nade.
Smoked by
No, you don't
Kale
need it.
and
Dash Dagger,
TM
bro.
in
They're running
forward.
H plus on Dagger. They're running
Nah,
support
dude, light
Dagger,
work, bro.
Coming to Chelsea.
bro.
Light
Like,
work,
Kale,
dude.
go mind your business.
Dude, they're
You
running
need to go
support
be in
Dagger.
that
I
team.
love that.
You know what I'm saying? But I do want to see it here in the Pro League. Right now, just doing a lot of scouting.
I've seen some crazy loadouts. There's two heavies running Goo Grenade or Goo Nade, Goo Gun. Sorry, in
See
this
the team
match.
with two lights?
Samurai and Chicken. it looks
Yes,
like.
one of them's running
Let's see
Dagger.
what's going on over here.
Yeah, I'm
93
just
AR.
saying, two is
93
crazy.
are in hand for it.
What's the other one running?
Mr. Nuke got that pike in hand as well. So we
Double-
see a
double
nice
dagger.
low ground engagement
That would be
with two
crazy.
shots, making Lethal Pie just one
That
shot.
might be
He's
hectic enough for it to be worth it.
gotta get
Yeah,
out of
shake and
there.
bake.
Now we have the height
For real.
in the advantage.
Yo, those pike shots were hitting on my screen. I'm just saying.
He's actually getting
Nice.
taken out by his
Yeah,
team.
I'm surprised that heavy got caught that kill. That
I'm
was
saying
crazy.
that those pike shots were hitting on my screen. Oh my god. Oh my
Back-to-back
god.
three headies. That was
No
crazy.
way. Dude, if he gets the 3K, oh my god, he almost got it with the satchel too. Or this before there.
This is the double heavy team.
Oh. Yeah, it's a run-ins team.
Diabolical,
You
dude.
need to call that guy at some point.
You know, maybe it's a distant
That's the
reference,
EK
but
build.
I've seen
We owe him a podcast episode from like months ago. What is happening? Their replay like
the Deagles.
loaded.
That's
Okay.
the Kazo Classic right there. I'm love to see it.
Yeah.
He was so close to clutching that out. Unfortunately, Samurai with another third party, man. They just keep bringing it back. It's insane. Is finally.
I didn't know we had a
getting to
replay.
check out A.
Yeah, they have a replay system, but it looked like it bugged out the time.
How do you? How'd they do that?
They got more hands than we do.
Yeah, they do.
Live editing. I don't know.
Gosh.
Gosh. I want to one day do a virtual studio tour Pro Hubs and know how they do things, but I also don't want to like leak everything that they do.
A tier list for defending a cash
Because I mean, their
So you
quality
get
is definitely what
more
sets them
hands,
apart. So
yeah.
like leaking everything they're doing is like awful. So
You are gonna get that stop, but
yeah,
you almost get a
the face
guaranteed
changer
stop
gets it
without
significally more hands.
every
Yeah,
single time. So that
Yeah.
is something to
they got
Yeah, I wish
Octopi
there was
running
like
that
7
shit.
of me.
weary and pushing
Dude,
it.
if there was 7 of me, you know how good the graphics would be on the channel.
At B,
Oh,
we do
God.
have a small engagement going on between Cardboard and it looks like Samurai as well. Samurai actually just kiting and repositioning. I don't think Cardboard sniffed this one out. However, they are going to
Oh.
reveal themselves in just a moment here as they come bursting in through the ceiling. A witch flies in.
Dude, bee-hopping with a minigun into your face is scary work.
Dude, the fact he got out with that defib's crazy.
Oh.
Ronan's going to find one.
This bounce pad is Ronan's nightmare.
He's got some weak enemies here, but
Oh my
Ronan is
god.
gonna clutch up
Jump
at the
pad was
last
his
second.
nightmare.
That could have almost gotten really scary there, but really nice defense out of Samurai.
The minigun Deagle combo is just blowing people apart. It seems incredibly hard to play against.
Yeah, it's kind of oppressing. It's just an oppressing defensive
I'm
strategy.
saying, dude, that was crazy, guy. Like, bro was doing tricks
fast.
on it. I ain't gonna lie.
Win somebody in, and he's just gonna.
Gotta be on controller, right?
Who's
this?
I don't know, but
Heals,
those
heals
arm
part.
animations are so pretty.
Yeah, they are.
Fire glitch grenade
Yeah,
there.
it looks like they're on controller. Or no, maybe not. No, they don't.
Yeah, you teach them how to do it. Learn from the best, huh?
Taking lessons. Hey, did you see Kai's? By the way, he reviewed your gameplay from the pod and said you were a 10 out of 10.
I did see that. I was too shy to message back. Yeah, I was nervous.
Guy talks like he has so much mental and then gambles all the time.
Yep. Call me the calm before the storm.
I showed my dad yesterday with the "When There's Rain, There's Thunder" meme. He enjoyed that. He liked that a lot. Yeah, he found it really funny.
Nice guy. I appreciate it.
What was that? That was early season 6 gameplay, right?
Who knows?
I was gonna say, you want to show him late game?
No.
Hey,
It's the worst we've ever been.
on another note, has anybody heard from Rock Squibbler in a long time?
No.
I thought about that today when I was driving home. And I was like, you know, that video never came out. And I'm not going to say I'm upset because we got rolled for 40 minutes straight in that video. But I am kind of curious what's going on. I'm a mess.
We had this guy in our Discord who was also doing some YouTube content, and he had some like cool video ideas. He invited us to do a creators versus pros.
Yeah, it was quick cash. And it was 2 creator teams against a pro team.
We got kind of like set up to fail though, because it was on the pros ping, and the other team, the third team, confirmed was griefing us the entire time.
Yeah. Who was that? It was Hyperborean, and who was the other one?
There's some. He ended up
Utopian?
grabbing people from our Discord to like to be on the other team, and they literally said they were griefing us.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
I had haters, and I didn't even know I had haters.
We did have haters, dude.
That's how you know you make it, though.
Haters.
I mean, like, we had haters, and we didn't even know we had haters.
Honestly, I think I know what happened. Is he saw our footage and he was like, he probably didn't like the words that were said. I'm gonna be honest, because I was irate. I was crashing out in there.
We did crash out.
Thanks,
I
Kai.
did. I uploaded the clip.
See what guy said?
Yeah.
He said, "I'll find him."
I did upload the footage to him, and the title of the video is "The Final Central Crashing Out for 40 Minutes Straight." That's the name of the video.
That's so
That's
funny,
still what it's
'cause
named
that's
on
what
my
it
computer.
was.
In fact,
Yeah, that's because that's what it was.
yeah, I was like,
I was irate.
I was hollering. We had a straight up domestic dispute after that for a good like.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I was him and I had to edit that, you can't salvage it.
Ah, come on, we were good content. Us just
Dude,
straight
the
tilt the whole
vibes-
time.
Yeah,
We
the
were
vibes are diabolical. man.
straight tilt the whole time was. I mean, somebody had to be it. I mean, if you're not cashing out, you're crashing out, and we were not cashing out. In fact, we didn't cash out once. In 2 games of quick cash, 3 games. How many games did we play? Like 2.
I felt so validated when I was like, dude, I feel like I'm getting griefed, and then they confirmed it, and I was like,
All right.
I was like, it feels good, but it still feels bad.
Glad to know I don't just suck.
Yeah.
They're gonna go for the jump pad onto
Dude,
the
the
roof.
in-air deagle shots is crazy.
Of the Kazo build.
Oh my gosh.
Build does go down
God, I've been
to the roof.
itching
That
to
is a
play.
big drop.
Yeah, I will say everybody's on the
punch down this player.
He's on the
It's like
Akaza wave,
glitch
man.
heavy, who was just trying to get
Ah,
out
I'm
there
saying.
with his life. He's
That's
zipping
the only.
away,
Oh my
doing
god.
his best to kite.
I don't really know if that was
Ultimately does
faster
have to
per se, but it
do
looked a
for
lot
possession of
cooler.
this box,
It looks
so,
cool, yeah.
you know,
You
we're
gotta
seeing
give him
some
that.
He had
player
aura
retake
doing
here
that, so
for-
you know.
for the first time in a while,
If
we've
there's
seen
anything
people
that I know,
defend
it's that
and
you
dodge
win finals
extremely
games when you have
well.
aura.
But when you have those two immobile heavies,
Wait, their team name is literally
like
Support
you
Light. I
mentioned,
just
those
read
two
this.
immobile heavies does make offense just a
Yes, I
bit
was sitting
more
here the
difficult
whole
for a
time
team
talking
like
about
what
Kale
Kale's
being a
doing
support
then.
light, not
Just
realizing that
playing.
was the
All
team
she's
name.
gotta do is be a nuisance here, drop.
Oh my
Stealing.
god,
They
I'm
need to
so
interrupt us. They need
cooked.
to interrupt us.
I'm
Uh-oh.
cooked. Oh,
Oh, good interrupt. Oh, no
that
way.
looked like a
Backstab.
backstab to me. Yeah, it looked
I'm
like it was gonna be a
saying.
backstab.
When the dash comes in,
Oh.
keep going, but the mine's gonna take her out.
Damn, you hate to see that.
I hate to be that.
Oh god, it happens so often.
Dude. I know. You know how fun it is to dash.
Ronan and Neuter, bullet. Uh-oh. Cardboard gonna come in and get the steal. Wait, they have the other cash out too, right? Yeah, they just cashed that. Oh, damn.
Samurai is not in a great spot here because every team has a
No.
ton.
Well, Cardboard just essentially doubled. They managed to steal.
Oh, I didn't realize there was
that
only
cash.
15 seconds left. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, and they manually blew up the gas. That's it. They just act like they didn't accidentally double, but that's basically what they did.
You needed a double that didn't happen.
No, that's crazy.
And you still managed to just traverse across the map and get both. You have to be kidding me.
Yeah, it was
Cardboard
it was
Knights
honestly an
played that
incredible
out
mine.
Absolutely
Oh
nowhere.
my
Last to
God.
first, winning both boxes. Perfect timing. Incredible stuff out of Cardboard.
I'm so happy that ProHubs is back. That's not even me glazing. Like I just straight up like I've missed the finals for a minute. This is-
I'm so happy you're back.
I'm so happy I'm back. I drove 6 hours today, and I'm glad I'm doing this for my own apartment, not my parents' house.
Getting kills besides Duke.
'Cause that's where we were.
Look, I just want everyone to know if they can go check Cody chat. There's a banger in there.
There. I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, make it to Stockholm, dude. We'll see you there. Me and Sam are confirmed going.
Yeah, we're going. We're going to Stockholm for sure.
Regardless of what happens, we are going.
Deaths also telling a story there. 1 kill, 1 death on Ronan, 2 deaths
Oh.
on Duke, 4 deaths on.
But we might have swag.
That, you know,
With
What,
us.
whether the weather,
1 team wipe, right?
whether
Samurai
the mental,
reasonably
we are
only got
there.
team wiped once.
I don't feel like I could watch
Regardless of
this
what
on
happens,
stream.
we're
Am I
going.
allowed to watch this
There
on
were
stream?
not that many wipes. There really
What?
weren't
That
that
stream?
many
Or
If I
my-
pull up the
my
Discord
video?
audio, is it gonna like get me banned?
Vaults 3
No,
and
no, no.
4.
Alright, I bet.
Um,
I can't show it on stream right now because that's gonna take too much
Bro,
time. But I'm gonna
it's
listen to
so
it.
funny though.
peppering
It's
of
so
shots, there were
funny.
demats, there were explosives being thrown.
It's
And
so
then teams
funny.
ultimately just decided to go their separate ways at the very end of it. So that was a good
It's
few
so
minutes.
funny.
Without
There's
like
really no
leaking
filter
and getting
anything
yourself in
occurring
trouble,
there. So,
how much reels do you
interesting-
allegedly
interesting
watch
round.
when you work from
We
home?
do have one more round of cash out, I think,
You
ahead
want
of us.
the
What's
the
your
bit
screen-
answer or the real answer?
What's your
Those
screen
teams
time on the
are going
days you
to
work
be
from home versus the
200
days
MS.
where you work at
You want
office?
the- you want the bid answer or the real answer?
The real answer.
The real answer?
Real
That's
answer.
not good content.
At Team Dog before
Huh?
we get into
That-
our
you want- it's
top
not good
8
content.
little mini
Oh, do you
playoff
not watch it?
that we got going.
Very exciting. One thing I'm hoping we see. I know that
I
Brand
would
has been
never,
running the
no.
93R for a very long
Crazy.
time. He was running it a
No, that's
lot
not true.
in season.
That's great.
Even season 5.
Let me
As
check.
well, was something that
10 days.
How is the
nobody
game
else was running
ranked?
at the time, and now
Oh,
that
what's up,
93R
Fate?
is
Oh,
coming
I
out,
didn't.
I'd love to see Brand running that. I saw him running, switching.
Wait, I
away
didn't
from
realize
quite a bit in the
there
last
was
tournament,
a separate chat in this thing the entire
but
time.
I know quite a specialization
That's funny.
on
Um,
that man there.
Oh wait, these are
So
rolling.
looking
Never
forward
mind.
to seeing
This
what
this
they
week it
pull
doesn't
off
count
this lobby,
because
they do need to pull this together. We saw
it was a little
Luxury before,
diabolical
and we
this week.
Just saw Team Chicken.
um,
The algo hit too hard or what?
Look at our stats. Dog has
Dude.
been pretty far behind so far, so they're gonna have to figure things out, as well as Luxury also not really able to put it.
I don't know. How do you check?
This is probably going to come down to
Oh, you gotta go
that
to screen
battle
time.
between 200 MS.
The problem is Instagram is not going to tell you if you're watching reels or not. That's the problem for
I
you.
know.
To be pretty solidified. The top
Unfortunately,
four
we're not
are
talking about
head and
TikTok, 'cause
shoulders
that's
above
easy.
everyone else, but it's those
I
bottom
watched on
four,
TikTok.
The Nether, Desync, Arctic Knife Academy, and Big and Round.
All right, Buff Namas have taken the lead. I've not watched a single game from these,
Those placements,
but
any
they're in the
one of
lead.
those 4 teams can knock
Let's
down
do a
Big
day.
and
Well,
Round.
because yeah. So the reason why it was diabolical this week is we were moving
Yeah, anything
to
is still possible, especially on
2
that bottom half
gigabit.
of things, but if you're in the top half of
we were
things,
moving to 2
you
gigabit,
gotta
so our
feel good.
internet
The
was
Buff
down the
Namas
whole
have- it looks
one of the
like at least
days.
secured
Oh,
themselves
gotcha.
a spot
At
in
the office or
playoff
here?
round.
Yeah,
And
at the office.
same
It was
can
down the
probably
whole
be
day.
said for the steppers as well.
So I couldn't
Yeah,
even
it's a
do
huge
work.
win from
I was
the,
just
Buff
hanging
Namas.
out.
I personally
You were
have
at the
some
office still though?
associates that are
Yeah,
representing
we just
that
hung out.
team, so that is cool to see.
Okay.
Shout out Super.
Oh, time to
Um,
claim my Twitch
But
drop.
I've been very impressed with a lot of the gameplay here. It's
God, I'm so
interesting to
close.
see G-Sync in the middle of the pack because when we were spectating,
Chad, you
they
get free
were
skins if you're
definitely
over on Twitch
playing at
watching.
what seemed
That's
to be a
why
pretty
we
high
are
level.
multi-streaming on both.
Yeah, they were playing really, really well,
So,
but I think
Twitch.tv
there's
slash
only
Final
so
Central.
much you can get out of the surprise factor.
Fate, I see you put in the watch party in Discord, how is the game ranked, but I'm not really sure what you mean. But if you're talking about like how qualifiers are ranked, they earn points. So yeah, okay. Yeah, so here's the website.
When you start dealing with
And I'll put it in chat as well.
Have the ability to reset. You don't take the fight the same way every time.
Right. So if you hover the question mark, it'll tell you what. It'll tell you like placement points. So if you finish first, you get 100 points. Second, you get 60. Third, you get 30. Fourth, you get 10. And then bonus, you get 1 point per kill. So I don't know how many teams qualified. That's the only thing I don't actually know. I thought it would say it here, but it doesn't.
As it
So
stands right now, I think those
yeah.
6th, 7th.
But anyways, you can see in
spots
real
are
time if you
way up for
refresh it,
grabs right now. A
you'll be
lot
able
of
to
teams
see
still in
who is
contention
where.
there,
So right now,
but
Steppers
beyond
and
that, it
Buff
might
Namas are
be-
like not
it
even
might
10
be
points
tough
or
to
what 13
overtake
points
there,
away from
but
each
we
other.
do have- It's possible.
So
for a
it's
lot of
really
these
close
teams,
at the
so,
top currently.
I'm excited to get into it for sure, Waltz. Do you have any?
But these are the teams to
do you have any
qualify for
predictions
ProHub
going
League,
into this last
which is
one of our
will start
final group
next
cash
week
out?
on Wednesday and Saturdays. So for those of you that haven't been a part of this channel much or like are new to the watch party, we will not watch party the EU games on Wednesdays because they're like middle of the working day for us. But we will watch party the Wednesday NA games, which I think start at like 8 p.m. or something Eastern. There will be events in the Discord, kind of like this one was if you're over in Discord. And then Saturday, unless there's like things going on in life, we will be watch partying both EU and NA. So, and that's in addition to our community tournament that we will host this month. We have been busy, but we will get details to you soon and figure out what mode. And then we're also talking about doing potential Friday night finals, or we run custom games. So that might start up this coming week. But yeah, a lot going on. But we're back in the competitive season.
Their flavor. I know if I'm running ranked, sometimes I'll play something that just feels more stable than maybe something I want to play. I won't play light, things like that. Or I will, and then I'll throw the game.
What'd you do for the fourth history, Cody?
Happens sometimes. Our ranked games went pretty well, Waltz. So I would never say you threw my games, man. But you're absolutely right. I think at this point,
Trevor,
pride
get
is
out of
kinda like
here.
These guys,
What's
there's
up, Trev?
crowd watching, a lot of big names in here.
Adons.
Even if you don't qualify for the league, you hit that clip on stream and they will remember your name. At least
Trevor's over in the
tell
YouTube chat of
myself
all
when I'm going
places.
for the clips all the time. It
Let's
definitely
say I was
amps
a
it
little
up
surprised.
just a little bit.
I like
but
that though. I like
the
that
name
out
of
of
the
you.
game for this one is 200 MS, the underdog
it,
story.
Picasso.
They were the underdog pretty much all of last season, and they've got their work cut out for them today. I'm definitely
no.
looking for
he found somebody.
He's awakened the beast.
Very cool to see them.
You found
There
somebody.
you go.
I would love to see them.
All right, have fun, Trevor.
Yep, have fun.
Talk to you
I
soon.
can't moderate it because I don't know what it's saying. So
I love every time
there's no night bot.
We're
Does have auto mod on. So Godspeed.
All of our South American friends down there, we don't get to see them a ton. They have their own stuff going on. The Finals Brazil is a fantastic server that puts on their own events. So it is nice that we get some of the crossover. And
Wait, we got shouted out again.
With the ping, so hopefully.
Oh, wait, no, did we? I wasn't listening.
Again, and I always
No, I
enjoy the
think so.
plays, but
Oh,
hope we
I thought I heard
our
us.
next matchup coming soon. That is going to be our final.
I was about to yell at mom to
This
get
is
the
the
camera.
finals
cash out
Brazil.
maps. We're just waiting to get everything set up. We have a couple other games that are also finishing because all these games are happening at once. But
Close it up. W Final
this is
Central
the
Raw.
final cash out.
Finals mentioned. That's us, baby. That's all us.
Close enough.
That's all us right here.
Position set. We got all the kill points tallied, and then
Dude, I
once
need
we're
to-
done with that,
can you take
we're
a
gonna
screen
have
cap
our top 8
of
locked in and loaded, and we're gonna
a
go
few
to
things for me.
3v3.
A
That's
few?
where it is
Yeah.
everything is
Take a
on the line.
screenshot
We're
of
playing best
this
of threes,
casting
playing
setup they have, and then
matches,
when the game
playing
starts,
best of
take a
three.
screenshot
You lose two
of.
best of threes, you're
Oh
out.
my
Their-
god, you want us
like
to
their
steal their
UI.
drip?
Qualify
No, I just want to see how they do it.
Oh
Simple
my
as that.
god, bro.
It just works out that
All right,
easily.
fine.
There's no relegation
South
matches.
Korea games
It's
when
pretty simple.
does
You
its
just gotta win
qualifiers
2,
have
and
winning.
you're
Fine,
playing
fine.
with the big dogs.
Yeah, I
just a
didn't
few weeks
realize that like South Korea
Yeah,
has a
it's getting
huge
real,
final
real
seed.
quick. This is really
Yeah.
cool to see.
Absolutely
I'm
huge.
excited just to see the new names.
They've been doing
of the
pro
league. We've been
stuff,
seeing
like
them all
big
day
pro stuff
today, but
forever.
That's one of
Yep.
my favorite things. Just like
Never
with
realized.
professional sports, you have the draft.
I'm
And I'm
s-
scared
you have
because
roster changes,
South Korea got
you have
hands, dude.
trades, and seeing these new up and comers come into the
South
league,
Korea
and
has
honestly make a
hands.
name for themselves. It's going to
Yeah.
be huge. We are still waiting to get into this next one, so I wanted to actually
Yeah, they do
bring
final
up a
rounds as the
little
main game. That's
analytical
actually
point
a
from
lot
the
of
last,
tournaments are that way.
match that we
ProHubs, I
observed
think, is
on
the
Team
first
Chicken.
one in
I
a long
believe
time that's been
Zach's
doing
Bob
it with
was
cash
also
out.
running a
Um,
Ikazu
and like
Goo build.
obviously we're friends with Waltz and
I wanna
Rio,
see
and
him-
I played with Burrito
I
some
wanna
as well,
see
who's
him
like the
work on
TO
his
for this.
setup speed just a
And
little bit there. It looked a little bit sluggish.
like our
and
community tournaments
if
are based
you're
on that.
not-
Like they helped us kind
if
of
you're
get
not
that set up
setting
with the point
up
structure
the
and stuff.
goo
So
the way where you're just completely encapsulating
they definitely
over
have
your
the
room
formula
or that
for
point,
like cash
then
out
you're
being like a
kinda
pool play
wasting it
event
a little bit,
figured
in my
out.
opinion. That
great.
is one of the main things.
Because I like
He
cash
wasn't-
out, and I
he
like
wasn't using it
you know
the
final
way
round as
that
well.
we've
Dude,
seen
adding
Ikazu use it, and
Nightbot
I'm not
is
saying Ikazu's the
crazy.
only one who has used Goo. However, the other players in the lobby who are running Goo
Oh,
have
God.
been using it that way
This
as
guy
well.
is
I just do
crazy.
think that is the most efficient way of
Someone
using
stop
it.
him.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just a timing thing,
Oh,
but
no.
Zach's Bob, I'd
Go
like to see
ahead.
you just be a little bit quicker with the Goo next time.
Yeah, it really does just come down because I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
you're
better-
asking.
it is a
He asked
better
Nightbot if he
you
speaks
use it
Swedish.
properly. It
Supposedly.
is so versatile. We saw a lot of
I
them using
think.
it just for the mobility. Of it,
Ja.
right? The mobility is so.
I don't know. I don't know how
Inside
true this
mobility.
is.
You don't have to worry about footholds. It just gives you so much utility to that specialization. And something that I spoke with Ikazu when I
Discord.
interviewed Ikazu
Actually
with
worked.
my co-host Rio on the Vault podcast that we do, where he was talking about how he really thinks that Goo Gun is an underused specialization in the pro scene. Just people have not given it the time to really test and see how it feels. And I do think a lot of times you get stuck in a certain meta.
I just looked at
and
the
you feel
audience
like
in
maybe this
Discord.
there's
I
a way
realized
out of it,
Chuck,
and
the
it takes
healing
a way to
emitter,
kinda
here. But I
hone
wanted
that.
to say I
Last
didn't
season,
see
we
a
saw the rise
lot
of
of
mini
Chuck
meta
being
early
played
on,
so
and,
far.
I remember somebody
Surprisingly.
Busy pulled it out.
I mean, it's not
and
too
everyone's
surprising.
like,
Like I
"Oh,
said
this is
earlier, I think
obviously
NA,
something
they
that
don't play too much bunker, so
serious about it."
kind of makes
And
sense.
it turned out
But I
to
do think
actually
like when we
be
get to
one of the
playoffs and
best
stuff,
weapons on
if
heavy at the
Oh
time.
yeah.
It's-
healing emitter stays
I think
where
final
it
round.
is,
Final round is a
Yeah,
must-have.
Who knows
exactly. I think it'll be really good in final round.
Season 1
Oh.
has in store. If you could pick a single weapon or a single gadget to sort of come out of nowhere, what would you want to see? What would be your hope, Birch?
Well, I don't think it's that wild of a pick. A bit of just an underused pick at this point, but the F-Car is my favorite weapon in this game. It's by no means not viable. However, when it comes to medium, there's certainly just significantly better options than the F-Car at
Right.
this point. I would just love to see some F-Car Giga Chads come out of the woodworks and make that thing meta again. I do see it a little bit more in EU, just as far as the mediums running rifles go in general. Mediums are more keen to running rifles and automatic weapons over in EU, whereas in NA we're seeing a lot of pikes and stuff of those sorts. So F-Car is my pick, honestly, Waltz.
I fear that, you know. I really Apo runs it a lot. I'd love to see like Bow and Sniper maybe get a little bit more love.
Dog is using
Just
F-Car, my
because,
Giga Chad
I mean,
teammate
Bow-
Pookie
I
Bear. I
mean,
love
Bow, we
him.
have a couple people that are
I
really
mean,
close specialists at
I've gone through
kind of a three-
an absolute cycle with the F-Car. I mean, I went from that being the best gun in my opinion to the Pike or the FAMAS to the AKM just briefly, and then back to the F-Car, and then ever since the season 7 preview event, I ran the F-Car.
That would make it so OP. That would make it
I'm gonna start
so
running the
OP.
Pike and see if I can get good at it. But yeah, F-Car is definitely what I'm most consistent on.
Yeah, without a doubt, that would make it OP. Yeah, because you don't have. If you give it an iron sight, then you could just be invisible and not have any glint.
though, right? Like,
No, but you can't go invisible with a repeater.
I guess so. Like, you know, come on. Maybe we get a limited time mode, right? Similar to Blast Off, and then Bart gives us an iron sight and sniper, and we see how it feels.
Now,
Give me a screenshot of this.
Now you're talking LTM. Now you're speaking.
Hang on.
We can experiment with the LTMs a little bit.
Anyways, we are jumping into Fortune Stadium. Remember our final.
Yeah,
cash out
Cody
game
disappeared
of
unfortunately into
tonight.
the abyss of
But we do have more after
Nozomi.
this, so make sure you're not tuning out.
Yep.
But this is do or die for these teams. We already talked about it. 200 MS. Things are on the line. Really, them and Team Dog as well have to put up or shut up right now. 200 MS barreling into the face of Team Dog. These are the
Ooh,
two
model
teams we
gameplay.
just talked
Okay.
about to face off in brutal fashion.
I think about the Cerberus nerfs were effective enough. I've not seen really any Cerberus gameplay.
No, not at all.
Even with people running Goo Gun, you would think you'd start seeing it a little more maybe.
I mean, to be fair, the Pike is just a single shot version of it.
Model is terrible in the sense of I go to animation cancel it and then I get stuck having to chamber it again and I want to die every single time it happens.
We might still see it if there's a lot of goo usage.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, I mean, with the how much I've seen Goo, I'm kind of surprised I don't see more of it.
Yeah.
Oh
He's gonna
my
run out of
God,
ammo.
yeah, bro, it's just left clicking, left click Larry, bro. Oh, what is up with glitch barrels bouncing like that? Did you see that? Hit the side of the wall and it bounced.
Honestly, heavy and light are in really good spots right now. There's so much variety.
Yeah, and unfortunately, medium is in like shambles. In my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, Kai. There was so much value out of that minigun, and nothing came of it, which is weird.
40 seconds in, so we're gonna see
Heal beam is in a weird spot right now, where like the emitter is really good, and the infuser is just a better heal gun or heal beam. So it's just there's better things to run. It takes up your specialization slot. You know, why not run DMAT?
It's
DMAT's
yeah,
just too good.
it's really shitty that the H plus, even with the nerf, in my opinion, and the healing emitter provide arguably more value than the heal beam. And those aren't even specializations.
The thing that's good about, and this is why, even with the H plus being nerfed, that it's still being used more than the beam, right? Is the beam requires you as a medium, you can't have angles, right? You're always with your team, so you're taking yourself out of the fight to dedicated heal somebody for a long time. The H plus, you're a light, you're moving around, you have a ton of mobility, you can just burst somebody down really quick, heal them with the full, and then get right back into the battle immediately. The heal beam just takes too much time, and there's way too much risk for not a lot of reward, and that's why you see people running DMAT over the heal beam. Do I think that it is unusable? No, by all means, you could definitely work around it. Like with 2 mediums and a heal beam, it's still diabolical. It's arguably even better now with Chuck. So, Chuck being the heavy heal ball.
Whoa, what is happening? What is happening?
I have no clue, but this always happens in this building.
Where is
this
this
building's
guy
always-
going?
Every single fight I've been in, this always happens in
Oh
this
my
building.
God, Brands is just.
You're running out the
for life.
windows. You're coming back in. You're like
Oh,
a
here we go.
million
Here we
different
go.
floors.
Pad stall play. Okay, this is what we're doing. I see now. I understand it now. That was
great deep up here.
pull them inside possibly.
Guy, brother, brother.
Are we gonna have to balance community tournaments so that the Ducky Kai Jog trio like maybe can't run together? The fact that they're
Might
rooting now.
have to.
Oh, never mind. It works. Missed the pad.
Did miss the pad. I'm wondering if it got pulled or just knocked over.
Nah, I think it just was in the wrong place.
No way.
Yeah, that was literally textbook. Like when they do create the finals guide textbooks in the future, just cherishing this relic of a game, that is going to be how you stall a point.
This
He
is
didn't
certainly
do
a strat.
Anything out of the ordinary. He didn't do anything that nobody.
Something. He's
at
gonna
home
pad
watching
over
couldn't
and
do. In fact, he missed
slam
his
them in
jump
the
pad
head.
that he placed down for the stall. So even
I'm looking for the charge and slam minigun tech. Off the bounce pad, slams through the roof, and just miniguns a guy in the face.
Sure.
Didn't try to ego chow anybody, and those are the types of plays that win you games. That was fantastic play out of Brands. Hats off and kudos.
See
to
Waltz's
you.
event, by the way, has a prize pool of 10 multi-bucks or $10 multi-bucks
Luxury, something I
for the
wanted to
winners.
point out, actually. Ari has the 200
Each?
MS tag
Yep.
as well.
I can feed my family with that.
I could
Actually, no, is
I could feed a lot of things with that.
maybe a South American team that have that 200 MS tag. Maybe they're a little bit of a mix. They are an SA team. You love to see another. Love to see another SA team in here. Fantastic stuff from them, but it looks like, unfortunately, our SA team's about to face off on this point D. S2 coming up from the low ground. They're about to take this zip, but they've been spotted already. Wolf has eyes with that RPG, doesn't toss it. Now they're moving. They know
I
where
love
they are.
dropping on this building and it just falls from my own footsteps. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fire.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way this is intentional, right?
Drops in the C4.
I'm wondering. I don't think they moved this map over to the new destruction system, have they?
I
I don't remember.
I
they
think
said
so. I
they
think
moved
it's
2 maps
universal.
over. They moved 2 maps over. They're doing a few maps at a time.
No, it's with everything, but
Nope, they did it on Kyoto, and then they did
it's
it
not the
on,
map. It's just certain elements of the map. I mean, you're not wrong, but every map is technically on the system. It's just the fact that like the structure doesn't exist on that map, right? So it was all cranes first,
No, not
and now it's
However,
the tower in
the big
Kyoto.
luxury is that there's no more drops left on this point. It is
But it's not. It's not. I don't think it's map
minimum
specific to my
height, I
knowledge.
guess you could say. So the stalls and delays.
No, but not only did
options
they
are gonna be
they also
limited.
made it for
You
on
see
those maps. From what I remember, is now all destruction like damages itself.
The damage, though, as NY gets out of there
Oh,
with
I don't
his
know.
life.
Maybe
However,
I didn't
Yeah.
think so.
I'm
I thought it was
pretty
just the
sure.
chain reaction stuff,
scenario,
which was from
Harry taking some big damage as
it was the
well, as
cranes in the
Arden is
preview
getting
event
his
and what's
Yeah,
been
so
out
there is the
far.
chain reaction, but from what I remember, they also updated all those maps for like each destruction piece. Also now
likely be able to just take this one, no problem.
damages other
And we're gonna get the wipe there
elements.
anyway. Plenty of time because
And
of
then
how
I think they,
staggered
like,
these are, so they can make
change
their
the
way
walls
straight
and stuff,
over to
yeah,
Team
on those
Dog if they
maps.
want and not even really worry about a vault fight.
Well, are you talking about the walls in the sense of like it shows destruction?
No,
in
the
the-
walls actually like break more like differently.
Oh, or they break differently. Okay.
Yeah. It's not just like a
Yeah.
typical
I mean, it
wall
might be
anymore.
map specific then. I'm not sure. I didn't think so. There was a lot of information thrown at us. I kind of, didn't comprehend all of it.
Not me personally. I actually hated the model meta,
Really?
but if you were a fan of the
It was also
model,
like
then you'd
8
love
a.m.
to see this comeback that it's made. No direct buffs to my knowledge, just more the fact that everything
Oh, is the
else
model?
is
Yeah, is the
kind
model
of
coming back?
getting progressively nerfed. It's
I think it's the viable shotgun option,
you see Arc finding a pick here
but to
on
say it's
Wolf,
back,
but
I don't know about
this
that.
is over a vault, not over any real money that's going. And speaking of real money that's going, Team Dog, yeah, it is an important vault for sure. However, Team Dog is getting this important vault
I hated when you put
at
that thing
least for
on.
free for the
That thing
time
sucked.
being. We do see
What thing?
the split
When you
plug
went through a little
go
model
to
phase, I hated
Chico,
that.
so as
I'm
it
still
stands
on
right
it.
now, anybody can
It's in my
take
reserves.
first besides Team Chico.
It's because the
I
Cerberus
hate
is so bad now. I mean, it's like sometimes you have to run a
They
shotgun.
might pull up that crazy double cash out steal. We do see Zach Spot entering the premises.
Hey, bro, you're the
with
healer
the
now. I'm just
KS.
headbutting everything.
It's an interesting pick on this map.
I get
kind
people
of
down to
understand
half and expect y'all to clean up.
these
That's
buildings
crazy that the
are,
KS can break that in 2 shots.
maneuvering
I'm
and also
saying,
Shrug is definitely
sheesh.
gonna take out Lethal.
That destruction
Oh.
buff is crazy.
Damn, he just whiffed every single one.
Yeah.
What up, Grizz?
KS proving,
Never want to be that guy.
more of a destructive tool there
Dude,
than
how's it
a
going, man?
offensive combative tool. And we are going to see Chicken fall yet again. Some nice shots out of
Yeah, you never want to be on
This man
the
has been beaming all day.
the
every
spectator
single
cam when
round.
that's happening to you.
We do see a
Never
quick
want that to
res
happen.
Coming in and a quick reset.
Nah,
as
I
well
know.
for
I
Toronto.
didn't want to dox your Discord name in Twitch chat.
As we already said,
Yeah.
they need
What's up, bro? How's it going?
them and Team
Yeah,
Dog,
how's it going, dude?
once you are currently furthest ahead, it is so important for them. They have to get this first place or they are in a lot of trouble. Setting up the jump pad gateway, a nice tech that's going to get them so high.
Oh, chat, the Twitch chat for the stream is literally just screaming "We love apes," but I don't.
Looking for the enemy, some of them are already down. S2 has been found. Wolf is going to be holding
Oh, it's because somebody said "We love ProHubs," and now they're talking about Ape Squad.
to finish him off. They need to do this quickly because they need to get a steal before everyone shows up. But here comes the cavalry.
Man, that
Everyone is
that
in one
FAMAS beams, dude.
Now they have to go for a
Crazy.
steal towards
They're
two
going for the
lanes.
steal.
Down, try to get the lifeline with the C4. It's gonna knock it
Dude,
down.
this map is so rough.
20 seconds left. They have to look
Oh, it's just fire. Hold on.
desperately trying to keep the steal
Perfect mesh shield. They might get it off. Hold on.
Nah, they get that.
alive. 2 health points
Yeah, they get that. I don't.
They might steal it back though. They're gonna steal it back.
He drops it through the
They
floor.
need to interrupt it.
He drops it through the floor. Yeah, with the pad. Yep, yes sir.
With the pad.
That's my stall. That's my
Crazy
medium
work.
stall right there. He saw me do that.
God. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Throwing your red. How was the first hour of Pro Hubs? There's a lot happening. It's kind of back-to-back games, so it's kind of being a little difficult to keep track of. There's also simultaneous games going on. Keep track of like who is getting points when. So, like for example, if I refresh this, you're gonna see a bunch of numbers change. But currently, Steppers looks like they're in the lead to qualify. Along with, I don't know how many are qualifying is the problem. But Steppers, Buff Namas, Ovaya have looked really good. I don't even know who won this one. 200 MS came in first that time, which 200 MS 200 MS was MPHL last season, so I hope to see them in again. It would suck if they don't qualify this time. But yeah, but Free Gamers is doing decent. That's Young's team, which is who I'm pulling for personally out of all the teams here. But yeah, Ronin's team I think is doing okay. I forget who they are.
Yeah, I'm curious.
This page also keeps changing. I actually don't know on whose team.
That was a cinematic movie right there.
Yeah, it's Samurai. Samurai's been doing decent.
That red barrel that was thrown that almost stopped the steal as well. I think it bounced off of a jump pad on the ceiling.
Yeah, it bounced.
It bounced off of something on the ceiling. That was insane.
But the order,
oh my God,
the order was so important too because the red barrel hit the shield and blew up on the shield, and then the glitch grenade hit the shield and knocked it.
And Soyo posted in their the streams chat, pros chat. They said aura casts.
Like that was insane.
And I agree with that.
Was crazy. That was actually insane.
God.
You're good, Wayne. Thanks for popping in, bro.
If you tried to.
Watch parties will be back on for play days on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So plenty of time to catch and hang out with us. I hope you're enjoying your evening and hope you had a good holiday.
Like a second.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly what happened. That was incredible.
Wasn't Canada Day like the other day too?
Season. This is
like in the same week.
We have ourselves a clip there.
I'm not too familiar.
Like we said, that's it for cash.
Yeah, the 1st of July is Canada Day.
A bunch more games, but if you want more cash
Oh, yeah?
out, if you love what you've seen here,
So,
make sure you're tuning in for the
the Americans and the Canadians threw down in the span of 4 days. I love that out of them.
Mark ProHubs. You can go ahead and take a look at our website. You can check out season 1. It
Hell
has
yeah.
all of the dates every Wednesday and every Saturday. We're going to be having games of cash out. The way the season is structured, it's going to be 5 games of cash out for both EU and NA. So in the afternoon, starting around 1 EST,
Hey, chat.
I believe 6 or it's going to be 7 CEST if you're over in EU. It is going to be 5 games of cash out for each team in our group. So you're going to get a ton of this. You're going to get a ton of the chaos. Absolute cinema.
Chat, say to my dad, you made it. Tell your moms to get the camera now. You've made it on the big screen.
And NA every evening, Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's going to be incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Quebec Day like 5 days ago. What is Quebec? Like, is that a real thing or is this a Canadian joke?
Quite some time since the COD League, since the Pro Halo days. So
I'm not even trolling. I just didn't know if that's different from Canada.
So funny.
Every single week.
So funny. He said, "Is that like a real day or?"
I did.
The title.
All right, it was June 24th.
You guys got like a real thing going on over there? You're like...
What do you mean actually choke, bro? I'm from the East Coast of the U.S. What do you want from me?
Fucking stupid Americans, am I right, guys?
I'm saying.
Fuck those guys. Shut your dumb ass up.
What's going on
Oh
over
my
there?
god.
Shut your dumb ass
I
up.
can't keep track of it all, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro said, "Is that a real day? Like you guys like are fucking the Wizard of Oz?" Dude.
I didn't know if bro was
you guys
like.
are Ozland over
I didn't
there.
know if that was like.
You guys got the yellow brick road, and you take your Kia Sport.
I didn't know if he was like beefing with like Canada Day or something. I don't know. I see John get Kai and go at it about Canada stuff, bro. What do you want
out of
from
the
me?
barn. You take your elk out of the barn, and you.
I think the standings would have
Moving
to be
on
Oh
over.
my god. I mean, I won't disagree with you when you say stupid Americans, bro. I mean, I'm probably not the brightest here.
You grab your moose, make sure it got an oil change recently.
Don't they run on like maple syrup or something?
This season,
Right,
which
right,
would be
right.
crazy.
maple syrup and pine needles.
It would be crazy, but it's also expected, as you know.
Is
Ace
that
Squad is the
Saint-
number one club?
Saint
Number
Jean
one club, Ace
Baptiste
Squad.
Day?
They
Is
are-
that the same thing, or is this something
they are the
else?
best. They are
Dude,
pretty
find
fantastic.
God,
Love
bro.
those guys.
What?
As well.
Oh
A
my
lot of
God,
fantastic
brother.
events. Really so much love for
Oh
Oh
EA
my
and the
God.
community. So
Bro,
excited to
For real,
listen,
I
alright.
love what they're doing over there.
This
Ace
is
Squad.
what
Shout
I-
out to those guys.
But to give
But
you,
why did I search
break
Quebec
down
DA and then
as
it
soon as we
put
figure
dating
out
sites
how
almost?
we
I almost didn't
get
enter on that.
into
Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's saying your day's not real, guys.
qualifiers.
I just want you to know
So
that.
production's telling
He's
me
saying
we
your
have
day-
Baptiste,
your
bro,
day's
that
not
guy
as
was
real.
on the John
Have it
Bellion
locked in.
album. I like
We
that song.
have
Cody hates that song
The
though.
Steppers
What song?
with
The song
top
with Jean
place. The
Baptiste.
Steppers, fantastic plays from them.
Gene?
Pulling in all of the points that
John? John Baptiste?
Just Angel and unfortunate. Love to see
You said
Top.
Gene?
Fantastic player, was part of Only Legends last
I-
season. Did
What?
have
He also was on Water.
great job.
On
Yeah,
John
Mark
Baptiste's
Dix,
album.
ninth
That guy's a
Academy
goat,
in
dude. That guy's my
second
goat.
place. The
I was hoping I could slide that
Booming
past
Zoo
you,
are
get
players
you to
that
agree with me.
that's exciting.
I was trying to bring you down with me, bro.
That's what the qualifiers are all
Not
about.
on that, dude. You
Buff
can't. You
Nom
can't
and
Oh
take
my
me down.
God, I was hoping I could bring you down.
Anya, Toasted,
Campbell's-
No, you
I know
can't.
Super is
You
on that
can't,
team as
dude.
well. And then the Nether, Barbarous, Noose, people know them. Ricardo is on him. But Desync, this is where we're talking about. They've made it into fifth place.
Dude,
They
trust me,
dropped
he's
to
cooked.
Jean,
There's a-
Jean is it pronounced Jean Baptiste?
off-key right below them.
Because if so, we're back. We're back. We're back in.
They did not. 200 MS were about
No.
60 points shy of the top 8 required.
Oh, top 8 qual and damn,
What an
200
effort,
MS
though.
didn't qual.
Absolute
Really?
Valiant effort out of 200 MS.
Yeah, he was
I mean,
referencing this, but he's
I-
being a goober.
how are you
He's being
mad?
a
I mean,
goober
you can be
about it.
mad because you didn't qualify.
That is better. Hey, Cody,
The
we're
way
back.
you
We're back.
went
I was
out
never
with
wrong in the
such a
first place.
bang, I mean, that was a classic
No.
finals game right there. That should be
Wait,
archived
what?
and
One,
watched
two, three.
for seasons to come, in my opinion.
Damn.
I absolutely
Young's team
love
also missed the
how
cut,
that
just
went in.
barely. And Ronin's team and 200 MS. That's rough.
Fantastic games coming
That's
up for you
Also,
guys.
Carver Rex.
Lost
That's
3
ball
games.
knowledge there. I
We
like that.
whittled this down.
Instead of
We
paper
were
X.
top eight, but we
Ball.
can't bring 8
Ball
teams in
ball
the
knowledge there.
qualifiers. We only get 4.
Ball.
So
Sorry.
we have we only get to bring 4 of these through.
Hash out
to
points-
our season
hash out
one.
points should be
So
how to
we do
get
have our
points.
top
What do you
8, as
mean?
we mentioned.
Like,
It's gonna be
how much
those
cash
are
they
our
end the map
final
with?
teams.
They do
Steppers,
track it.
Arctic
for, like,
Knight,
tiebreakers
Academy,
and stuff.
Buff Namas, the Nether, Desync, Off-Key Via, and Big and Round. So those are our 4
Oh,
owners.
yeah.
It's updating.
They keep track of it, but it's not the main deciding factor.
Same
for-
teams. We are still good there. So these are our top 8 teams. We are going to see them in our cash out. It's going to be Swiss format. We will break that down for you in just a minute as we come back. We're going to go to a quick break.
Wait, they're doing a Swiss format. Is this happening today?
That last match was a bit of a doozy. We'll be back in just a moment with more of Pro League.
It does track kills. That is a
qualifiers for the NA
Good
region.
point.
Can he chase
All
the
right.
second one? There he goes.
We're
He
at
gets
NAD.
Cody down. The headshots are lethal. He gets the third.
All right. You know what time it is, chat. I gotta do it here because I
What time
can't.
is it?
I can't. I can't pull it up in Discord because it involves too much of switching around OBS stuff. So we're gonna do it this way. You guys just stream from time to time. We have been. We just been busy. We wanted to IRL stream in Vegas while gambling, but I think it would remove our partner. Lance. If it's Lance and you cheated, I'm gonna be mad. All right. That's a good one. That's a good starter. All right, if you solved this today, no helping. Cody?
An L, an A, and an E.
Yeah.
Let me think. My issue is with these is I need to like visualize it.
Okay. Yeah, I do the same
okay,
thing. So,
A and then
EL?
an E. So we know A's there.
Be like this.
Um,
XAXEL. Like Babel. Babel, I guess. Actually,
you c-
Paddle. PADEL. I know it's LE, but
is
Kai says Baylor. BALER.
Baylor? That could work.
I didn't even know those were.
I was gonna
Bruh.
say like
Nah. All right. Well, that was it. Well, I think I saw that in
Oh.
Discord earlier. Now that you mentioned it, too. Now I'm upset. That's it. Chat's banned from playing with us.
Chat, boo this guy.
Chat, boo this
Chat,
guy.
boo this guy.
Boo this guy.
Boo.
Mods,
No, it's
boo this guy.
alright.
All right, here we go. Connections.
Whoa,
You're
whoa,
like the
whoa,
goat at
whoa.
this, though, right? I'm terrible at this.
What, connections?
Yeah.
Short pine fold laundry. A long bucket burn sting.
Pine straw, short
Stir
straw.
fold.
A
Oh, sorry,
pine.
burn sting itch.
How about
Interesting.
pine straw, stir straw, like a stirring straw. The short straw.
Uh-huh.
And there's long straw, but that's big.
Oh, lists. To-do list, laundry list.
Okay, I'm with you. Yep, I'm with you.
Bucket list.
Yep, I'm with you.
Racket list. Is racket list a thing? Unless scheme, like things
Beat
you
list?
like list out. Or scheme. I don't know what scheme list.
Improve
like, I would think
FPS.
of-
Thanks for the follow, bro. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the watch party. Playing him some connections. while
Yeah, a
Probs
racket is a list. I think a racket's a
or
type
like a
of-
racketeering list.
Yeah, do those three. Or those four, sorry.
But
Damn, one away.
One off.
It's not racket,
It's
then.
definitely not racket.
Team
List? Nah, really not. Beat list.
like
Long
beat
list? I mean, short list is also. I hate that long and short are on here together.
Beat list is a thing, like like a beat list.
Short list. Pine list. Burn list. Whatever list.
Let's go back to that. We know that one's maybe short list. I think short list might be good.
I'll run it. Okay, there we go. I hate
Okay.
that short and longer on here. That is criminal behavior.
No. Okay, I think itch, burn, and sting could be something.
I agree. Eat.
Beat, scheme, hustle,
Racket.
and itch could be something. Beat, scheme, hustle, and itch could be something.
South Korea also has terminal attack esports.
Burn,
Are you
sting, itch, and
serious?
beat.
They are the only people keeping that mode alive.
You think burn, sting, itch, and beat?
Beat. I mean, I guess if you beat something, it leaves like the red mark or like the sting behind, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, we got 3 guesses, all right? So
Fuck it.
I'll run it. I'm done running with beat. I'll give it a try.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Blend, stir, fold, beat. Yeah, it's fold, stir, bend, blend, and beat. That's like cooking
Yeah,
terminology.
that makes sense.
Thank you.
It's from 10 months ago. I mean, 10 months ago for. Hang on, I'll look it up after this. Special event.
Scheme,
It was the-
hustle, itch. Maybe scheme, hustle, and racket. Be like bad things. But I don't know what the.
I feel like long for like is a type of planning as well.
I think it's scheme, hustle, and racket, and I just don't know what the other one is.
Kai says itch for the 4th one.
No, I don't think so.
I would say long, in my opinion, like long for like planning.
Do scheme, hustle, racket, and maybe sting, like sting operations. Hustle, I don't know, like
I feel like hustle doesn't matter. Aqua says long burn, sting, and itch.
yeah, do sting, because it's like bad things like criminal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know what this one is. I have no clue.
Urine. Yeah, long for. I didn't know what pine meant.
Itching and burning, itching and burning, itching and burning.
Itching for, burning for, longing for. I've never heard of like pining for something. So
Pining?
I guess that's what it says.
Pine for someone.
Pine. Never mind.
Feel very sad.
Okay. What else?
I'm pining for you,
What are the
baby.
other ones we got? There's the mini. There's spelling bee. You want to do? I think
I'm pining for.
I think you gotta have premium to do the full spelling bee, right? I'm pining for a sexy Chuck skin right now. Oh, yeah. Well, watch out. Dinner, like, I guess kind of dinner like a little while ago. All right, let's do spelling bee. Still on break. We got a little bit of time. You know how this works? You ever done this?
Nope.
Okay, so you have to make words. I think they have to be 4 or more letters, and it has to include the thing in the middle.
Ring.
All right, ring. Ring. Ray.
Ryan. Oh, sorry. Can you do Ryan?
Ryan's not on the word list.
Ooh.
Rage. There's no E. You gotta use the letters out there.
Ryle.
Gotta use the letters out there.
Ryle. Is that a word?
Yep.
Rail.
You can also reuse words.
Rail.
Rally.
Rain.
Ooh. Rain.
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 Yarn.
I think I got that already. Oh no, I didn't.
You already got yarn or no?
There's no A.
Oh, there's no
Or
A.
no
yet.
E. Sorry.
Yeah. Jarl.
Wait, what? Jarl?
Jarl?
Y-R-L? Jarl.
Boo. Jarl.
Layer. That's a good one. Yep. Layer. That's a good one. What else we got? God, there's no E, which is making things difficult, because I'd see like range or something. I think we already got rain. Rainy. There we go. Grainy. Airy. Down the word.
No names, I think.
Rally.
You already got rally.
Really?
Did you get nail yet?
It has to have R in it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
They're back. I'll give it like a couple more seconds.
Grail. Can you do Grail?
We already got that. Oh, we didn't get that. I thought we got that like a while ago.
No,
Graily is not one. Grailying. Wait, raining is in there. Well, hold on. We've unlocked new tech. What else we got? Graying.
Railing.
Graying. Railing.
Railing.
Okay, well, we got to pay, and we're not doing that. Sorry. But, all right, that's a win. That's a win in our books. Yippee. We made it past the free tier. All right.
Fight, there's way less, or there's no surrounding outside noise or factors that you have to worry about. There's no more third parties. So the approaches do change accordingly, because in that cash out mode, you're kind
Yeah,
of
maybe
you're
next
always
YouTube
working against
paycheck
this
we'll
clock,
get
whether
the
it's game
subscription.
clock, the cash out clock, or a team's wipe clock.
Either that or multi-bucks,
And
take your
so
pick.
with this 3v3 mode, you get a lot more control over your fights. You have it's easier to understand the pacing and timing, in my opinion. Where even if you don't get that team wipe, if you know you have 2 dead, you might be in a position where you can force that steal anyway. Whereas if you did that in cash out, another team might just show up in the middle of doing so. So that's the difference for me. It's just the timing. But I'd like to see how these two teams adapt. I do know for sure that Sansoyo is an expert when it comes to timing in the cash out game mode. One of the best IGLs when it comes to coordinating those.
Oh, are we seeing final round now?
So I'd like to see how these strategies translate over into the 3v3 style.
The Netger.
I'll tell you what, though, the Sansoyo may be an expert at the timing, but if I can call him out just a little bit.
The team's logo? I didn't even see it. Wait, hang on.
The timing was
What are we
not
watching?
there. Love you, brother, but you gotta clean it up a little bit, man. You gotta clean it up. The end game is working a lot better than the real life, but
That's crazy.
I'm excited
You see
to
his team's logo?
Make a good shot there, though. I think that defense do this really, really well. These players are phenomenal at the 3v3s. If you've ever checked
That's
out
crazy.
and the Thursday night throwdowns, they do a lot of.
Yeah, it is that one. Yeah, we know the video. Sam doesn't know the video.
Probably
He's
not.
a real. He's not a real watcher.
Hi,
but
Chuck.
I know.
Cash out, they play a lot of ranked, but they really focus on that team versus team and how you can develop that. So I'm excited to see how they perform. Not as sure how Nether are going to perform. I definitely know that. I mean, Barbarous is a player that I know decently well. Players I know at all. I'm sure I've seen them around, but they're pretty new to me, so I'm excited to see what they can put out.
Yes, some new names we're seeing on that side for sure. I have run into Ricardo. I don't think he was on heavy though, so I don't know if he was off meta then or if he's off meta now. However, he is on heavy with that winch claw. One of the newer things that we're seeing in NA this season. Starting things off on Sis Horizon here, 3v3, getting things going.
Setting up, jockeying for position. Onyx is on that pike once again. Especially, again, every time you're dealing with these lights.
Okay, so I am curious to know how much of an appearance Chuck makes during this. Now that we're in final round, I want to know.
Nasty.
That's a good question.
Damage already going out. Barbarous taking a couple hits, so they know where they are right now. The Nether have been spotted. Noose
Should have made
sitting
I made coffee.
the side of Desync. Goes up the hill, gonna run right into Sansoyo and immediately
Like
bails
out of
out.
everything. We have like a Celsius for things like this, and I'm out.
Health disadvantage is gonna be
Fridge
crazy.
current.
Glitch nade, trying to trap him on the stairs, does do a lot of damage. Eats the RPG completely taken by the railing. It's a
Oh,
huge bit of
oh,
damage.
since we almost got out of that.
Crazy.
He almost won that 1v1.
On said world are now
What was everyone's gonna rip? Yeah, you just wipe here. You just take the wipe and go.
the way of the dodo.
Yeah, he.
I will say
Nice
Nether
fight
could have kept
there,
him
a bit
alive
of
for a
an
while, and then
unfortunate RPG.
you know,
It
gone
does
ahead and plugged
split
and get
that
some
way
time
on
off the clock.
certain objects. It's
Mhm.
definitely interesting how the RPG works that way, because let's just say in theory a frag grenade exploded in that exact same position, it actually would have done a significant amount of damage to Noose there. So unfortunate RPG. I mean, only thing to take out of that is maybe aim for the wall.
They're in the god spot.
Going for the direct hit, it would appear. But that's all right. We do see Decent coming off spawn now. Nose finding some shots early. However, the instant heals come.
Nose?
Now he's going to be forced off of his position here.
Playing on NA region, but I mean, maybe.
Falls a bit too fast through that gateway. Does get
Oh wait,
behind
I
Onyx,
missed your
tries
message
to
above.
throw
Where it says from
the
Quebec.
Witch Barrel,
I just saw the
doesn't
French
find
part of that.
anything with it. Desync has taken over the power position though, so
I mean, probably.
not great if you
NA does include Canada.
Nether. Sansoyo is singled out, but Onyx finds one, and
What is
Sansoyo
happening?
finds another. So now Nos
Dude,
all by himself.
Wow.
Onyx is gonna find him as well. Cash
Okay,
out
maybe
for
maybe
him.
Nether
So
made
it's
the right play by
really
not plugging it
good
and
for
leaving that guy alive to
Desync.
grief him a little
Probably
bit.
just gonna go back up
Okay.
to one of
Now they're gonna
those,
get
and
another
obviously
touch.
You don't even need to necessarily retake that exact same one.
Yeah, I was really Noose's movement there was fantastic. Keeping on top of that high ground, dancing out and had a gateway set up, just running circles around the side of Desync, but then his team wasn't able
surprised
to
we're moving
fill
final round
in,
this
so
quick,
he was
honestly.
caught isolated from the rest of his team, facing off against Barbarous and Ricardo.
Who is the finals human? They're a mod of the ProHubs chat.
And the team rolled in, his team back backed him up.
But they like have it. Their Twitch account's like kind of new.
So great move from them. They have
But they've been
found
following
once again, he's gonna get
ProHubs
involved.
only since March.
This time, they don't let that opportunity slip away. Not gonna have
I guess that's not that long ago. Now that I think about it, it was like 3 or 4 months
No,
ago. It's about when we started following things.
Steal has to go out
Yeah.
against the moment. For it.
I just seen them pop up in like other tournament streams and stuff recently. So
Backside, but has been spotted. Ricardo gonna try
curious
to
if it's
back
somebody I actually know.
The heels go in onto Barbarous. He's gonna be able to hold
This has been just. Oh
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
no! Oh nah, bruh.
That the wasted
saying.
heel gun clip, he wasn't taking
Nah.
and the full heel gun was shot on him.
Crazy,
Coulda had
dude.
it through the gas there. Just honestly a huge mistake. Onyx Graves was pushing for the stop, and preemptively Naus just dropped the clip of heels. Didn't need to.
Yeah.
That unfortunate. And Sunsoyo got picked off early there too. That should have gone an entirely different way.
that, like you said, just an unforced error because there was they had the time. They would have had that 100%. You just have to be so patient, and that, of course, is the one downside. That is the huge downside that the diffuser has compared to the heal beam. Is it's so.
I've just seen him
much
pop up in
faster.
like.
If you use it, you're not going to have it again for so long. Now the Nether on the back foot, they do have this vault because they did end up winning that fight.
It's a good cross.
They have to back out. They
Yep.
do get this started, but already desync on the.
All right, just clipped up. God
Yeah, I
damn.
would too.
Oh.
Decent getting back in there. Onyx has a red barrel in hand. Finds something, probably just creating a little bit of madness, a little bit more chaos. Hematting to regroup with the squad. They just got to get things together again. As she has
Who was that died? That was Ricardo? No.
Looking for a retake
Barbarous?
here. This is where Sunsoyo does shine. in
That was
the strategies
Barbarous,
and
right?
retakes. I don't know exactly how they're going to approach this. They do seem to be.
And they're
split,
still
but
locked in,
they
at least
make
at the
a
moment.
hold,
My mental would
they're
be
gonna have a problem,
shook
but
if
they
that
have
happened to
dude,
me.
that'd be
decided
so
to
Yeah,
do
I'd
that
be
hold.
absolutely in
However,
shambles
on
for the rest of this
outside
map if
one,
I had
though,
done that.
Making that hole makes it significantly harder to
Haven't we played against Zen World though like a million times?
When is the last time you saw Charge and Slam?
Possibly.
When was the when
I
did
feel
you
like
ever
the name
see
is very
Charge and
familiar,
Slam
so yeah, I think so.
Right.
heavy in a
Unless we played against them in the community tournament or the
Not very often.
non-pro
We have
Pro
seen
Hubs
it,
tournament that we played in
use
for
as a
fun.
Free win button kill every once in a while. Onyx is going to take out Ricardo there, putting Desync at a.
Oh wait, no, that was final round only, wasn't it?
In this steal spot as well. So we
That
have
tournament?
Zaldo set up
Yeah, okay,
with
never
the
mind,
heal
no.
gun ready to go.
No, we played against this guy at
Looks like
Sun
they're
Range.
just going to wait to
Gotcha.
play the reset. Yeah,
weird.
they're not even going to risk it. I actually kind of like that play. As long as they can get this reset timely, it doesn't
They're
look
like-
oh, they
oh,
are gonna
never
be
mind. They're 1-4
ambushed.
up,
So
okay.
about 40 seconds to work with. Something can happen here, but they're going to need to
don't like
do it and do it
this.
now.
Oh, the model shot's going out. He's chasing that medium.
Oh,
but
never mind.
Great time for the DMAT to close.
Yeah, it was
Wells and
big
Wells
DMAT.
successfully able to dodge away. Timer is
He's gonna
Pushing
peel.
hard for
Okay, way to show restraint. He's got the C4 laying on it.
They need to,
lost the eyes.
yeah, hurry up and steal.
Yeah. He got winched off of it.
They need to hurry. If they can win this really quick, they're in a great spot. Keep him healed. Keep
Oh my
him
god.
healed.
Oh my god, he wins
Win it,
that.
win it, yes.
Nows wins that. Damn. Okay. Nice.
That was good.
Man, way to heal him up and immediately know that you need to win the fight.
The charge
I feel like a lot of
install
people,
there,
they do
so
that. They like heal
yes,
up and then they're just standing there body block. And he was like, nah, I have to chow this.
I mean, I
Yep,
don't.
smart.
Yeah.
Dudes. Wait. I just saw Chuck's message. Discord said, dudes in the bathroom be like, just take the wipe and go. That's crazy, bro.
Funny. That's funny.
But regardless, we got a tie ball game going into vault number 3. It looks like Nether again just forcing the issue, getting the tap here. We do see Desync setting up on a relatively higher vantage point. That
I hate
tight
being on
scope
that
glint
side
is
that they're
just
on
so
right now.
intimidating to look
Where
at,
Nether's at?
especially if you are the light
worst side to
for
be.
the Nether.
Yeah. I hate that vault in general entirely because I always get the bad side too.
And you want to be on the other end
It's
of
the most
that.
one-sided place ever. I mean,
Good
granted,
gateway
we're
though.
at least they're mid-game,
they
so they
didn't
could
glitch it.
set that gateway. But
Great, honestly, counter gateway. Holy.
oh wow, dropping it through the floor there was crazy.
My question is, are they going to stand and fight it, or are they running out?
I mean, one of them's got a model, so he has to go down there and chow. Okay.
Need to get the picks here.
I don't feel like going for the
I don't
defense
know
here
if
is the
I-
play.
No.
Well,
yeah,
baby.
Kind of just.
No, it's 2v3. Nah.
Yeah. See, you lost.
They got the
teammate.
defib up,
Wasn't worth
too.
it. Mhm. I feel like that happens so often in this game. Where like,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a bad play, but it's not the greatest play.
I didn't see it before that sequence, but was it a 2v2 and then it became a 3v2, or
Yes.
was it a 2v1 and they defibbed and rezzed?
It was a 2v2,
Yeah,
and
I like
then
that play
the
out of
light
Zen
went to go
there.
fight
Nothing actually, no
and
kills
lost.
actually came
So
of
then
it,
it,
but
was
what
a-
did
just
do
went
was
to
just delay,
It was
it just became a
allowed
1v.
his team
The
to
1v3
get their
until the
regens
res
and
was
a little
up.
bit of a better position, while he was also stalling Nether on their revive and reset. So just a little
no,
play
it-
like that can actually be a
yeah,
huge difference.
never
And
mind.
now
Never mind, you're right.
we see that they get that plug and are starting to get set up. It was whiff of a rocket out of Ricardo.
It's a great
hit.
Nice.
Huge getting the medium down
Great
there
SA,
early.
12 shots, bro.
Yeah. Dude,
That's
just
a
chasing,
tough
getting the
position
medium
there
down
with
that
the
early.
He's
they-
standing right
they
there in the
steals
corner.
here, get the pick.
I don't
Questionable goo.
charge and slam to get
They
away.
need to hurry
They're
up, so
really
if he can
separated
coin
now. Yeah. Sensoyo, I don't really know what he's trying to do. I can't tell if he's trying
They
to regroup
need
his
to try
Zen
to
world.
get another pick here. They want to try to keep them like staggered.
Yeah, they do.
But I think they're gonna get a
1
free
second, he's
reset.
gonna get the coin.
He
It's,
coins,
yeah, coin is
he
up.
coins here for sure. Smart to go top though. I don't know if they have any stalling. Do they? They have a C4 and RPG.
They're running winch.
Incredibly strong conditions.
Yeah.
So
50 seconds left, so there's lots of time for Desync to take this back. But they have to make a move soon. So Roto with that 93R.
oh wow.
On them doing some damage from range might do.
Okay, I like that. I don't know if I like the dive this deep. You're okay.
Finally finds him,
Come on, get the
doesn't
kill.
finish off the
Kill
kill.
is so
He's gonna
important
get
here. He's not
stalled. He's
get
gonna
it.
get stalled to death if he keeps chasing him.
They're down one already though.
Yep.
Might be a trade.
It's not a trade. It's currently now it's 3v3. 3v3, but their
Differential's
medium's about to
huge,
die. They're running out of time here. They really gotta get it together. Okay, they get one. 2v2 currently hitting the steal. The DMAT's gonna come in with the pad. They need to break the
with
pad.
That's huge.
Pad broke. He has time. Zen World's gotta win that. Zen World's gotta win. Oh no! No, dude, no! Oh,
stall.
bro. I mean, I respect going for the heel there. That's just unfortunate. Oh man, that was close.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Beautiful kiting out of Barbarous. Beautiful kiting out of Noose
Hey,
as
can you
well.
move
He
your
was
mouse?
really keeping Zen Worldo occupied, and quite frankly,
on the screen?
he was in a
Shouldn't be.
position a few
Yeah.
times where
Yep, from
Zen
the direct
probably
center
should
of the
have just
screen.
forgot about
Ow.
him.
That's
I
not
think
mine.
They needed to force that steal.
No, it's not.
No, it's not mine.
Always 20.
That's so funny.
I was like, I just
That's
moved
so
it.
funny.
Zen Worldo
That's so
forcing
funny.
Sensoyo and Graves to try and 2v2 over on point.
That's so
And they were able to
funny.
stall that out just long enough. Great
Dude,
stuff.
shout out to
as
them
we see
getting
them take a
beef
1-0 lead.
footage of all the
I'm saying.
of all the maps. That's smart.
So close with the light soul being that aggressive. Yeah, he
Yeah.
started diving and chasing, trying to confirm that one kill, and I was like, hey, he's getting pulled away now, and now it's kind of falling apart.
A Pike, I'm honestly not sure if the Pike would outdamage the Infuser. You know, hitting headshots, maybe it does. You know, maybe Sensoi's. You'd have to kind of work that out. But the model, clearly a two-shot.
Oh, you don't. We don't have your.
The Infuser's never keeping up with that.
You never
And at that
connected
point,
your
it's just
game
over.
to
Barbarous turns around.
our channel.
Sunworldo as well.
Oh,
Takes
Push drops.
I'll have to connect
and
it.
that is the Nether
Yeah.
up 1-0 in this best of 3. Now it's not
Yeah.
over if they do lose.
But I claim the
so
drop,
they
so
have- it's a best of 3. They're still in
Nice.
another match, maybe 2 matches coming up for Desync to bring it back. And if they lose this best of 3, still.
So we got this new rug, right?
So it's not over. Remember, you
Oh,
have
my
to
dog
win
loves him a
2
rug, and he
best
hasn't
of
had one all this time
to
because my girlfriend
qualify.
at the time
You have
wouldn't
to lose 2
let
best of
us. 'Cause she
3s
didn't
to
want
be
fur on it.
eliminated. So that's where this
One
really
now, and I
matters.
just looked
Next
over, and
best
bro
of
is
3
just
are gonna
passed
really matter.
out.
As we move over to
Yeah,
Fortune
he
Stadium
likes
is our
rugs.
second
Oh
map
yeah.
that has been picked
Yeah,
from
I'm-
these
I'm
teams.
glad
I'll
he's
post a
That's gonna
picture
be
of that.
our second seed, so this should be Desync's pick.
Right.
Yeah, Desync with
Post
the
a
pick
test
on
shot.
Fortune Stadium.
I think
I
Desync
think
has a
this
chance
kinda
here,
suits their
but
play style,
the
especially
Nether
with
is
the
just
comp
they're
that
playing
we've seen
really,
them
really
run so
well.
many times.
Like even when they're
Do we see
losing,
Onyx
they
on
look
the
like they're
pipe
winning.
again. I think so with all the height and all the windows and massive glass windows and doors that you could shoot through. I do see Onyx running Pike.
I was
Pretty standard.
I was
for
not
Alright, I
going
posted
to
this.
on Sis Horizon, but I think it'll be good here.
I think it'll shine better here for sure. Zen back on that 93R, showing his versatility, able to take out pretty much any gun. I think we've seen him on 3 different guns so far today. Nice heals.
Tying to the RPG just is never not feeling bad.
Graves is going to find one on Barb as well, and quickly they go up to a 3-1 advantage in this fight. And we're just going to see a tactical team wipe from Ricardo there. Very smart, because this wasn't even tapped yet. So they're going to spawn before Vault 1 even finishes. Do they have a gateway for it? That is the question.
Not sure if they do. What is Zen World? I believe he already used it. He does have a gateway, but he already used it to get on the high ground and get that team wipe. But it shouldn't really matter at this point. Hopefully, if they're playing smart, yep, they've already crossed over. They're crossing over right now because they want to make sure they block that spawn. They do not want the spawn to happen over on 3. The spawn is close regardless.
How do you do that?
At least this way, they do not spawn.
Did you see how far he sent the box?
Yep. I think he did the melee.
Who? From there?
Yeah, if you're on like heavy, you can send it crazy.
Was it the heavy that did that?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Light can't do that, but
Well, medium can't. That's why I was like, what happened? God, that was slam.
that's huge.
Wait, it's still a 2v2.
Trey, get the Trey, get
Wait,
the
it's still a
Trey.
2v2. Wait, Zimworldo cleans that up.
That's crazy.
Wow, I thought the fight was over. I thought they literally had wiped.
No, it was a 2v2, and they, I guess, didn't expect the push. I don't know why. That was crazy.
Huge stuff to maintain, and now they're going to be able to set up in an extremely advantageous position for this next push. As we get a little replay here.
What up, Kai?
Incredible stuff from Sensoyo. Really proven.
Oh my God.
Proven his metal. A nice glitch is going to hit the entire team. The RPG does deal some damage to Noose, but he's able to get away successfully. I'm sorry, onto Zen Worldo. As Nether are pushing very aggressively. Still half-time left. I'd like them to slow down just a little bit, make your way in, but maybe they're looking to catch the side of Desync unawares. Try and find the angles they're not ready for. There are still a winch. They could pull this away if they wanted to. They are going to winch it in, but the C4 is still on point. It's going to go drop down. The C4 does a lot of damage.
Throwing the goo before they blew up the C4 was, I guess, interesting. You could have placed the barrel, I think, even, and then if he blows up the C4, it actually activates the goo. I think. Zen Worldo's one. They're gonna stick that, or try to, or wipe. It's just wipe, bro. Just wipe. Get your team up. Yeah.
Nice stuff from Desync. Really nice hold there. That went from being too aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't glitch the C4 as well. Because if it's glitched, I think you could shoot it and it doesn't actually fully explode, right?
Long of a fight, as they didn't really give themselves any time there to work.
You have to do it basically when the light's off on it.
Desync. I mean,
like the glowing light.
It's tough for the Nether to win that fight when Desync was holding that the way they were anyway. So not much you can really do there. Hardest box, one of the hardest boxes in the game to push. Zen Worldo has the spawns already sniffed out here. He's gonna go for the.
I like the restraint on not hitting the vault yet.
I would like to see these early taps just in the event of you winning that team fight, you can get the.
Wait, is that what's happening? Did you see 4 health bars there?
Out, but I do understand
no.
It's a bit of a risk as well.
Oh, I'm tweaking. We were watching. Oh my God, never mind.
What?
I'm tweaking.
Extremely aggressive.
We were expecting somebody on Desync, and I saw the 3 orange health bars, and I was like, wait, what's happening? I thought I was watching somebody on Nether, and then 3 other health bars were on the screen.
Yeah, so World's gonna get winched.
So that 6-hour drive has cooked me. I'm sorry. 6-hour drive, and I sat down on my couch for maybe an hour, and now here we are.
So I've noticed a lot like Desync gets caught out in the open really often, and for some reason the Nether can never finish it back up.
There you go. There's the plane up there.
Yeah, they won it this time. They kept they just let the res go back for free. They never take the momentum from the pick.
Yep. Sensoyo, I mean, is doing work right now. 6-3, keeping his team up. That's the heavy, I think, as well. So.
Lose this map. This was not their map pick. They could move on to the final map, but obviously they don't want to go there. They want to hold on to this, and this is a great position for them to be holding on to with that ARN. However, they do have to deal with the pike coming out from Onyx. So if they can make sure that they're forcing if they get spotted on high ground, which they have to drop down now, or this might
Interesting
do
to
a
lose
lot of
height
damage.
there.
The Noose drops as well. Barbarous, both of them.
That's a critique I've had of a lot of people at this level.
D-Mets keep coming
I just don't get why people give up high ground so easy.
just looking for blood. He has that charge and slam.
They get threatened. They don't even get threatened really, and they jump off of it. And now look, I mean, look at this fight that they're picking.
For the winch, just misses.
Ricardo is super separated from his team. I mean, I guess Barbarous is right there.
Has to use.
But
mesh.
look, Barbarous just tried to take the zip up, and there's somebody beating him inside the vent. Like, Ricardo's just stuck on low ground.
Yeah.
Noose is just kind of...
Yeah, I don't know why they gave up height there.
Noose gets a pick. I mean, Noose is on high ground, and he got a pick. He's the only one that got a pick out of this entire fight.
Just turn that 1v1 into a second 1v1.
Are you just
Hey.
waiting for the coin, I guess?
It's going to be too late for them.
Which is going to be a nice delay tactic for them. Only 5 seconds left until the full team of Nether is back up. But it's going to be hard to push in. Sunsoil moving in right at the
They're gonna stand here and watch for Noose. I mean,
he knows exactly when the gas is going to end.
I don't even know if letting him steal here is worth it, because I don't even know if you're going to get a full push here.
Yeah, their placement's a little all over the place. I agree.
Frag, they need a little bit of a chink in the armor of Decent here.
Yeah, Nether does get the coins with time left and actually the better position, but they just don't have that much time to work with if they're trying to end this series right here and right now. Ricardo missing another winch. It could prove costly. However, Noose is going to find the pick.
The second down.
They have to force. There's 2 dead in a dome. The dome is going to get glitched.
Oh, wow, they get the wipe.
They're gonna get this-
Wow.
They're gonna get this-
Wow, what a retake. I don't even know what just happened. I don't know how Desync sold that, but...
That heal gun, you cannot do it. It's
Holy
just
cow.
Dude,
impossible
what
as
the hell?
the lone survivor, and he's got 3
That was
people alive in a
crazy.
1v3 scenario. So that's
I don't really know how you
pretty
lose that,
much
I'm gonna be
locked in
honest.
Unless he had some
I'm
kind of
saying,
tech
dude.
to manipulate the box itself. Huge stuff from Nether, forcing a third box.
The timing on this team is immaculate.
You're
It
they
seems-
buff doors, bro.
When they need to turn, and
They
when
buffed
need to go
doors?
for the field.
Yeah,
Stuff from
remember
them.
how they got
Now
rid of
they
like
run
the
Sunny,
delay
putting
on the
a decent
doors
cap
when you
Oh.
open them.
winning right now. They
So
cannot
far.
let this go. Ricardo already taken out and says World up. The Sunsoyo was gone.
I love
Dude,
shutting a
that-
door in somebody's face and then
That
jumping around the
model's kind
corner.
of putting in the work. I ain't gonna lie.
Found their
My model would
footing.
do that
They're
if you'd
on
let
their
me
way
just
to
play it.
seal this second match to
No.
put it to 3-2-0.
Can't
They
make
go
me.
all the way over to D. It looks like they don't want to go to C. I wonder.
Come on,
what
bro.
the
I'm
thought
curious
process is
why
there.
we're waiting so long to
Probably
get away.
just do
We're not
it.
Ruby 'cause you don't
Maybe
trust.
something about the
You always talk about having the
Yeah.
muzzle on, and here I am.
Yeah, that's it. It's because I don't trust you.
They may try to. They
Okay.
may try to
You,
manipulate.
you left something important there, boys. You got to bring them all with you.
Yeah, they they did opt for the longer route. I think it was anticipated.
Would we be selling out if we did a Factor 75 sponsorship?
Blunders in the
Hell no.
movie there, which is kind of what I was saying at the last
Chat.
point, too, where
Honey
they literally
validation.
just
Would
missing
we
their
be
vehicles,
selling
they're
out if we did a
missing
Factor
zip lines,
sponsor?
zip lines getting destroyed as they're trying to get up. It just looked a little bit sloppy.
Guys, they're not Ruby because they're not playing with us. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you can only queue with 3 people at a time. So by us, you probably meant you.
And they are holding right now. Since Soyo somehow doesn't set off these mines, incredible. No one's really in too great of a position to stop it either. It doesn't even.
What a
shoot the
crazy
mines.
steal.
So now we just have 2 teams' mines on 1 cash out. That can prove to get interesting.
I'll hit Ruby in
Yeah.
power shift.
I'll be honest, Ricardo, I don't think has
Soyo
hit a
takes
single
himself
winch.
out and Ricardo
Yeah.
finds the pick on Onyx anyway. Zen last man alive yet again. 20 seconds left on these coins as well. Zen is just gonna have to run. This is not a good position to be in.
That's a
If you're
not
Zen
yeah, not a
He
good
is
place
gonna
to take to
probably
get
get a
away.
revive here. That is gonna help.
This is huge though.
just
By
a
the
little
time they
bit.
even get the team back up,
However,
it's gonna
the
be.
steal that comes into
They
play
have
with
so
only a
much
minute
util
left
on that.
the
Oh my
clock.
gosh, this might be their game, dude. Might
This
be
map
over.
has been a complete and utter just cluster of I have
I think this is
no
it.
idea where the strategy is. I don't know what's going on. It's an absolute freaking toss-up.
I think that's all she wrote, man.
I mean,
I
this
don't
looks
think
like a
they're able
pub
to get
match.
steal off of time.
This looks like a pub match. I'm probably listening to Carly Rae Jepsen right now while Clyde cancel on people.
Oh
Like
my
that's the
God.
vibe this is
building.
giving.
Oh, the building's going.
That's the downside of not having the
Goo
ability to do
cocoon.
so with that winch. The charge and slam is not
What's the
gonna provide
plan
you
with the
that
game?
Like what was that? What are we doing?
What's the plan?
With the
What were we
monster
doing
to
there?
finish him off, so Soyo does get a trade, but the timer is so
Yeah,
low, they have to
dude.
go for the
It's-
defense.
it's
Our
That
just-
was a sell. Yeah.
The
Light
team
work,
wipe
bro.
is there for Nether, taking it 2-0,
Oh man.
putting DC in their place.
Wow. I don't think that many people.
That
saw
was
coming.
that was the most
2-0, I
uncoordinated
think, is
game
the
of final round
2-1
at
in
this
both
level that I've
games,
ever seen.
but
Nah, I take that back.
convincing
Not the
ways
most,
out
but
of
one
it.
of.
Not that
Uh,
T-Sim was
The
out.
Dude,
most
you
is
nailed it on the head. They were
what I
not
forget what
locked in
team
at
it was. It was
all.
like Amers
They
Blue.
were in
Really
shambles.
mattered.
It was
They had
Amers
a
Blue or
really
somebody
great
in
lead.
championship series that I watched. That was the game that I was like,
That
what the
Mundo was
world
looking
did we just
really
watch?
good, especially
Dude, they
just
had a good
what's
lead and they just
be
did
the
not
better
want to
choice
lock
between
in.
the model and
They
the
did
pilot.
not.
Even
Crazy.
on Fortress
I'm
Stadium,
surprised Nether
it
locked in
seems, so
after
I'd like to see
dying in the gas
Spurs
nade
here.
on that first
Bard
map.
with 5, Onyx with 2
Goodness
in the
gracious.
media matchup. Sansoyo
Man.
cooked. Sansoyo did his thing.
Which is
Damn,
why
dude.
that last death was so crucial for them. He had the pick. He was able to go ahead and take out the medium on the side of Nether, but unfortunately, Sansoyo just could not convert that rocket.
Is it best of
taking
3?
himself out. Just
That
meant
was the best
he
of 3. It
wasn't
was
able to
2-0.
actually do enough. So
No, wait, sorry. I think you said it's
a
best of
crucial
5.
last minute mistake, and
Best
they
of
couldn't
3.
quite make it happen.
No,
Maps
he
are at the
just
bottom
said
left.
you guys got one more.
If they lose this, it's not over. Again, as we've said many times, right? Top 4 are going to move on, and they're going to play again. You have to win 2 best of 3s to qualify. So you have to win 2 best of 3s
Oh.
to qualify. If you lose 2 best of 3s, you are eliminated. So Ape
I
Squad
see.
are not over yet.
Okay, they're going to a
Right?
lower
We're getting a little
bracket.
bit-
That's
we're-
what they
we're teaching
mean.
the
But no,
players
this
what we
series
see
is
as
over.
well,
It's
right? We're kind of educating the players a little bit. Got to make sure they do a little
Dude, I was so
but
confused.
if
I'm
you
like,
want
are
to
you in
follow
best of
along,
5?
again, make sure you're checking out
I
the
was
links.
wondering
We
too
have
because
the
I'm like,
command
I only
stream.
see
Check
3
out the
maps down
teams
the
that are
bottom
currently
left.
playing if you want to make sure you're following along. Check out the bracket. We have a fantastic website that's been put together by an
You find the
absolute
private chat, by the
stellar
way,
team of
that
devs that we have. Shout out to RMR.
Nate was
Shout
talking
out
about?
to Ved.
No.
Incredible stuff they put on. They've
It's the
cooked some
voice channel.
amazing
the watch
stuff
party.
up that works really
yeah.
well for us, so we can put this stuff on
All right, I
live
was
and
catching
make sure
up.
we have these totals going really smoothly for you. And it's only going to get better as the season moves on. But another move on, that's not the last we're going to see of Ape Squad. We might not see them again. We might not catch their match, but they have a chance to pull it back because they are going to have to go up against the other teams that lose their 3v3. So the real question now is, who has lost their other matches, and where do we go from
I don't
here?
feel
That
like
is
they
the
have a
next
bracket for this, right? I've been sitting here looking for it. I don't think they have one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. I'm definitely curious to see what happened on the side of Steppers. I want to know what happened over there just because they seemed to be pretty dominant in the cash out rounds. Unfortunately, we didn't get to watch any of
That was one of the Apes teams. There's like
However,
8
if
of
we were
them.
lucky
Where?
enough to get to watch
Right.
one
So
of these
Ape
best of
Squad,
threes, I
in
would
case y'all
love
don't,
to do
I mean, I know some of you know, but
just
like
to see-
Ape Squad
just to see if it translates directly over into those
is
3v3 modes as well.
multiple clubs
Waltz,
in game
are
of like the
you-
top
Are you shocked?
players, basically.
Honestly,
They're like the highest RS
a
club
little
in the
bit,
game or
a little
something.
bit. I think one of the things to remember is that
Really
this
weird.
is not a Sansoyo.
They're like the top of the
Arms
club
Players, these are all
leaderboard.
these are really good players, but they're not players that have been playing together for a very long time in terms of like competitively. I mean, I know they play a lot. Like you said, in the Ape Squad Discord, they're always running these sort of things. But I think what I saw, and it definitely took me by surprise at first, maybe with map number 1. But it happens once. It happens once, maybe it's a fluke. It happens twice, maybe it's a coincidence. It happens 3 times. It is no longer a coincidence.
No,
It
the
is
highest
planned,
SR
right?
club is
And we have seen
ours.
the previous match. There were 3 steals like every single time.
Which
that
are
was
we
in the
changing that
steal
around?
Last possible second.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
I'm
are
gonna change it.
so good. They clearly
I might
have
log in and
their
do it right
comms
now.
down, and when they
Go
make
for
the
it.
call, they say,
You're the
"Okay,
owner,
we have
right?
to go. We have to turn and go for the steal right now." They turn and they go, and they have the steal set up. And yeah, they maybe slightly messed up their infuser on that.
Well, the
first
highest
round of
SR
Horizon.
club
They
was
slightly
HF.
gapped
I
a little
mean,
bit. That tends to
it
happen
was
when nerfs
Apes
get
like
to you.
a season or 2 ago.
But we've
I
seen them
don't know who it is
consistently
now.
make sure that they know exactly when the call is and when that has to happen, and that kind of
I
communication
can
is
tell you.
what separates teams. Like you said, Ape Squad, not Ape Squad. I mean, some
Clubs.
soil, but
It's
Desync,
apparently Oasis now.
they're a good team. These are good players.
Yeah,
and they know how to
48
play.
members in the top
But
K,
that extra
10K.
level
I guess now it's
is-
top 10K.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it might have just been like a set plays type of thing, even at that point. But
Holy cow!
yeah,
Wait, they have
you're right.
108
Back to that
members in the
point
top
about
10K. What
those
is happening?
missed Heal shots. That could have just been a 2-0 right there on that game.
Combined
instead
points
of
on
it going
1.9 million.
to a 1-1. So in
Yeah,
fact, they
2.7 mil-
probably
oh,
were
wait, no,
playing
is
even
this-
a bit better than the scores would.
Oh my
seem
god,
to
why
be
is it all
telling
out
us.
of order?
That's
Oh my
something to
god, I'm
keep
gonna have a
in mind
panic
there as
attack.
well. Team's looking
Yeah.
pretty strong.
1.7
They're
million.
looking strong.
filled out in just a minute here. We're going to
1.9 million.
break so we can make sure get our next matchup set for you. And then
1.78.
we will be right back with more of the Pro
Can I
Hub
pull like a leaderboard
qualifiers
for this?
for the season 1. We'll be right back for you guys in just a
Who's
moment.
in here?
Can he chase a second one? There he goes. He gets Uni down.
I don't even
The
know he's in
headshots
there.
are lethal. He gets the third. Are you?
STN's not even in the top 10 right now. It's kind of interesting, actually. I don't think none of Bricked is in the top 10 currently. Wow.
Really?
Not even in the top 20? Okay, Busy is 27th currently. Okay. Okay, there's STN 37. Where's you? Stooge is all the way down to 252. Must not have been playing much. I want to lock in and do the mini. Should I do it?
Do the what?
Mini. But I gotta do it with the backer on. I can't. I'm too lazy. Hello. Group of 5 found in Julia Roberts and Austin Powers. I don't know. Ben of Broadway. Keep it down. Bloke. Inside part of got club. What? Rip face head. Oh, not what? All right. AKA name. Okay. Oh, so cloth. Conversation opener. I don't know that one. Chasm. Converse. Chad? What? Not a Chad. Not head. The heel is the inside part of a golf club. I play golf and I've never heard of the heel. Wait, alias, probably right. AEIOU. What? Oh, wow. Mouth. Ben Platt. Okay. Guys, I made a girl mad. Any tips to recover? Well, Cody's still in a relationship, so Cody, go.
How important is she?
Yeah, it's an important question.
How worth it?
With 2 H's is... Oh, you like her much. But it
Okay, and can I ask what you did?
what did you do? Yeah. I think she does too. Might be something going on.
Okay, but like, what did you do?
Hey, well, this is too online for me. So, like, she thinks I trash talked her, but I used her as an example because the owner of a Discord was power tripping, and I really didn't mean to drag her down, but she think of it out. I think, at least.
How did you apologize?
Have you apologized?
Have you apologized?
That's crazy.
If
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I would just I would just apologize if you haven't.
He says he has lots.
But like, there's a difference between apologizing and like good apologies. You have to make her feel heard.
I mean, if you've apologized, you've apologized. That's my take. I mean, kind of for me. Dude, I should have made coffee during this break. I didn't realize it would be this long. Literally kind of dying over here. Caffeine deficiency. You think if I just do it, it's fine. This break that they've been on has kind of been long enough for me to make an espresso. Kind of like thinking maybe I should just go make one, even if it goes back.
Sure.
All right, Cody, you're piloting the Cody and Sam Super Show. Take it away.
Oh.
Hang on, I'm gonna turn the audio back on for the.
I'll
be back,
guys. I am making a.
And we are back with
Oh, they're
ProHub
back. This is
Qualifiers
so
Season
funny.
1. I'm
This is
Walt,
so
this
funny.
Merch. We just saw some fantastic finals, and we got even more to come. How are you feeling about the game so far, Merch?
The games have
This
been
is so funny. This
fire
always
so
happens.
far, to be honest, I think we've already
This is so
seen
funny.
some memorable moments. just in these
Boise
qualifiers
left and it
alone,
just
even from
started.
teams that may not have even made it to the league, but some incredible clutches.
Always happens. This is so
Arguably with
funny.
more on the line. You know, a lot of these people, like, it could be your dream to be a pro gamer, and this is your first step into something like that. So these clutch plays with all the pressure on, it's cool to see, and some stars could be made this season. I can't wait to get through these qualifiers, even though I'm having a blast. I just want to see what's set in stone. But to get us a step closer, no pun intended there, we're going to be watching Steppers versus Via. So two very strong teams. The Steppers are composed of Kip Kip, Angel, and Unfortunate, and Via's got Sergnal, Cafenio, Grimlock, and I think Mr. Tinder. I'm not sure who is subbing today, but just a powerful team that we've seen a lot of last season in Pro League as well. So a lot of household names here as far as the finals goes.
Yeah, very big names.
What kind of music am I listening to? Nothing currently.
Some amazing work.
I'm just making an overlay.
On the other side,
like in general, to be honest with you, I have a pretty tightly knit amount of artists I listen to. I try to branch out every once in a while, but a lot of the time I kind of just lock in on a couple artists. I'd say 2 or 3 of my top genres are indie pop, indie, and probably like bedroom pop. I'm very into pop. Of course, I'll listen to rap every once in a while if the vibes, are there, and then EDM as well when the vibes are there. 2 of my favorite artists of all time, Jeremy Zucker, great guy, huge bedroom pop guy. John Bellion, one of my favorite producers of all time, is a goat. He's made albums for the Jonas Brothers, for Justin Bieber, Maroon 5, etc. Lawrence is really good. I'm a really big fan of big band like jazz and
two teams are going to
any big band, really good stuff like Sinatra.
So between Steppers and Via, one of them
older school, and then new school like Lafay or Lawrence are great. In terms of indies, Two Door Cinema Club, Beirut, Local Natives,
I think Via is
Bon Iver,
the strongest team right now.
Sales, Bakar, if you know who Bakar is.
Familiar with after the games that we've seen so far today.
Cave Town's really good.
Nethers looks very strong as well.
Dayglow is actually my sleeper favorite artist right now. Dayglow is so good.
In the next round, I would like to see a team.
I love Dayglow. Dayglow is so good. They have such good songs. Shout out Dayglow. Backstreet Lovers is good too.
If quote unquote losers bracket.
Yeah.
And make it into
Good Kid, Wallows.
Yeah. Very excited to see what these teams can do. And like you said,
what kind of music are you into, Kai? What are you into, dude? I literally listen to everything.
Very, very long.
So,
but let's just kind of run through exactly what he said because, yeah, Big and Round, a.k.a. Buff Nama and Desync, all teams that are at risk of having their dreams of being in the season completely crushed. So they've lost their first match. If you lose your first one, you got to win 2 in a row, and that's going to be pretty difficult. So I definitely am looking forward to Via, Grimlock. All the players on this team are players that I really very much enjoy. I like watching them. They are fantastic. Again, like you said, don't know a lot about Steppers, but if Nether did so well coming out of nowhere, I'm excited to see what Steppers can do.
Yeah, they looked so strong in cash out. So I mean, it's gotta at least mean something, right? If you're able to win so convincingly, they had like over a 50-point lead from first to second place. So that's not a joke. That means you're winning in first and you're slaying out too, slaying out significantly over the second place team who was slaying out in their own rights. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Frank Ocean.
I'm excited
okay,
to get our eyes
Kendrick.
on Steppers for sure.
Check out a guy. You might like this. If you're into like, if you're into like chill like West Coast rap,
Big and Round actually with a little
bit of pop vibe. There's this guy who goes by Healy.
So
Healy is very good.
Honestly, they made it top 8, so we're not going to get to see them unless they make it to the next round. So fingers crossed for them. Let's see if they can do it. But it is interesting to see that, we talked about different teams trying different things, and the double heavy just didn't cut it Team Samurai didn't quite make it through, but Double Light seems to. And what's quite interesting is I've talked to some people where Double Light feels like it might be on the verge of being potential meta. The Pike is one of the big things, maybe holding that back because of how well that handles lights. If you got 2 lights and you got a Pike dealing with it, that can be really difficult to handle. You're not going to be able to cross those distances, and as lights, you really need to be able to, especially when you're running with the infuser.
Not to be unk, but I would sneak out of my house and go visit a girl I liked on a electric scooter, and I would bump this. I'd bump this guy. This guy was such a vibe at like 2 a.m.
I think we're finally approaching an
Insane
era where
vibes.
there may not just be finally one meta where you're forced to run one comp. There might be 2 viable comps at the same time. I personally think the thing holding the Double Light build back right now is just the existence of the defib. Because when you're running Double Light, your third is the heavy. You just need that third.
I love that guy. That guy's a huge vibe.
Team, and I think that is just still one of the most. Even though medium has definitely gotten the short end of the stick this season, I think the jump pad and the defibrillator are just 2 gadgets that are so important to have on your team. So it is tough to think of a team comp without them.
I do wonder if that is is defib truly what's holding medium in the meta? Because I think the jump pad does a lot. I think the mobility that they have is so important, and also just it is that perfect balance of a certain amount of HP. You're not melting immediately, so you can play around things. And then with the model, the FAMAS, the Pike, they have some pretty strong weapons.
Top song or what?
Is so big, and we really only see DMAT as well. DMAT is something that is just incredibly.
I did a wardrobe change.
I know we got bands coming out here, so it looks like we're going to be heading over to this Horizon.
Hey, Cody.
First, I believe. Then we're going to be heading
This is the vibe.
to
What's up?
Vegas. And finally,
I'm
on Fortune
did a wardrobe change. I'm gonna send you something to your text messages. Is your girl around?
Vegas.
No, I'm scared.
2 maps that we already saw, but a third that we have not. And that's very cool. So we get to see what these teams are going to put together. I'm expecting.
Yeah, no, this guy's a vibe, dude.
Loaded in. I wonder if DMAT is just too strong.
Healy's great. Check out some of his albums. Honestly, he's very much a hit or a miss. I'm about to blow your brain though. You ever heard of Versace?
Not just about the jump pad.
You ever heard of Versace? This guy is genuinely my goat.
An opening does so much.
Wish we could play music without
games.
games.
I've talked about this to you, but if you
Dude,
took
Versace is such a go. I love this guy.
And made
Okay, let me put you on something real quick.
Does that make DMAT sometimes? Do you actually switch off of DMAT sometimes? And does that?
He is a little bit of everything.
Does heal actually appear every now and then? I would love to see what that looks like.
Well, I do think if Heal Beam was made a gadget, then it would probably have a 100% pick rate. However, if you made the...
What are we looking at? Wait, what are we looking at for music?
I don't see it having...
Surprisingly,
I don't see it having more value.
He was saying he was into like rap with like a little bit of a pop swing to it.
I did say how important the defib is.
Dude, Calling is probably one of my favorite songs of Versace's. It's so good.
The reworks and the nerfs to it, just like the Heal Beam has. So that's why we've seen those things even fall in pick rates the way they are. We do see some occasional mediums running no defib, not usually in Pro League. However, we have seen that in the pub star loadouts and stuff of those sorts. So I don't know if making it a spec would be the move to get people off DMAT. I think DMAT is too good, and that was a point that I didn't bring up in keeping medium in the meta. But I do think if you have 2 lights, that you can kind of replace the medium's jump pad with one of the lights having gateway, because now you have an extra gateway.
They're already talking about how you can replace medium, bro. I'm so chalked. I'm so cooked. It's over.
Later,
it's
dude.
over. God, bro.
Dude, I'm struggling not to burst into song, bro. I'm listening to all my bangers right now.
I need you to look at what I sent you.
The movement goes with the double light versus a medium.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do, especially with. I mean,
I didn't even
Charge
gotten
is a
it.
very underpicked option, and maybe
You got me
Dude,
scared.
I'm scared. What
You
is
had
it
me
here?
scared for a second there.
Oh my god!
It's also a big pickup. I mean,
Jesus. Do I have permission to show just your stomach?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna crop it so you just see the red.
Don't show my belly button. I'm
reference?
sensitive. It's not showing.
It's not 2-0 yet.
Hold on,
but
I'm gonna
it
get
could
it.
be
Hold on.
If steppers have their way. Kip gonna be running that SA-12. Looks like a double light, medium, heavy.
Wait,
Mirror matchup.
it's not 2-0, right? This is the first map. I didn't miss that much.
Winch versus
Look.
mesh, and this is such a fascinating
If I can get it to
combo to be
focus.
kind of going up against because.
Anyways, you see how red the screen is? That's how red Sam
If it's
is.
just a straight up winch versus mesh.
Nah, I sent him a picture of my sunburn because somebody has to understand what I'm going through over here. But
Oh, dude, I've listened to every Kendrick Lamar song. Don't worry, I got you. I'm here.
See it on display here.
Kendrick's
You just
gas.
give them a little bit of security in these open areas.
I think
Yeah.
people overhype him though.
I sent
Hot take, that guy's overhyped.
I sent Cody because he's seen me in the pool recently. I sent him a video of me showing my stomach briefly to show him how sunburned
big
I am.
fan
'Cause
of,
somebody has to understand.
I'm a big fan of Lupe Fiasco.
Kip's falling to about 2 bars of health and will eventually go down.
Yeah. Honestly, my heavy hitter right now, who I've been listening to a ton, is Dayglow. Dayglow is
Oh,
hands down
Dayglo's
my favorite.
fire.
Have you listened to the new album?
Oh, they have a new album?
Yeah, I love
Oh,
Dayglow. I want to see them so bad.
Oh.
When'd you start listening to Dayglow?
They just been popping up, bro. I mean,
Because I put them in a ton of your playlists.
yeah.
So that might be why.
Well, no, I mean, I've been listening to him since I, got into indie when I started dating my ex.
Gotcha. Yeah, I love Dayglow.
You listen to
Wonder is
Valley,
great,
right?
too. Yeah, I listen to a ton of indie.
Yeah, Valley's are. They're playing with AJR here soon, but tickets are like $250 for lawn. I was like, God. But it's AJR, Chelsea Cutler, and Valley. Which I was like, that's fire, but I don't know if
Yeah.
$250, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have mantled properly. He's at half health now. Meanwhile, Grimlock on the bottom is separated from his team. He's not with his medium. He's gonna go down. Cardinal
Yeah, it's.
full health now. The Infuser's gonna bring him
I
to the
can
break.
share with you like
Unfortunately, on
some of the
backside is down. Ethan goes
indie
through, turns
artists I
around,
have.
so
You ever heard of like
But the model, the white coming out
you
from
ever heard of
the
like
right,
Backseat
thought they
Lovers,
had
Local Natives,
finish off Cardinal.
No.
Two Door Cinema Club,
Yep.
Hopefully we get another look at it with the replay as we see a
Barut.
nice pick on Grim there. It was looking
Maybe.
good at first, but then things just went
obviously
south.
Bon Iver.
South if you are
Yeah,
not
I love that song with Taylor
south if you
Swift.
are the steppers, and now they're gonna
Never
have to
heard of that
step
one.
on the gas here.
Oh, it's actually kind of fire.
Gas has been manipulated
Nah,
by
fuck
the
that.
middle of the street
On
there, coming off
Evermore.
spawn.
Bakar's really good.
The
King
low round
Cruel.
spawn as
Swimming
well.
Swimming Tapes is good.
Opting to take height off the rip. The player
Wait, it is not 2-0, right? This is map 1?
is doing. Fafenio
No, I think it's
hasn't
been
quite
2-0.
seen it yet. So
Dude, no way I
unfortunately,
missed 2
away
maps
from a
making
bit of,
coffee. That's not true.
unseen information on the side.
They started the minute you got up.
Not really optimally
They started playing? Because I thought it was just Waltz and Meech talking that whole time.
No, they went right in as soon as you you left. It was really funny. It was
Wait, are you
unstoppable.
serious?
Yes, it was funny.
I was standing right there. I thought it was just Waltz and Meech
No,
talking
the
the whole
minute you
time.
got up, they're like, all right,
No,
we're
it's
gonna
not.
head
It's
into the
0-0.
next
You're
game.
trolling me. They just reset the score at the top.
I could have had it. I could have had it.
You could have had it because I was standing there and I kept looking over because I was like, that's why I went and
Yeah.
changed too. 'Cause I was like, oh, they're
I
still
could have
talking.
had a good thing going, and they fucking
Oh
robbed
my
me of it. Dude.
God, I was losing my marbles. Holy.
I almost had him, boys. I almost had him.
But once your heavy has that mesh outside,
Yeah, I looked over and Waltz and Meech were still talking. I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go put on my sweatpants because I was still in the clothes I've been in the car in all day. And I was like, I'm gonna go put on some comfy clothes. It's that time of night. And 27 at night, I made myself an iced latte.
Can they stop giving Heavy so many animations, bro? The disparity is too big.
They're trying to get people to play it, bro. Relax.
No, I want more light animations. There's none.
That new
angry.
Tesla fried his brain. I think it's the fact that I had full self-driving on for 6 hours straight, so I never really was paying attention the whole time.
Dude, I love it. I checked the fuck
I
out.
checked the fuck out. My mom asked me the other day because I drove her back from here to back home. And she's like, so do you think like if GPS were to shut off for one day, like you would be able to get back home? And I said, nah. She's like, are you serious? And I was like, bro,
Oh,
you
okay, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Well, I've also never done it from here back home. I think that makes sense. I could do it from like my college town and stuff.
I could get all over. I can get all over.
You've lived in the same area this whole time.
No, but I could get all over Cali. Without a GPS, I can.
Have you ever looked at how many roads are in Cali versus like the Eastern Seaboard?
It looked like they were set up
Yeah,
over
Cali's
on
crazy.
SLB.
No, it's not in comparison. I'll show you after this. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm pulling up the U.S. highways map. Y'all get ready. Everybody talking about Cali and everything's got all these roads, and they don't. They just simply don't. There was what were we talking about? There's something about like oh, it was Ludwig's Smash tournament, the one that he's trying to break the world record for, and why he's hosting it in Chantilly, Virginia, which is kind of near me. And he was like, "You want to know why I'm not hosting it in LA?" He's like this, and then he pulls up the highways map, and it literally shows you how many fucking highways there are to basically Chantilly, which is where Dulles Airport is.
Anyway, so enough to scare them away. And a little
like,
bit more of cat and mouse here. Yeah. Just not much happening. Ooh, but an aggressive zip upwards. You're gonna miss another RPG. A lot of missed RPGs.
Dude, what is Pink doing?
I don't know if something is kind of changed.
I don't know a lot of anything. I mean, like, what are we? Who is it?
Oh, no way he got out with that.
Oh, no. I'm
Dude,
aping
we're not going
that.
to clean that up? We're not going to
I'm
chase
aping that. I'm telling you what.
They're better than me.
I'm burning all 3 T-bats. I don't care if I die. I'm aping that.
Are you talking about the Ludwig drama with Mango? Rest in...
Is it the
No,
Mango?
actually don't rest in peace, but rest. Rest to go.
How the hell did they get that steal off? I mean, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Mango's always been a bit of a liability. Just nobody remembers. He's always had issues. He's always been controversial.
I would have been very nervous at every event with him. As much as like I understand he's like a legend in Melee and like in the content space. But I as a tournament owner or something like that or host for anything with him there, I'd be very worried, especially Furio card. Like that's just a bad mix. So
I think personally, I think the people that are mad at I don't know. I mean, I'm a believer in like you are your own person. And you know, you're an adult. So I mean, we don't know what their relationship was like or how personal it was. And he might have known that he had like a something going on. Oh, he's getting a glitch. He got the glitch.
Which one?
He has a glitch. I get this all the time.
Oh,
I get this glitch all the time.
Stuck ADSing and can't shoot.
Yeah, that's fun.
Thank you, Burrito, for switching up the camera angle there. Unfortunately,
It's not his fault though. Like I think you have to remember that
Mango's a
you're your
grown.
own.
Yeah,
He's
Mango's
a grown-ass man with a kid and a wife, and he's like almost 40, and it's not his problem to or his. It's just not his problem. He's a grown man. He can handle himself, and if he has a problem with drinking, then he should be able to do that.
Yeah. And he's somebody that has
He's
had.
old, dude.
Yeah, he's old.
He's almost 40. He's late 30s. Mango's old, dude.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but he's a grown-ass adult that, I mean, should know his own. He knows his own limits. It's not he
is
should.
a kid
He knows
that
his
is
own.
like 12 years old, dude.
Yeah.
But even if he was younger, it's not anybody's job to babysit someone when you're a grown ass man, grown-ass woman.
Especially an event being streamed live on the internet. That's like going to work and being drunk as piss and doing something. I mean, that's essentially what happened. He's a streamer. That's his job, and then he.
Yeah, I think Pizza summed it up good. You are the captain of your own vessel. There's no excuses for Mango's behavior. I think it's disheartening to move the blame onto someone else, because that's like the whole layer of addiction is taking your own responsibility. A lot of people that struggle with addiction make a lot of they have that. Their thing of getting out of it is having excuses or reasons, or they're always something to back up to. I mean, yeah, but the whole event was that point, though. The whole event was, hey, drink. It's the point of Mario Kart. I also want to say, as someone that's gotten pissed drunk all the time, it's not hard to control yourself when you're drunk.
All through college and stuff, I never had a problem.
I might be a bumbling idiot when I'm drunk, but I'm not gonna go you know,
on the steppers
do that
in game
to
1.
people.
Let's take a look at the
And I think
scoreboard
I'm a
here.
big believer in
Unfortunate,
people
2,
that
4,
say,
and
"Oh, I
5.
was drunk when doing
I don't
something,"
think that tells the
use
full
that
story
as an
on what he was
excuse
doing. Again, the medium
for their
usually
actions.
catching the short end of the stick, but
It's my
not if you're
big belief.
Signal, who had the most
And if
kills
you
on
can't
the
control
hands
yourself
of
when you're
5.
drunk, then you shouldn't be drinking.
Great stuff out of Signal. Huge
I
shot.
But
think
I wouldn't go to a
that
party
was
and
a
if
great
someone was
move
like,
he hit
"Oh,
on
take a
that
drink,"
first
I wouldn't
matchbox, I
blame them if
believe.
I go and do something.
But overall, a pretty
I-
Because that's
balanced
my
score
decision.
sheet. So nothing.
I think Ludwig is
jumping out
innocent in
off
the sense
either.
of this, but I will
Nothing
say
jumping out
Ludwig
off
was putting
either.
himself
Yeah, I don't
in.
expect to
I mean,
see
that entire event is putting yourself out in a liability.
Las Vegas, and
Because it could
a
have been
drunk
not been
man's voice
Mango,
is an honest man's
in a lot of
voice.
ways
Yes,
quite similar
yes.
to Horizon.
I'm a strong believer in that.
Although I
but it, like, I mean, it could have been somebody other than Mango. You know,
anytime you're
like
on
that's the other
anytime you're on
thing.
the
So
rooftops,
I mean,
especially kind of out towards the parking garage area,
it's a bad
there are
idea to do
potential
that kind of
for some
stuff,
long sight.
in my
I
opinion.
don't think we're going to see either team pick up Pike. I
Like
don't see
live on the internet.
I mean, maybe they will. Maybe we'll see some mediums pick up Pike. But I think with Vegas, it's so easy to force these close range engagements. We're going
I
to see
think people
very
are too
we're going to see a very similar play style.
lenient on what
play
they're putting on the
opportunities to
internet these
teams. And
days,
both
and not
of
really
these
think
teams
about
seem to want to
repercussions of it.
do a very similar thing.
Well,
They're both kind of playing the map very, very similarly. The big difference, of course, being the winch versus the mesh shield. And I haven't really seen them.
I mean, it wouldn't have been as
make
bad of a
full
look, but it
use
would have
of the
been a
mesh
bad
shield
look, say, like if
really
Ludwig was trashed, and
put it
he's
to its
like
maximum effectiveness.
stumbling
I think
all
that's
over the
biggest thing that we
place,
haven't
or
seen
like
yet from
yelling and
Summers.
saying shit that
And
probably you
a
shouldn't
lot of that
say,
comes
things
from
like
making sure
that.
to
Like, I mean,
approach the sites correctly,
like the thing is,
get the
anybody
correct
could be in that
breaches,
situation.
set up the offense in the way you need to.
I would just say
I
that
think it's
Mango did
also
the
important
worst.
to remember
Mango just did the worst
that-
thing he could have possibly done.
Yeah, I mean Ludwig was also
We haven't
drunk,
seen
so
if
if
they're
we're
gonna go with the same thing,
moving
and they do. They're not
blame
changing anything up, so it's gonna be
to-
that Hamas, so same lookup
Yeah,
on
so
both
look, let
teams,
me tell
not
you.
just-
I'll explain to you what
Yeah, pretty much exactly
I mean,
what you just said.
at least in
Touch
my
on that
experience.
mesh shield point.
you're a little slower,
Mesh may just
and
falling out of the meta. I
you know it feels like you're playing with
I think
input
there's a
lag.
reason,
So anytime I'm
that
under the
NA
influence, I always ask my
players,
friends,
even
"What
though
frame rate are you at?"
last season in
That's
Pro
my
League,
biggest
Unity
determination.
God, you're
What
chronically
frame are you
online.
running at?
was all NA
What'd you
teams.
say?
That's
They
a
still
god,
took
you're
this
chronically
original
online.
strategy from
No,
EA
but it's a real
Pacific.
thing because
I know,
do you
no.
not feel like when you're
Yeah,
drunk,
you're
your
valid.
frame rate's lower?
No, you're
Yeah.
valid. It's just like, goddamn, you're chronically online.
So I always say, what frame rate are you running at? And that's like the best way to explain it. Like imagine if you're slosh, you're running at like 12 frames. You're running at 12 frames. 12 frames, you got some packet loss going on.
Yeah.
So it's like you still know what you're doing. There's just a little lag to it. And like I said, if for people that don't have control like that, then you need to make those steps beforehand to keep yourself in check.
Yeah, the misconception with young people, because somebody else in our Discord actually asked me about this kind of topic before, like what it's like to be drunk, for example, because they asked me about Vegas, and it's you don't go from 0 to 100, right? Like you're not like your normal self, and then you're just floored. I mean, unless you're like you're doing something that is really irresponsible, right? Like taking a bunch of shots back to back to back to back, like not even a breath in between. I mean, you doing that, you're setting yourself up for failure, and you know you are every single time. Like, right? Nobody does that for a reason. And so that's kind of the thing too, is people like, I mean, I've never had this situation where I'm like, I should like stop, or I mean, like, I've always been at the situation where I'm like, all right, like, no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you never want to be in that situation.
And the smart person I am, I always am very, you know, very chill when it comes to drinking. So when somebody does come up to me and be like, take another one, I have the space for it. I got the space for it.
Yeah, drinking socially, you have to drink slow. I mean, play Beerio Kart even. I mean, like, I'm sure if somebody said, if somebody was like, I do not have any more, they probably could have like had water, and I'm sure nobody would have given them shit at the event. I'm sure there was. They had a non-alcoholic event at the event. Like, I think Valkyrie and other people were playing in that, right?
Yeah.
Cafaneo just got getting caught out, unable to really put anything together.
Yeah, I mean, just to end the conversation, it sucks that happened. I feel bad for, you know, the people that had to deal with that, because it's extremely uncomfortable when you also have cameras on you, having to deal with that situation. Especially, you can get a lot of scrutiny being in those situations. But at the end of the day, it was his choice and his decision to portray and do those things, and all the fault should be on him. And that's all you can say. Do I think someone should have probably done something? Yes, but I don't think it was Ludwig because he was also under the influence. He should have had someone there that was kind of like a chaperone, I guess.
Wait, Jog is drunk right now telling us, me and Ducky, that he wants to play Red Dead Redemption 2 and he wants to hunt and fish.
Dude, sign me up.
Okay.
Sign me up for that.
I'm in. You have my attention.
Are just so risky. I know there's not a
Someone say
lot
fishing?
of time, but they proved right there that there was enough time because they got that.
Should we do a drinking stream where every time we lose RS we have to drink?
See any heals come in. I might have just missed it. But I'm curious if heals were involved.
The bad
in that
slope.
initial bias. But great retake from the steppers there. I mean,
I don't know,
honestly,
you
great
know, it might be like the
Maya,
3 a.m.
and
flow
just a
state I get in.
retake
I
from
play
the
Why
at
don't
my
we do
peak when
let's do
I'm-
Berio Kart but finals? So every game you have to drink a whole drink, and you can choose. You can't play while you're drinking, but you have to finish it.
Sounds so miserable.
And if you don't finish your drink by the end of the game, you have to throw the next
Do you
one.
agree with this? Do you agree with getting the money over there and just not plugging it in? I mean, clearly it looks like
Jog's cooked, bro. I hate to tell you. If you say that, he's cooked. He's cooked.
You're a beautiful flower, dude. That bug has been happening so often.
Fight away from losing that map, so they don't want to get ahead of themselves. But I think you're just giving it away. I mean, look at Kip.
Dude, that guy genuinely needs to go outside and I think touch some grass. He says he loves foliage so much. Just go
Go tell
touch
him
the
to go
grass,
tell him
man.
to roll around in the grass a little bit.
Yeah.
From Sam, with love.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell him.
I've seen this
I
happen
got
a
you.
couple times. I know some teams have experimented with this idea of like
Tell him to go buy
team
some
play
spinach
before
from
you
the store.
plug. I just don't agree with it.
Get it
every time
DoorDashed.
because I've never seen it pay off.
Yeah, there used to be a strategy somewhat along those lines as Cafenio is going to find a nice ranged kill.
I said, yo, go roll in the grass a little with a smile and a heart. And he said, wood good, beautiful.
Hitting some nice shots with the FAMAS there, Signal with a fast res. Grimlock finding one as well, leaving Unfortunate in a 1v3 scenario.
Bro,
About
it's
half his
tweaking.
health.
Now he said, he's like, how do you know this? Who told you? And I said,
He's
chat.
just gonna do his best to get out of there. 2 bars of health, he is defibulated.
Yeah, loves. He said he loves foliage. He said that we should respect foliage more. Fuck is that supposed to mean?
So, I mean, I guess in the
The
grand
fuck is that
scheme of
supposed to mean?
things, them not plugging early paid off because now they're at least at
Dude,
10
pizza,
retake
you can't cook
about
this
a
guy. He's
minute
not even here,
versus
dude.
had they done that
He said,
initially,
"Okay,
it
flower
would've
boy."
been not much to play at all.
Yeah. Well, I guess I think
not
Via
even
was-
here to defend himself, dude.
I wish I could show my messages right now because he says, yeah, I fucking, he says, yeah, I fuck with Natut. I fucking love nature.
You know, it really. It's an interesting strategy.
Oh my
you know?
God.
It doesn't always
He's
go
like, I love
He
nature
looked
too,
around,
bro.
He didn't spot Cafaneo there. So now
I
Cafaneo's
love that
taking a
you
very easy
love
glitch nade. The mesh shield is
dudes.
gone. They're completely exposed in the crossfire. They have to get out of there with that bounce pad. But they still have to go for the steal eventually. They keep moving up and down. The dome shields are down. No more utility left for either side. The RPGs have been thrown. The mission
Looks like Pink's, but they need to interrupt her. Oh, insane winch. Yeah, dude, Jog is cooked, man.
The crossfire is constant. It's only one member left.
He's asked me to fish with him now. I'm in. It's just that easy.
Great delay. I love Grimlock not dropping down. He just hit the winch, delaying extra long. Great plays from them.
Mesh users getting
Oh.
very quiet after that one. I think this game is a master class.
Wish we knew what the
of
bracket
just
was.
showing the difference right
No
now.
matches were.
The evolution of the winch claw and what it's capable of. I was gonna make a point that when he was meshing his teammate, that's something that the winch can't do. But right on cue, he got glitched, and it just completely.
Dude, look,
nullified
you're talking about
that of
fishing.
the mesh
Me and
shields.
Jog are flirting.
Teams are figuring
That's
out
all
how
I'm
to
saying.
work
Sup, Ducky?
around mesh, and not only that, but the glitch will also take care of the dome shield. at the
He
exact
said,
same
"I ain't
time.
gay, but I would kiss you."
I think winch is the way to go, unless you're running some very niche builds.
He said,
or
"You like a
unless you're
flower
running
in the
some
sunshine." You feel me?
possibilities are kinda endless with the winch.
I could definitely see which maybe
Oh God.
really just that long range pick where you're crossing maybe like a hospital point and you don't
I forgot you were
have to
certified.
cross, you know? Maybe
Awesome.
He said, "You like a sun in the sky."
as well as, like you said, I think it struggles a little bit.
You should go diving.
Nao needs to get there.
I've been dying to go diving. Okay, people have been hitting me up a bit saying that, and then it never happens.
Dude, I would love to go diving. Actually,
the initial plug
Dude.
does matter a lot. Like if you're on
It's
the
honestly-
defensive, the ability to kite these fights out and just
You know
run
I'm like rescue
preventing
certified,
the
right?
team from ever actually going for the
yeah.
I told you this. Yeah. I'm
No.
literally like I have all the like time and everything done to become dive master. I just have to take the class.
And without that winch, they're not.
Sorry, I'm really distracted because Jog just said that he's the jelly and I'm his peanut butter.
She said what?
He said I'm the peanut butter and he's the jelly.
He's the jelly?
Yeah.
I have a fire response to that, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
So nicely, in and out. He finally goes down. Unfortunate, the only one left on his team does get a defib. So, unfortunate with the double.
What is happening?
I've never skied before, but I actually would love to. I would love to go skiing. We actually have we have a very popular
I promise I'm not a mesh shield hater.
ski hill out here. Quite a few. About an hour, 2 hours away that I want to go. I just haven't.
The reasons, just the alternate reasons as to why you could use a mesh.
I actually don't have nitrox. Aqua.
The glitch barrel that he just.
I have
Hey Sam, do you
have
think we
deep
can
water
find?
and such.
You think we can find like a hot spring? Or a What's up, Arch? Yeah, Arch Maester. I don't know how to say that. What's up, Arch? Maester. Yeah, what's up, man? No, I was gonna say I should go, and also I was gonna say, can we find a hot spring in Sweden?
Probably.
Can we find one of those? You know have you ever seen those ones where it's like a hot spring, but it's in like a room and there's like rain? I've wanted to go in one of those and just like sit there and contemplate my
Are
life.
those out in like Tokyo?
I don't know, but I want to go in there and just contemplate my life for like an hour.
Can we do the next boys trip out in freaking Japan, bro? God, I want to go back so bad.
I'm going next November though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's
We do have one more
I
push
don't know.
though,
Intimate.
at least.
Intimate.
If you have one more chance.
You gotta tell me. I already know.
That was a really nice play.
I
Wait.
stay for another week. She goes home.
To answer your question, Kai, about skiing, yeah, I actually went to college in the mountains, and my physical education class one year was snowboarding, and the next one was skiing. But I had my own skis, and then I had a season pass to the mountain. So not only was I getting class credit to go out there and ski, which I already was gonna do every day, but yeah, I also got a student discount, which was
Dude.
fire. So I'd go out.
I will.
I was gonna say I would get out of class at like 3 p.m. and we'd have all of our boards or skis on the top of my car locked because I had a rack that would lock, and we would get in and we'd go ski till like midnight every single night.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I would love to do that because I actually kind of need someone to teach me because I've never
can
done it
teach you.
before.
I've taught numerous people. I'd happily
Yeah?
teach you, yeah, especially if you come
You
out
gonna hold
here.
my hand?
Yeah.
You gonna hold my hips?
I'll teach you the pizza.
For sure, and now both teams are equally close to qualify.
Oh, is it your main? Oh shit. Do you like? Is it?
And we will see them.
Skiing is different than. I know it's different than snowboarding, but like, do people say they snowboard specifically? Is it like one of those things where like you don't want to say you're a skier if you're a
No,
snowboarder?
you say you're a snowboarder. I don't like snowboarding. As somebody who started skiing first, snowboarding, I feel like I'm hurling myself down the mountain, hoping for the best.
So
Right.
It's like
Skiing is a lot more
controlled
graceful.
falling. Yeah,
mesh shield in the next round.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I like more.
Well, it's kind of like biking versus skateboarding. Same
I
thing.
know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, actually, yeah, you know, it's let me go to.
If y'all need help on Night Rain, I got you. I don't even own Night Rain.
Actually, Merch,
Waltz has the glasses on.
Is stronger than Winch. You don't know what
Who
you're
said?
fighting
Who
for.
said?
Where did those
You know.
glasses come?
Who said Night Rain?
I just have glasses.
Who said
you know.
that?
Honestly, there's not even a prescription.
Dude, I wanna
actually.
get Night
These are
Rain,
just
low-key.
fake glasses. You know.
Those are your readers.
What's the Windows shortcut for the emoji key? You might know.
When I play, I'm a certified unk. If you didn't know, but
You can
yeah,
write
I'm
Windows.
working out at the end of the
Windows
day
E?
via just
Period?
quite
Windows
better,
period, I
But I
think?
think I don't think
Yeah,
that
Windows
was
period.
necessarily
Yep.
on the mesh at the end of the day, though. I think that really came down to the way
GIFs
that
are built
the
in. I
fights
didn't know
were.
that. And
I think that came
emojis.
down to the way that the fights panned out.
I didn't know
you know? Like,
emojis
I think
were
that
built in
Vi
too.
were just kind of struggling in some of those moments, and
Yeah, I
Definitely,
Ducky, I saw your
good
message
stuff.
in
I do wanna
the
give a
watch
shout-out, though,
party
because we are moving to a game
thread
three, but
on
other
Discord.
games are happening
These
right
games have
now.
been very
Nether, who we
interesting to say the least.
watched in our last matchup, have qualified to the Pro League Season 1. They are our first North American team to move on. Huge props to those guys. We saw them
True
do
quad. I don't even know.
incredible work playing against Desync. Not surprised to see them move through, and I cannot wait to watch them in the Pro League itself. Amazing stuff from them. But we have another qualification. This is the final map. You have no more second chances. You have to figure it out right now on Fortune Stadium.
This is the final qualification.
Yeah.
I guess.
All in this one. I'm doubling down. I'm standing on business. I think Vaya does it, and I think you were right. The mesh versus winch argument wasn't really the deciding factor there. I do think the winch was winning that 1v1 matchup, but regardless, we move on to map number 3, which is on Fortune Stadium. We do see Vaya getting an early tap, which is about to be finished, but it looks like Snepper's in the more ideal position to actually take this tap if it does come to that. I see 2 members of Vaya on my screen, but I'm curious to see where the last member, there he is, he just pops up. Angel almost falling off the map, but does have that dash to at least secure some footing underneath him. And it looks like the Steppers, yeah, they're just going to take money and go. I don't know what Vaya was thinking they were going to do there. I don't know if they glitched a gateway, perhaps.
Yeah.
It looked like Vaya was way out of there. That must have been what happened, because Vaya was not even close to that.
Hey, when that happens, I've been there.
There's,
Hey, when that happens.
now and then, you know, maybe they just had a different idea. Maybe they got caught out. Maybe they just had a little bit of a brain fart. It happens. Just Angel is set up in a really straight shot. Oh, this is great. Look,
I could have
right
filled
now,
in as
both
your medium.
lights doing some damage to
I'm
each
just
other,
saying.
but Cafaneo gets the worst of that exchange. On almost no health, still gonna drop through.
Dog sold my
The
diamond
absolute
rank up
stones
game
in
last
the
season.
space.
I'll die on that hill.
Goes down. It's working for him as the heavy is
I think we're gonna play tonight.
God,
I'm
ready.
Yeah.
An Asian
As
player.
soon
I'm
as
gonna
it's
be
done.
rusty as hell though. I haven't played in like 2 weeks. It feels like.
Getting defibbed back up, and the Steppers stepping on Vaya right now.
Yeah, turn of events there, quick turn of events. I loved how Cafaneo played his life, though. Taking risks for sure.
I don't care. I'm down.
Maybe calculated risks, definitely got a little aggressive, but then
This is gonna be interesting though with 2 lights.
10 HP to get those heals off. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, they still lost that fight, but that is
Yeah, you can jump a guy.
that's how you support your team right there. And had they won the fight, that probably
Do we need to
would've been
practice for
that
tomorrow?
Immediately coming off a spawn, though.
Probably
Go ahead.
should.
You know you're right, FC. Oh no! Oh, RPG Kip!
Oh,
Kip!
How do y'all fall for that?
I was just gonna
Did you not
say,
see that?
never take the zip line.
Did they RPG zip? No, they
I
didn't.
mean, a
They
similar
RPG'd the
zip.
platform, dude. Killed 2 of them. Look at this.
That is bad. That can't happen.
The setup.
Wait, what?
That can't happen.
Wait, you can break that platform?
They were crouching.
Yeah.
Can't move
I didn't know that.
What are you looking
That's
at?
crazy. Wait, that's new tech. I didn't know that.
Why are you stopping and looking
I knew
up?
you could break the zip line because I always bait that one, but I didn't know about the
That's
platform.
GG's right there. That's first
No,
cash
yeah,
out.
that's
Dunzo,
ropes.
bro.
Approach here this time, chat. It's too short. Now they're gonna have to
I don't even know why you go for this at this point. Just set up and go next.
Grenades are there. The damage is done. Vaya.
Now you just wipe. Now you're even more. You're even off tempo now.
That was bad. I mean, they didn't get a single push really on that point. They never.
That was crazy, dude.
That can't happen again. They're gonna need to have short-term memory on that and forget about it. I don't think we're forgetting about it. That's for sure. But moving on, we see the Steppers take a quick 1-0 lead.
I recognized us in the Pro Hubs chat.
For the momentum.
Really? What'd they say?
They were just asking about the format, and I was answering some questions, and they said, appreciate the info. Also, are you guys the YouTube channel on YouTube? Pretty sure I watched a number of your videos, and I said, that's us.
In the air does have this is where that mesh shield comes in handy when he's up in the air like
Go.
that. But now he's getting pushed aggressively. Might actually win this heavy, but the heals are there. Cafaneo is just keeping his team alive. One goes down from Just Angel, but can he finish off all 3? The XP is still a good weapon. The reload is fast, but it's not fast enough. Cafaneo shreds him in a matter of an eye. Cafaneo doing so much work in that fight.
I feel like I've put
Heals, he like me for real.
how many hours have I have in this game so far? Honestly, it's not that high, but
ultimate
like in
support
comparison to a
out
lot of
the
people.
light. I actually love to
But
see
I
that.
still feel like there's just
Just
random
kinda
shit that I still learn.
flirting with the 1K support, but in the
Yeah.
3v3 mode,
318
what's
hours, and
also
like I didn't know that
terrifying
that platform could
to
break
have that
with an
support
RPG.
score as well. He is punching
Oh, I'm
every
looking.
single
Hang on.
box,
Wait, I just saw your
filling all
message.
the categories. Cafenio putting in work. We do see Serg going to block off of this jump pad with the goo. He probably has that down to a science. He does. That one's blocked. But however, someone else manages to get across. I don't know if they used a jump pad of their own.
Dude, those are great.
You see a bit of a staircase
What?
setup. These
Kai sent me some fire
these
DMs. Hang on, I'll
prevent
forward them to
high
you.
risk, high reward. If you get caught out, if that play gets sniffed out, you pretty much wipe instantly. However, if the team doesn't check, you have quite an easy drop
Yeah.
with that team at. They do get sniffed out here, as Unfortunate knows exactly where Vaya's at. Shots popping off, but nothing exactly happening. The pre-setup looks like Kip's throwing the C4 on before going for the steal. I never agree with this play. That's his own C4. No, his own C4 is still intact. However, Vaya's C4 does detonate and get that drop. Just Angel looking for some shots here. Kip finds himself in front of two enemies. Not the scenario you want to be in as Kip. Yeah, Cafenio finds one. Another one's going to go down.
That's rough, dude.
And Grimlock finding his. So every single player winning their one. Really nice hold. About a minute left to work with here. Steppers are going to have to approach a bit differently, but this gives Vaya so much time to set up.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff from Vaya. You said this is going to be a last-second push. It's going to be so hard to get onto this point. With the goo grenades going down as well, I wonder if you almost just don't. Do you even try here? I mean, it looks like they want to. I mean, they said, hey, man, this is a chance to qualify through. Why would you not give it your best possible shot? They're diving onto the point. The DMATs are there.
What is this, 1-to-1, right? Right here?
Yep.
There goes the goo. Actually, great placement on that goo.
Oh.
Unfortunate is in the corner. Dome shields down. Has the RPG.
The heavy can't get through there. The heavy's not getting through there. Oh, did he get off of it?
They cannot finish it out. Just Angel, the last one to go, surrounded by the enemy.
What happened? Did he get off of it?
It is down to the final
Where the goo
cash
moved
out.
it.
This cash out determines who will go to the Season 1 qualifiers and who has to go back for a second round.
That got hairy. That got hairy really quick. Cafenio now with 2200 support, by the way. And got
What is
kills
happening?
in that fight. So,
Did you see that?
dialed.
Dude.
I want to point out Signal teabagged and emoted. I love to see that.
I love that. Yeah, I love that out of him. Teabagging and emoting after
Not
that.
bad
I love
sportsmanship,
that.
It's a gamesmanship, and people need to know the difference. But I love that out of Signal. Things are definitely getting heated. They're taking it seriously, that's for sure. Unfortunate getting aggressive with his teammate pushes. His teammate is trailing behind him. I was just going to ask because that man looked like a man on a mission. Nice shots, finding early shots there on the opposing medium. But now kind of bit off more than he could chew as he's going to fall to the hands of Signal.
Oh, it's up, Fade. I didn't even notice. Came back.
Going down. Now getting the res as well. Making
I just saw your chat
a
messages.
nugget to go. As Signal's going to take the money, get off the scene, and take all three.
Yo, Ducky, let him know when they can book
They got
a
little
coaching
embarrassed
session.
on that first cash out. They do not want to take it lying down. They're going to find their way in. You know, something that I've been thinking, going back to the defib discussion, I feel like the infuser almost makes the defib better as well.
Yep.
Like, when you think about the biggest weakness of the two biggest weaknesses of defib, right? You come back with half health and you can't use your gadgets. Well, you can instantly solve the half health issue with the infuser. You can't do that with a heal beam. Heal beam's just way too slow. With the infuser, it's just over. You know, it's like you get defib, you're full health. They've spotted them. They know exactly where they are. This is a disastrous moment for Vaya. They're getting chased down. They're a little bit separated. RPG takes a snag off the back of one of the light. Now they're chasing down the rest of the team. Very low on so many of them. They're able to hit the jump pad. Successful. Oh, I cannot believe they survived there.
Wow, all of them. That might just be a little bit of luck, and now the winch comes into play. Unfortunately, it does get pulled, but luckily he does have some teammates with him to help out. Kip finding two. What a turn of events. An incredible turn of events here, as now Cafenio left to defend all by himself, and he can't do it. This is going to leave about 30 seconds left because we're going to see the flip here. We got Vaya with 30 seconds left to go for this steal. So all or nothing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they don't clean up on the winch there. Though to winch him in and then lose the 2v2 is crazy work.
Merch, I
What'd you say?
expect you to be writing up a very
Responded, Ducky put in chat. He's like, how the fuck did they not get the winch? And I was like, they
they
pulled him in, and then it was a 2v2, and they still lost. Like, I just don't know how you lose that.
But they know exactly what angle they're going to be coming from. Steppers are going to be ready for this. There's a DMAT. He has one more charge. They're still looking for the kills. The timer is running down. Cafaneo already have help. They found one.
Okay, drops it. Oof, gets it by C4. Yeah, Glitch is going to come through. They're going to get dropped on. Oh, Kip's one shot, though. Kip's a bullet. They're not going to kill him, though. There goes Kip. That's it.
Sheesh, dude.
Oof.
You know, maybe if they had a mesh shield there. I'm just kidding. What
Crazy work,
That's
bro.
crazy.
On that final steal, but incredible defensive hold out of the
That is a
steppers.
crazy
Surprising me
mudsling
for
there.
sure. No disrespect to anyone on the stepper side of things, but I thought for sure.
Dude, Kip kept putting it on the back, bro. 10 and
had other
6.
plans. He definitely heard what I said. And Michael Jordan meme, he took it personally, absolutely diffing the opposing heavy in that round.
That's why you
16
don't
kills,
bag an
10 and 6.
emote
Grimlock
when
going 4 and 6. Grimlock
you
did
just
have
came back
plenty
to
of
tie it up.
assists, though, so something to keep
They were
in
down
mind there.
1-0, and then they got the
All
second
across the
cash
board.
out, and then they
Unfortunately, no
bagged the
kills.
emote, and then they got
They still won.
worked on the third
that's
one.
The
Yep.
life of a medium.
So goes, dude.
Grimlock ace terminal attack during season 3. I have no idea.
And I mean, again, that's not elimination. They have to lose
I don't know.
two
Terminal.
before they get fully eliminated. So they have one last chance for them. They're going to go down and they're going to actually face off against Big and Round, which we will probably actually be watching that matchup because that is one of the teams we have not gotten to see. So we're going to figure out exactly what matchup we're going to be watching. We're going to go ahead and take a look at those teams. But that does mean that our final, we can kind of give you a little bit more of an update on.
Oh, he's got the
who's gonna
Ruby
be our
background for
first
season
teams
3.
qualified
I mean, he
are
hit
going to
Ruby
be
for season
the
3. I don't
the
know if it means he got
Steppers
an ace. Per
and
se.
Nether. So
Probably.
two teams, we've seen how well they performed, totally deserve to make it to season 1. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to 2 teams, and the teams we had to say goodbye to are Buff Namas and Arctic's Knife Academy. Unfortunately, they could not quite
RIP.
make it through. Thank you guys for playing. It was great. But we are going to move on to our final 4 teams, the Steppers versus
at?
the Nether. No, those are our 2. They're not playing each other. Those are the 2 that have qualified through. Incredible stuff from them, Merch. How impressed were you by these
Ducky,
teams?
when are you going to coach me on how to hit Ruby?
Extremely impressed. I mean, both teams, I personally, in all of my picks, definitely had as my underdog, to say the least. But these guys on Nether really impressed me. The guys on Steppers, fantastic. Obviously, I was very familiar with Kip's game. Seeing him last season teaming with Strapes and Apo. Kip put in a lot of work last season, and I'm glad to see him getting that shine this season. So congratulations to the Steppers. And as far as Nether goes,
Don't want a coaching
they
session with
definitely impressed
Ducky.
me as well.
So just him yelling at me? That's kind of stuff I
significantly
like.
less familiar with, but
Gotta be careful,
We're going
though.
to be acquainted with them this season,
yeah.
that's for sure. They have punched their ticket.
We are going to get to see a lot of them. There are going to be a lot of games played, so it is going to be very, very special. It's going to be a very good time when we get to do so. But we have 2 final matches. We're going to watch one.
Yeah, so the NA play days
to
start
watch.
at
So
8. Eastern.
Let's we'll get into
Gotcha.
those matches in just a moment. We have to get our team's map banning. We have to get our maps for
Wait,
you.
I know
We
you
gotta
won't
go
be
ahead and
back
make sure
up,
that
but-
we're ready. But we will be back in just
All right, good
a
night,
moment
Fate.
with our
Thanks for hanging
final
out, bro.
match of the day with our 2 final qualified teams for season 1. This has been the NA qualifiers so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute.
Can he chase a second one? There he goes. He gets Uni down. The headshots are lethal. He gets the third. Are you kidding me?
And from the grave, they take the win.
So I was thinking for like in the breaks, because we'll need to come up with more games to play and stuff. We should make a like an equivalent of 20 questions, but for like items in the finals, whether they're weapons, arena items, things like that. Thoughts?
Goes down. He's holding on this
Yeah,
point.
that could be
He
cool.
can't get off it right now.
If us
Can
come
Uni
up with a
win?
couple of them.
He gets nullified. He gets in the lava.
Hey, you finished all your drops.
W.
to connect your game account. You wind up updating the club info?
Not yet, no. I got locked into making this graphic.
Oh.
It looks cool.
What is it?
You'll see.
Featuring the game's top talent, pick up games where chimps become champions.
Thursday nights 8 to 10 p.m. every week, only on 8 Squad. Catch us live on air on Twitch at twitch.tv/8squador.
Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I think so.
That's a tournament.
No, I don't think so.
Trying to grind rank. That's the
Apps?
yeah, we got
Mhm.
I can't be gold 4 anymore. It's actually driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Just the thought, me going to bed at night knowing I'm gold 4 is driving me up a wall. I just haven't had time to play.
That's one for the highlight reel, Scotty.
I have to appease the owl. Give me a sec. I've been doing a Swedish on Duolingo, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
In addition to Spanish and Japanese and chess. All thing.
Oh, dude, nice.
Owl consume. I can't stop. My streak is too high. I'm too invested. You guys wanted to play ranked? Yeah, we want to play ranked. Well, I do, at least. All right, you want to see? You want to see? Look, the owl is literally consuming my life. Y'all see that? Look. All right, whatever. 15, 14. Been on this ish for a while now. Very Kai to high plat. That's easy. Kai and Jog sold my rank up game last season to Diamond. I'm just saying. We literally had that game in the bag, and I said, we don't need to push in. We just have to sit here and poke them, and then they both dove, and it died. We got wiped and lost by like $200, and I literally almost crashed out in that moment.
Our new Series 2000 effectively suppresses third-party influence and eccentricity, outperforming our competitors within the standard deviation of conformity. With the Series 2000...
Wait, you don't want to play rank? Wait, what's happening? You don't want to play rank now? Guy? Is that what this is? Don't love me anymore?
Yikes. Just like that.
I always tell guys, oh yeah, I have 6 DMs from Jock, so let's see what it says. He asked me when's the fishing trip, and this has no typos. I'm worried. Wait, we're fishing and
Man's
golfing
asking.
now?
I guess so.
I heard the trip was skiing. Or scuba. Looks like they're figuring out bans right now.
Gotcha.
We know you feel alone, but trust us. You're really not alone. Let Ngimo bring the
Golf in Florida would go. It's hot, bro.
breeze through and sign our completely straightforward user agreement about data sharing and join our global community of friends. Ngimo, beyond boundaries, within reach.
Oh, bro, I haven't seen a Zooey Mama in a minute. I love that somebody said that, chat. I love that. Dude, that's been a minute since I've seen that one. Oh, hell yeah.
And the light goes out. Old Town, brighter than ever.
Hit below. Whoa. You had me until below par.
Clarity, unity, progress. Naturally, you want it. Naturally, we provide it. We refine instinct, polish doubt, erase contradiction. You'll feel it, not as restriction, but relief. A version of you that doesn't question, doesn't falter, only moves forward perfectly in sync. Together, we are the immune system of society, the antidote to chaos. We are the architects of order. Naturally, you understand that obedience can be beautiful. You are not being controlled. You are being aligned with the system, with the signal, with
Via
each other.
Loki.
Via, we as one.
In the world of sports, every second counts. Every move matters. That's where a Spooze comes in, the sports beverage designed for champions. With a Spooze,
I want for this season, it would be cool if Nozomi's Citadel like became more and more like consumed by one side or the other just throughout the entire season based on sponsorship. Like, you know how they do that for like the stadium takeover stuff at the end of the season for World Tour, but they should do that for like the map in every single mode, like all season.
Gotcha.
You have the breach and it's like 50-50. It'd be kind of cool if it, because I mean it's supposed to be them battling, so. People are telling Waltz and Beach to hurry, tell them to hurry up and pick the map. And I said, come on, just lock in Kyoto twice and let's call it a day.
Diabolical, dude.
Qualifiers, and we have two final teams that we have to get. We already got two. We have two left. Now, we do have a couple matchups that are about to happen.
They have 2 more subs until they reach their goal. Should I do it?
They are in a matchup. One team
I
is
should.
going to be eliminated, one team qualifies.
You could.
We're not going to be able to watch that one because we are going to be following Via, who we just saw lose to Steppers. They're going to be moving down into this matchup, playing up against Big and Round, one of my personal favorite teams.
They're playing Big and Round. Oh, that's my favorite team on the roster now. Team's called Big and Round, bro.
Those your boys or what?
I mean, Walt said it's his favorite team.
Why are you excited about this one?
He said that, not me.
I think everyone
But he might have convinced me.
in chat who knows that we're about to most likely see some dagger gameplay out of Kale Whale, which just it was cool to see the introduction of melee weapons in the competitive.
I can't keep leaking Jog's DMs, bro, but they're just too funny not to. Bro thinks I'm gonna hit below par in golf if we went golfing in Florida.
Yeah, this guy's.
I said,
I don't think you realize who
I said
Sam
you
is,
had
dude.
me. I said you had me until below par. I don't know who you think I am. I'm not shooting below par. Maybe I like bogey to double bogey. Like probably realistically like 13 out of 18 holes. If we're playing golf on a like not extremely difficult course. Why am I watching V1S gameplay on Monaco? Why am I watching Monaco? What is this match? Oh wait, we're watching support light. Hold up. Wait, so are they not Big and Round? Is this support light? Who am I watching? Oh.
Good night, Fate. Have a good one, dude. screen might have missed you when you said that, but
there are too many possible cash outs that are just going to completely brick your entire game. You're not going to be able to do anything.
Monaco best map. I mean, I don't like dislike Monaco. It's just more I didn't expect it to be picked. You just don't see it a lot in pro hubs.
I don't see him at all.
Yeah, which is why I'm like I'm just kind of surprised I'm seeing this, and then I'm seeing a V1S, and then I don't even know what else I'm seeing.
You knew it as soon as we saw Monaco. The long ranges on this map. We're going to be seeing the rooftop duels, and the rooftops also.
I can tell you it's the worst fucking F1 race though.
Team gets low. Be watching that. These pikes
Needs to get cut out of the circuit.
They're going to be making these calls.
I understand it never will. But God, I hate it.
Just like this, the RPG.
Oh, big winch. Pull him out of the dome. Big winch. I love that. Not only did he hit that, he also placed himself to pull him out of the dome shield to get the follow-up. That is actually a great winch there.
There is a revive for Vaya. It looks like they're going to be trying to get the same thing. Unfortunately, Virtual Soldier is stuck in the attic over there. So they're not going to be at full strength for another 10 seconds. This might be a very easy steal.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the contest is coming in. An APS turret does come into play. Perhaps a DMAT is on the horizon, but Calcifer is not really on the scene to do so. Sergnal does have that DMAT in hand, though. And we're just going to see a bit of kiting here. It doesn't look like Support Light has actually fully regrouped quite just yet. And now they have, so they have plenty of time to work with here. They don't need to rush anything. Sergnal playing the low ground. Interesting choice, to say the least. Monaco, the name of the game, is playing on the rooftops, at least in my opinion.
Vaya has not liked taking high ground at all in every match I've watched them play so far, and I feel like it's been their downfall. You can't really tell if it's like they're playing for the stall, but they're too far away from the level that the box is on to actually play it. I feel like too many floors down.
So far, so good. I mean, full health for both teams halfway through on cash out B. We do see an aggressive jump pad come into play, but quickly Vaya gets out of there. Support Light maintaining top position. Virtual Soldier on the prowl with these Diamond Eagle. The steal is coming into play. The first stall also comes into play.
Grimlock's low.
Immediate hop on the second. Grim goes down, but immediately gets defibbed anyway. The winch into safety.
Yeah, this game's crazy.
Goose stall. I don't think it actually stalled. However, Grimlock does get the kill with the SA-12. They're taking out Virtual Soldier, leaving Support Light with 2 players left. And now Kalewell will find their one, making it a 2v2 scenario. Grimlock getting healed back up, leaving with just 10 HP left. Kalewell trying to find the picks here.
Oh, wow.
Grimlock will go down, and we do see the team wipe. It's just too late. They don't have enough time to get the
Team wipe with the V9S was not on my station.
Yeah,
They
you're telling me.
They were spooked by the amount of time. They had a little bit of time left. They were able to grab the totem. I'm not sure where they grabbed the totem from, but Vaya grabbed Grimlock's totem, got her defib, and they were back at full strength in just a matter of moments. It didn't end up mattering.
Somebody asked,
that was the key decider there.
is Las Vegas Sandstorm in the map pool? And I replied to them saying, finally someone with some taste.
Game of the best of 3, but if you lose this one, you're out, and you don't get to
That's
participate
funny.
in the season.
Trying to rage bait the chat a little bit in there.
A very early glitch, dodged completely by that dash. Nice movement.
I'm working.
Kale is a dash. Certified license holder.
I actually don't mind Vegas Sandstorm though. I think we've had this conversation, but I've come to actually like it a bit.
Virtual Soldier needs to get
Right.
by Kale, but the heal is not there. Gonna get finished off circle.
You said that right, like I'm wrong.
Taking out the third Grimlock.
No.
His own
It's
team.
right, like you're right.
They're gonna be in control of this ball. Again, the Vaya team is on the up and up right now.
Yeah,
Still working on whatever it is you're working on.
a hair too late from
Yeah.
That's typically
Fuck
how it
them.
looks when I'm
What the
trying
fuck
to
in?
heal me.
Yeah, I'm kinda cooking, though.
That heal gun, and she just dies.
Does
the
it move?
second I get the shots off.
Yes.
Do it
Unfortunate to
wiggle.
see, but that's the
Yes.
name of the game. They do get
Hell yeah, big second.
more than another chance, as 2 has not even been plugged in yet. They are going to be looking to plug this in over at A in the Cathedral, and probably winch it out into the open as well. Right on cue. I actually don't love that spot though, because if you position yourself in the doorway just right, you can have some fantastic cover. So let's see if Support Light sniffs that out. Kalewell is going to fall to half health pretty much immediately. We're going to see Calcifer trying to work his way up to the other side of this height. On Cathedral, this is by far the most powerful position to be in the game. Unfortunately, they just need to figure out where Vaya's at, because it's not going to do you much good being up here without possession of box or any knowledge of the enemy's whereabouts.
Yeah, they have to find a way to get in out of this point.
I wonder if there's a way.
Full control.
I've been thinking about this for a little bit now, but I'm not really sure how to do it. If there's a way to essentially have like a listen-in bot that can stream like a Discord channel that we're not in, like stream that audio to us in OBS somehow. I would love to be able to get like player listen-ins like they do in like CDL and stuff, because I'm curious to know if these guys like calm as like rapid as like Call of Duty is, because I imagine they do.
Right.
But I'm not sure how you do it. I don't know. I know you've messed with like having two Discords like running at the same time basically in like browser and stuff. Like, is it best to do that and just like undeafen it, I guess?
Maybe.
I play with that, see if I can figure it out.
The Pike takes him out. This could be what they need.
That's big.
On a 2 versus 2.
Who's running APS? I just saw that.
Looks for the steal. He might commit to this at this point. KOL just trying to defend him.
Bergnall is running APS.
Just in a corner, the D-match through the wall, but they see him. He doesn't have the right angle. He looks for the pick.
This is crazy.
That's a win for Via.
Takes out Kale as well.
Wow.
The kill score is crazy for Grimlock this match, and that's a 2.
Y'all do callouts a little faster, as fast or a little slower than CDL players if it helps. I mean, yeah, that's how I call them. I would say if I'm like actually locked in trying to win, like really locked in. But I want to like, because they don't do listen-ins right for ProHubs. I'd be down to see if I could find a way to do it, and then like maybe get permission from ProHubs to get those.
But things change, metas change.
I don't see why they wouldn't be doing.
I just don't know how to do it, like technically.
So useful there, and making the case to keep medium in the
like, is that what you do? You just have a second Discord account essentially, and you jump into the voice channel and you undeafen when you want the audio?
Combat score as well.
Probably.
So
I mean, like I said, I can't think of any other way you would pull it off.
You don't think we'll get permission? You don't understand. You underestimate my pull.
Sort of a role.
No, not your pull. You underestimate my pull.
From mediums and lights. However,
speaks too much of the
medium is
strategies.
Still also a support. It's just more
okay,
of
maybe.
a support meta that we're seeing. Now you have lights.
Oh, it's funny.
Going on crazy kill runs.
I mean, you do bring up a point there. I thought you meant more from like ProHubs, like actually giving us permission.
Is going to be an X factor for a lot of these teams.
It's such a valuable position, and it's such a.
I'd also worry that undeafening somebody is just full rage yelling at somebody, which would be really funny. But yeah.
If you are not winning those battles, if you're not healing your team, there's so many roles that you have to fill as a light now. So those top light players.
I mean, the thing is, like Call of Duty, they do it during respawn matches, right? They don't do it during search, but they do it in respawns.
Quite the kills that are necessary.
And it's kind of like, I mean,
worked out the V9S. I like the idea, and
I mean, this game is going to get to the point where it's standardized enough to where it would be like watching Hardpoint. I imagine one day.
The V9S being the chosen rifle there, and there is a reason that the 93R is better. It does do a little bit more damage in burst. It's you get 2 shots to the head. You're gonna dome a light very, very quickly.
Good.
I'm wondering this next map being a pick for this side of Big and Round. So does she go back to the dagger? Do you go for the weapon that we know that they can play? This is elimination now. If they lose this map, it's all over. Do you go back to what you're comfortable with, kind of what's tried and true? It is your map pick. Do you think they plan for that?
I'm honestly, I'm not sure. It's one of those things where you do see a lot of dagger players. I'm friends with a few dagger players as well who will switch off of dagger in the final round. It's one of those weapons that definitely benefits in the chaos. And there's a bit less chaos in the 3v3s versus the cash outs.
Yo, can I get a vibe check?
On what?
The best dagger
Oh, I can't even share my screen in here because you're sharing your screen.
Any scenario, and KOL is definitely one of them. So
I mean,
not impossible, however.
Wait, Jog wants to talk about fishing. I didn't realize he was in here. Should I invite him to speak?
We do see aggressive.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Nobody has fallen quite yet, but right on QT.
Chat, do I open the floodgate?
Trying to get these model shots.
He says he's trying to talk about fishing.
Missing one, missing a second. However, KOL still taking some heavy shots, trying to get out of there with 2 bars.
I flip a coin. I'm flipping a coin. That's where it goes.
Model shots land. Calcifer still down as it's just the light and heavy to work with here, so they have no.
All right, this doesn't count. All right, heads is yes, tails is no. Best of 3.
About half HP. This is quite a long battle. Kale's gonna
That's
fall,
1 for no.
One's gonna fall for support light. Signal
Damn.
one as well. So a drawn out.
Wait, heads for Aqua, tails for Jog. Best of 3.
Has their medium still alive.
Uh-oh.
Once your medium goes down, the longer this fight goes.
Yo, wait, this coin flip is actually rigged on Bing.
Walk away with a successful SR.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the second you see the entire team
Actually insane.
run, you know it's almost
That's 5 tails in a row.
they've clearly lost the battle. They're trying to figure out.
You're
any way
on
to
a
salvage it.
VTuber stream? What do you mean? Like you're watching it, or you're like actually on it? Like
Calcifer
like
taking out
in
Circle,
the stream.
now they have control of this ball.
All right, I'm opening the floodgates to Jog.
Line might have been able to catch one. as
Been
they
invited.
come through. Instead, he's just gonna try and pick off this light, trying to do
Hello?
some damage.
Oh
Instead,
shit.
Oh my
What's up?
god, he's on mobile, bro. God,
Bro, I'm in the garage right now, man.
in the garage right now. You sound like a
Yeah,
40-year-old
bro.
dad hiding from your wife.
What? No, what are you talking about?
Oh wait, y'all do that in Canada? I feel like that's a East Coast like redneck kind of more thing.
No, we don't beat our wives over here.
Well, that's not what I meant. I meant more like in the shed, like with your tools and stuff, watching football on like some CRT TV up in the corner, drinking Miller Lights.
Oh, I've
Beating
never
your
even
wife.
seen a CRT TV, man.
Yeah. They're great for melee. Yeah, they're kind of high value at this point.
Okay. What am I supposed to answer?
I mean, I didn't realize. I guess you
Hey,
don't
check
have ball
the
knowledge.
chat. Sam, check the chat.
What chat? Our chat?
No, like the
Which
chat.
chat? Which chat? All right.
The watch party chat.
There's so, dude, there's so many chats.
The watch party chat and Discord.
Oh, is this supposed to be like a UI thing for the streaming thing?
For the tourney, when we do more.
That's fair. Like that.
Give me a new setup.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
fuck with that. I just feel like those little lines should be more blended up together, if you feel me, if you get me.
Yeah, I
Well, not
get
the
it.
little lines, but like the separations between the squares or whatever.
Cool, but lacks info. I mean, I think the goal is it takes away the UI info. Really gross and annoying to look at.
Yeah, and also it'll have the info there.
It's gonna be the same as this. What we see at the bottom, but not the maybe not the maps.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there should be too much info either. It should kind of look good too. You
Yeah, but we
don't
can
want
put the
to
maps on
lines.
there too, which is the benefit. You just add text.
I need to watch the Pro Hubs, man. I didn't get to watch them today.
Well, they're still on.
Yeah, but I'm a little,
You know what?
I'm a little, you know.
Little yacked.
Those broad shoulders.
I'ma play some Red Dead too. You feel me?
Hey, you gonna go fishing?
Back and carried them.
Yeah, you know, a bit of fishing, a bit of hunting, you know.
Are you doing freshwater or saltwater?
And the delay was super.
Us, probably saltwater because it's Red Dead. No, maybe it's freshwater. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never played
You
Red Dead.
mean IRL? I'm down to do anything, and I mean, people usually fish in freshwater because that's where fishes are most of the time, though.
I would argue there's more fish in the ocean than there are in ponds,
Well,
but
yeah,
that's
I
debatable.
know, but I'm saying, like, I know there's a variety of fish that just can't live in saltwater, no?
Yes,
Like
but there are
average fish.
significantly more that live in saltwater and can't live in fresh.
Yeah, but are they as tasty? Or do they make good
I
meals?
mean, they're already seasoned.
What do you mean by that? They're salty?
Yeah. You like salmon?
But that's... Do I love salmon?
You like salmon?
I absolutely love salmon. I have it
Oh,
like
great.
every
I
week.
mean, it's a saltwater fish, so there you go.
Mm. You make a good point.
You ever notice that you don't really have to salt your salmon because it's already kind of salty? I mean, maybe you have to salt it, but very
I
lightly.
usually put a little bit of lemon juice and
Mhm.
a little bit of red hot, what is it, hot sauce or whatever.
Kai,
Goes
Kai,
well.
Kai said in chat, by the way, he says, I just know Jog's speaking with the biggest smile ever right now. And I hope you are. I hope you're cheesing.
Listen. I'm chilling with Cody and Sam. I'm always gonna have a big smile. You know, they're my homies.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
They're my cupcakes. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh shucks.
God.
You see a coin available though for Cafenio.
I didn't
All right,
forget about
well-
that time you sold my diamond rank up game, but that's okay.
Use it right on cue. Does use that
Listen, look who's diamond right now. Okay.
I haven't
Good
even
speaking.
played. I know. I haven't even played the game, bro. It's
Yeah, you
literally
guys
been like
haven't,
3 weeks.
like,
I'm
played,
probably
like, 2
washed.
weeks.
I'm guaranteed washed right now.
Yeah.
It'd be a nade magnet.
All right. I'll leave you guys be. I'm gonna go do my own stuff.
Enjoy fishing. I hope you catch a big one.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
And
All right. Take
then,
care.
And then you can cook it, and we'll have our dinner date.
That's
Now
what
they
I'm
do have to
saying.
make that push in. Like you said, this could
Glad
be
we're on the same
All
page.
right. See ya.
Bye.
Yep, have a good one.
They might be able to winch it in themselves. There goes the winch. They do
Aqua
winch,
City
but
was
the
there
goo
for
goes
that.
down
I'm
in
pulling
time,
Aqua in here.
And there's the danger of that position, actually. Like you said, this might have been the wrong choice.
Aqua,
He
you've been
advances
invited
down,
to speak.
Does winch it there. Prevents it a little bit more. Has a great angle. Circles losing health by the second. But Cafaneo turns around.
This guy's definitely like,
takes
how
out
do
the
I
heavy,
speak? What do I
down
do?
for each side as a second
And it's
win
gonna be
goes
funny
down.
because I don't know.
Light numbers are
I've never
20
actually been
minutes,
invited
all
to speak.
He has to get
I
this
was
right now.
about to fall asleep. What you mean?
Oh, I'm to fall asleep.
Separates the fight. Just has to
What you mean? It's
has to get away.
11:29 p.m. Eastern. Oh.
Sheesh.
I'm just sitting here watching the game.
Yeah.
Cash out music's about to put me to sleep.
Just a matter of seconds, though. 4 seconds, and then we have both members of both teams. Bit of a delay.
Yeah, this has been a
Back up. Light and heavy here. This cash out matters so much.
You ever, like, when you lay in bed, you just hear the cash out being stolen?
no, because I don't play that much of the finals. You have a problem if that's happening. I'm sorry. You gotta see somebody about that.
Let's see how many hours I got this game.
God. Oh no, he couldn't get there. Oh wait. Wait, this is actually insane. Hold up, wait. I take it back. There's a lot happening. Wow.
That's insane. Holy.
Whoa. I mean, I had a dream where I thought I leaked everything for season 7 on accident.
I have 62.
When we were under NDA. That was scary dream to have, let me tell you. I woke up with sweats and everything. Bad.
Send that cash out, you pretty much could have chose any other direction or not moved it at all. One of the rare scenarios where you don't have to move it just because of how good the height advantage is there. But a beautiful retake out of support light.
Too many hours played in this game.
That one's got a sting if you're Via. I mean, I don't even. What do you even say there? A beautiful stall as the last man alive.
How many hours do you have on Steam right now?
From Kale Whale, doing everything in their power to stall, and the beautiful read. I'm sure they must have got a comm or something from the death cam.
Will it show me on Steam if I have it downloaded through the Xbox app?
Oh, you've been playing on Xbox app? Never mind then. Might be able to check on the Xbox app though, right, Cody?
Probably.
Yeah. It says I have 62.3 days.
Days?
Winch SA12.
Oh my god.
10 times out of 10. You don't take that one
Days.
right? You're 2 pumps away from just getting.
You have 630 days or hours, Kai?
Throw the entire match.
Please tell me it's hours.
Cash out situation, but instead Kale says, you know what? He's probably going for the long res. Catches him at the exact right time too.
The game hasn't even been out for 630 days.
I think it's better if I stick this long res.
Yeah, you're right.
Dies just after getting it, and then it's a light versus light. Like at that point, then the long res goes through, and in that 3 versus.
Yeah, well, do you have a
chaos
closed
at
alpha
the
clip
end, I also
that you don't?
really thought for a
Closed
moment
beta clip?
that they were going to be able to pick it up. I thought Circle had it,
hours.
especially
Okay,
especially when
sorry.
Virtual Sword just
Making
gets kicked
sure.
on his way through. It was just constant aggression from both teams.
Yeah, my hands were on my head because I did actually think they flipped it back, especially when that goo popped in, and then I saw the heals come in too. It was so hard to focus.
What you working on over there, Cody?
Screen. I wasn't sure how
Graphics for the community tournament, but I'm not sure which one to go with.
He's in the zone.
Still have 2 people alive.
I just sent 2. I sent an alternative in. I'm waiting to see what we want to go with, and then I'll make the cutout for the player card.
I believe the winner of this one is going to advance to Pro League. So we could see a Dagger making it to Pro League right here, chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. We would love to see it. But Game 3 is underway. Via versus Support Light.
Like you said, Kiowa probably running the V9S, but would love love to see that dagger make it through, and some of those cash out rounds made it through to the top 8. So something was working with, like you said, the chaos. But this is just controlled focus. Both of these teams are fully locked in at this point.
I'll do that then.
The momentum is in Support Light's favor. That last
62 days is 1,500 hours.
The ability to control
all right.
That's got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping you did.
A lot of damage gets pumped into Virtual Soldier there. Has to back out. The long range is working for both teams. Calcifer is about to die. He needs to get healed. There's the infuser. A nice long range. He's back in commission. Not healthy, I'd say, but he's not dead yet.
Oh, I'm getting tired.
The app I can get for like the.
We're not playing tonight.
No, I'm playing.
Later.
No, we're not playing tonight.
No, we're playing tonight.
Chalked.
Jeez. Brother, I am not the one that gets chalked in this situation.
First chalked. GG's.
You've never known me to be chalked like this. That's not true.
The only thing is,
don't put me like that. I'm the one that
might not be chalked, but you are chopped.
You gotta practice for tomorrow.
I mean, I might be chopped, but I won't be chalked.
It looks like they're taking out some frustrations there, and rightfully so. They've been on the short end of a few sticks, to say the least. Whether it was the match before this to land themselves here, not exactly going the way they anticipated, or that last game where it was quite literally stolen from you from under your nose while you're all alive too. It stings the way they've been losing, and they might be tired of it. We saw some aggressive beams coming in early. We do see
buy every night for free? Really? I don't remember that. On season 1?
Trying to get their heavy back up to full health.
Oh, wait, no, you said season 4 you're playing, right?
You used to be able to use the free
VRs.
You used to be able to use the free credits and then buy cosmetics with it.
Oh, beta.
Yeah.
That would prove very beneficial for the team. Cafenio may be the next to go down. Signal does get
I played closed beta and then open beta in season 1. It's almost season 1, and then anymore. Uh-oh. 2v3, Steel coming in. There's no disrupt happening. They're goo cocooned in. Not good. Bernal is low. Bernal is at literally a bullet. Holy shit.
Just long enough for Virtual Soldier to come back, but they are both at full strength now. A flip twice on this point.
DPS block that gets
such aggressive steal the first time from Support Light, but they just couldn't hold it afterwards. They take Grimlock out, and then Certain was able to do so much damage, but here they are, the final 15 seconds.
Do they have one more game after this? Or they
no, this is the final map.
So aggressively for this point, but Grimlock is ready with his RPG.
Map 3.
From the outside is looking for a stab. The RPG just kind of
I don't know if there's any more matches tonight. I don't think so. They don't have the bracket up, which is my side. Oh my god. Oh nah, 93 R might be it, bro. That's crazy.
Pretty helpful, actually, in those scenarios. I heard
Guns low-key been good forever.
Oh, I know, but dude.
Even though it didn't block any projectiles,
what do we want on the that little text section on the bottom right under name tags?
So that was really good use of the APS turret. You can get information out of it as well.
Like you see where it says learn more on ProHubs CF. What do we want there?
But nonetheless, we are heading over to cash out number 2 now. Or
yes, no, hello.
Can you like slideshow it and put like a couple things?
I could, yeah. What do you think?
Like join our Discord. I mean, you're not gonna put an invite link there, but like, put like Discord link in description. You know.
I have 3.
You put like live on Twitch and YouTube.
Support Light looks a little bit split up right now, where Via looks pretty stacked.
Playing my last Twitch drop. Let's go.
Yep. I don't mind. Oh my god.
going to be a nice easy res, but this is going to give them the positional advantage. He has a sensation, though. The Spidey sense was tangling. Heard those light footsteps, a pitter-patter in behind.
We wouldn't be able to do the top 5 for the leaderboard because we'd have to live update it somehow.
Not in a good place. He's already lost one of his light. He's already lost his light. The plug goes
That's kind of the issue with
This is a plug
light overlays is they're hard to update in real time.
Yeah,
there's like things out there to do it, but it's just
to stop this one. They're gonna have to
a pain.
Here, and I agree with you on the other point as well.
We need some time to cook on it though. There's like a bunch of upgrades we want to do this stream. We just have been busy for 3 weeks. So now it's like we're playing catch up. And we have videos that we need to make and put out. We have, like, I was making a CL40 video and now it got nerfed, and now I like have to scrap it and do something. Kind of just how it's going right now.
But he has an idea. He does see some goo coming in, and he knows Cafenio is on the other side of those things. Turns on Circle as well.
I'd love to do a day in the life of this channel so people can see how much we spend, how much time we spend just talking about stuff that we need to do, and we don't even have time to do it half the time.
Down Cafenio, the little light that could. We're gonna see a force.
A island pod or something.
Really nice angle. Really nice.
Wow, that was a nasty heady.
Kill though. Unfortunately, that kill could have proven to be huge. We do see the flip. And now Cafenio is just going to try to stall and get away with his life. At this point, the team is going to have to coin unless he has a trophy in his hand. But Kalewell just found the wipe. Kalewell,
oh my goodness.
Kalewell hunted him down. I think he might have thought he got out of there for the free. And instead, he's going to get wiped.
It might be game.
That's game for sure. I mean, they're up in 5 seconds. By the time they get there, they probably don't even have time to feel. Or no, that won't be game. It'll be 1-1, but still.
They would have spawned in time to actually contest this point. They were 2 seconds away from spawning in, and Kalewell shuts that down and completely secures that cash out. So game 3, again, a third cash out in game 3. You can't script it. It just keeps going to the max number. And this time, Support Light gonna be in control of this vault as it spawns. Don't walk into that doorway. They know they're going to be there. Kalewell opens the door. Shut that door. That's not where you want to be. There's a nightmare in my closet, and it's Vaya coming down, grabbing that vault, and they're blowing you up.
I've never seen a door get shut so fast in my life in that game.
Yep. They buffed doors.
Definitely taking in some damage. Calcifer is gonna fall to Cafenio, who found a really nice off angle there, playing light to its fullest potential. That's really Support Light in a 2v3 that they do not want to be in. All players doing their best to just stay alive. We did see a quick revive attempt, at least coming into play. However, it was not successful. I think if you're Support Light, you gotta play your lives here. Maybe even force a coin if it is available to Calcifer.
They're gonna have a mountain to climb to get back over here.
And if you're Vaya, all you have to do is run away here. I do like how aggressively they're trying to pin them back, pin them down.
To hold that high ground right there. That'll be good.
At this point anyway.
Their follower goal, I love that for them.
Extra damage you're taking may be to no avail. I think you just got to set up your point and start kiting.
The day is rapidly drawing to a close. 90 seconds left in these qualifiers. 90 seconds left to prove that you have what it takes to play with the big dogs. Calcifer looking for angles. Cafeneo could be in a position to get caught out.
Whole lot of nothing going on right now.
Even just hold this one. Cafeneo.
Yeah, I mean, Support Light has to be really careful. Yeah, it's so easy to stall this one too. Oh, it's 2v1. Calcifer needs to somehow get a res here. He's not gonna find it though, I don't think. Yeah, there's the res. They're full strength 3v1. Yeah, that's cooked. There's not enough time to coin and fight this. Oh, Fenny's here. Wait, so many people are here. Alright, Fenny, I sent you the invite. Oh my god.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Oh my god.
Jump scared.
Get the fuck out of here. Crazy work, bro.
for the side of
Sounds like my old headset.
I had it at 200%.
Absolutely everything he can. He tries to drop a
My
Gune,
God, my
but the
ears.
APS eats it. He looks up, goes for the steal, but he's been spotted. He's pushed
I was just
away.
at a party with him
Cafaneo
earlier, and I had to turn him down.
Again, and that
Damn.
Via taking the final slot, and they will be moving forward.
Support light did not look like they knew how to attack that last point.
Nah, they didn't, dude. They were in shambles.
Stuff out of Via. A little bit of a heartbreaker for support light, unfortunately. Just a tough spawn there, and not much time to work with the timings of the deaths. As you said it, he maybe could have wiped there, but I feel like they would have had pretty much a similar amount of time to work with.
So hard.
They did not get blessed on the coin spawns, that's for sure. But looking at the final scorecard of the evening, Cafaneo 7-5-2, 3,300 support on top of being the highest combat score. That is that X factor that I'm talking about as a light, where obviously this is a team game and everyone was getting involved here, but Cafaneo putting in more than his fair share to make sure that the team qualifies here. Shout out to Yoink and Boink for the 5 gifted subs, by the way. Thank you so much.
A big, again, all the donations, and another 5 coming from the Final Central. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. All the support goes back into the production, into the prize pool, making sure we can make this the best possible show. And you know, as much as I love the guy, I love Calcifer, Kale, those players are so fun, and I love watching them. I can't think of a team more deserving than Via.
When do the actual qualifiers for the major start?
Loss for them, but they
a while from now.
Managed to pull this out. It took every bit of energy they had. It went so far, the last possible minute, and they made it happen. So I am incredibly impressed. Via deserved this and earned this 100%. Want to go ahead and update you guys on our last match as well, because
August 30th is what Kai said. Yeah, that sounds right, actually. I think they did announce the dates.
Did get knocked down, but that does mean on the
Yeah, they
plus
did.
side,
I just don't remember what they were.
Fourth and final team.
There's
to the PHL. So huge ups for them.
Nothing is
That means that
confirmed
our
yet,
4 qualified
but there's a
teams
chance that we will be
Steppers,
involved with like
Via,
a B stream for that.
Incredible stuff.
But
from
nothing's
these teams.
confirmed.
Huge congratulations to those of you who made it.
So,
I cannot wait to watch you guys in
we'll
the
let
Pro
you
League.
know.
It has been a fantastic day. I personally been Waltz. Merch, how do you want to wrap this up?
All right, guys.
What are your thoughts as
I'm clicking
we
off.
move this towards a close?
Cody?
Thank you for throwing it over.
Anything you want to say before we go?
I love you.
Love you more.
I was talking to you. I was talking to the fans.
Here's your work. All right. Well, fair enough. All right. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. First play day for NA. And then can't make that one. Saturday. Starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then 8 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. being EU, 8 p.m. being NA. You guys can check out the schedule and brackets and things like that over at prohubs.tf. We'll have events here in Discord as well for reminders so you can add them to your calendar, things like that. But beyond that, check out the stream tomorrow. We'll be playing in Waltz's Blast Off event, which is going to be very fun. We're going to go play some now so I can learn the mode real quick. And it's going to be a good time. And then, yeah, content drought is finally ending. We're back in full swing. Got a bunch of videos we're going to make around the arena. I think we're shooting an episode tomorrow. So we're back. Yep. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Thank you for all the support on the channel. We'll catch you later. Around the arena.